Felt the vibe that you're falling for me. Knew the signs that you pulled it for me. Say the word, I could pull the call around. 4 AM is you going home with me. ਅੱਖਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਸੁਰਮਾ ਪਾ ਲਿਆ, ਹਾਲੇ ਕੀ ਸੋਚਦੀ ਮੈਂ ਤੇਰੇ ਜਾਲ ਪੇ ਲਿਖੀ ਕਿਤਾਬ ਨਹੀਂ। I'll tell you what you want, बाकी तू सोच ली। आज रात की गल सोनिए, I want you close to me, जैसे नशा कोई। You got a hold of me, कर आँखें बंद सोनिए, सुन ले ये रागनी। बाकी तू सोच ली, आज राती कल सोनिए, I want you close to me, जैसे नशा कोई। You got a hold of me, कर आँखें बंद सोनिए, सुन ले ये रागनी। तेरे हुस्न की गवाही लिखी आज शाम को, ना होगी रसवाई झूमे आज रात यूं, लेके प्यार की दुआई थल्ले तारियां दे दूं, ना होगी कोई परवानी बैठे कल्ले मजनू पर तू कहे समझाऊं मैं तुझे, क्यों मैं घबराऊं खुद से, फिर आके तू मिसाल दे कोई। Tell me baby, I'll tell you what you want, बाकी तू सोच ली। आज राती कल सोनिए, I want you close to me, जैसे नशा कोई। You got a hold of me, कर आँखें बंद सोनिए, सुन ले ये रागनी।
यो व्हाट्स अप, क्या हाल है? वेलकम बैक टू अनदर लाइव स्ट्रीम। क्या हाल है? आज एसी ठंडा क्यों नहीं हो रहा? हेलो प्रज्वल, हेलो चीकू, हेलो रेक्स रेन, हेलो एबी, हेलो अभिजीत, हेलो ब्लेज, हेलो एबाज, व्हाट्स अप गैंग? क्या हाल है गैंग? कैसे हो आप लोग? हाउ आर यू? हाउ आर यू? व्हाट्स अप? हेलो चेतन, हेलो 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 ईबी, हेलो मयंक, व्हाट्सअप गैंग? क्या हाल है भाई? अभी लेट तो नहीं है ना हम लोग? टाइम पे है राइट? हेलो आदिल, मान जाओ यार, मान जाओ ओए, मान जाओ, मान जाओ ओए। वैसे निहाल वॉन द फर्स्ट मैच, सेकेंड वाला थोड़ा सा ट्रिकी चल रहा है अभी। उंगली क्यों दर्द हो रही है? और बताएं चैट, व्हाट्सअप क्या चल रहा है? रुको, लेट मी पुल अप द स्ट्रीम, देखे व्हाट इज गोइंग ऑन। अभी लेट, होप वी आर नॉट लेट, आई डोंट थिंक वी आर लेट, वी आर नॉट लेट। लेट्स गो मैन, बूम बाम, वॉच पार्टी। और नहीं तो क्या शेयर भाई, आज का दिन बहुत ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है भाई, आज का दिन बहुत ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है। आज का दिन कुछ ज़्यादा ही क्रेजी इंपॉर्टेंट है भाई, बहुत ही ज़्यादा। और रुको नोटिस डाल देते हैं, नोटिस को 2 स्ट्रीम हो रही है ना। आज डालेंगे, रुको। गाइस पबजी पीसी की वॉच पार्टी हो रही है, आ जाओ जल्दी से स्ट्रीम पे, आज सपोर्ट करना है। नहीं यार, नहीं नहीं, रुको, कुछ और तुम लोग को वो पता चलेगा कितना स्ट्रगल होता है, कितने रीटेक्स होता है। कुछ लिख के बोलो ना, क्या बोलना चाहिए मुझे? कुछ लिख के बोलो ना भाई, बहुत स्ट्रगल होता है भाई। क्या क्या बोले, पबजी पीसी की वॉच पार्टी हो रही है, जल्दी से लिंक पे क्लिक करो और आ जाओ ऐसे। भाई बहुत स्ट्रगल होता है, पता है कितने रीटेक लिखते, तुम्हें आइडिया भी है तुम्हें? वो हम लोग क्लासिक डाल देते हैं ऐसे, ऐसे डाल देते हैं। तुम ही कर लेता हूँ। यो गैंग, यो राइल भाई, व्हाट अप व्हाट अप। कैसे स्टोरी डालें? क्या चैलेंज है आज? क्या चैलेंज है भाई? तुम लोग बताओ क्या करना है आज? आज क्या करना है? ओ भाई छाती अभी भी थोड़ी सी सोर सी है, ऐसे करने पे दर्द हो रही है, बट ऑल गुड है। जिन में क्या बकचोदी होती है आज हैं? अब व्हाट अप किंग, क्या बोल रहे हो भाई? आज होगा कमबैक, जल्दी आ जाओ स्ट्रीम पे। रुको, सही तो लग रहा है हम लोग। थोड़ी दाढ़ी ज्यादा हो गई है, कलेक्ट करवा लूंगा भाई। जीडे के लो। ओ भाई मेरे गाने की लिंक मुझे मत भेजो प्लीज, मैं नहीं सुनने वाला, मुझे लिंक्स मत भेजो। गाइस पबजी पीसी की वॉच पार्टी हो रही है, फाइनल्स डे 2 है, आ जाओ लिंक पे टैप करो और जल्दी से स्ट्रीम पे आओ। आई थिंक ठीक है, अरे डाल देते हैं भैंस की टांग, डाल देते हैं यार। अकीट इतना ज्यादा सोचूंगा तो बीटी है ना, इतना सोचना ही नहीं है। कौन सा मेरे घर पे आ जाने वाले तुम लोग, है ना, क्या ही फर्क पड़ रहा है। सब गैंग, आदिल असलम इन टाउन बेबी। वेट, राहिल भाई तो एक्चुअली घर पे आ सकते हैं। अकिट सेंड इट, आ जाऊं क्या मैं? अरे आओ यार, नेक्स्ट टाइम पूछने का नहीं, आने का सीधा, ठीक है? नेक्स्ट टाइम फोन करने का, आदिल भाई किधर हो, आ रहा हूँ मैं पता है क्या लेके बैठा था, देखो मैं ये कर रहा था बैठ के, ये देखो ये और ये, वेरी क्विक। S8UL तो ये दिख रहा है ना ब्रो। फिर वॉच पार्टी गैंग वी लाइव, आ जाओ शेर। टू 0, लेट्स गो। आज कितनी मैचेस है निहाल की? लुक, चेस टूर्नामेंट, आज सिट भाई नहीं है तो आज फुल फॉर्म तुम्हारा पीओवी देखेंगे। डन सीना शेरो, आई होप यू गाइस एंजॉय योर स्टे। थोड़ी देर में मैच चालू होने वाली है और करते हैं। हो गया क्या स्टार्ट? नहीं, अभी स्टार्ट होना बाकी है, मैं बताता हूँ, मैं लगा दूंगा, स्क्रीन लगा दूंगा। लेट्स गो, आज तूफान आएगा रशा भाई सोल का, लेट्स गो शेर आंदो। निहाल का दिख रहा है क्या वाईटी पे? नहीं वो निहाल का नहीं दिख रहा अभी। निहाल वॉन वैसे पुशअप्स, आज का क्या चैलेंज रखिए? शेरो क्या करना है भाई? पुशअप भी रख तो सकते हैं वैसे। भाई सुनो, तुमने ये कभी सोचा है कि अगर हम लोग की वॉच पार्टी, ठीक है, इफ़ वी एंड इट लाइक 3 days एंड 3 days वी टारगेट लाइक, बाद में बोलने को कैसा होगा भाई 3 दिन में मैंने 500 पुशअप करे, कैसा क्रेजी हो सकता है भाई वो। न्यू डे न्यू चैलेंज, वो भी कर सकते हैं। स्क्वाट्स नहीं कर रहा भाई, स्क्वाट्स नहीं कर रहा। मेरा अपर बॉडी इज बेटर, नीचे लोअर है, दिस नॉट गुड। कम बैक इनकमिंग, होप फॉर द बेस्ट शेरो। आ गया मैं, क्या हाल है सूजल भाई? शेर शेयर व्हाट अप गैंग, व्हाट अप गैंग, पुश अप 2K एंड सॉन्ग्स 5K। ओ भाई, ओ भाई, पूरे बाइसेप फ्लेक्स कर रहा है ही नहीं भाई, नहीं है कुछ भी। ब्रो थंबनेल वियर्ड क्यों देगा? क्योंकि आई थिंक मेरा चेहरा उसने एआई से करा हुआ है। आई डोंट नो। ओए ब्लेज, इतना एआई मत करो यार चेहरे पे। मेरी ये का किधर जा रही है, का उधर जा रही है। ओह नो, ओ नो, रुको, लेट्स सेट थिंग्स अप वैसे। go let's go PUBG EMEA। that's not the thing, that's not the thing। हाँ, ये क्या हो गया, ये क्या हो गया? ओ भाई कल एटफुल, कल क्या बैंड बज गई थी तेरे को पता है? हालत ख़राब हो गई थी भाई, हालत ख़राब हो गई थी। चल आज फेस कैम में शेड्यूल बता दे। दोपहर को उठा, ब्लैक कॉफ़ी पिया, दोपहर को उठा, ब्लैक कॉफ़ी पिया, हल्का हुआ, स्ट्रीम करने आ गया, रेसिंग रजिस्ट्रेशन करा, पराठे खाए और वॉच पार्टी करने आ गए। थक गया भाई। अब मेरे को ना ब्लैक कॉफ़ी वो हो गई है पता है चैट, तो अब मेरे को है ना ब्लैक कॉफ़ी के बगैर ऐसा मामला सेटल नहीं होता। जहर लगती है, जहर। उसके लास्ट 2 जो सिप होते हैं ना, आखिरी ब्लैक कॉफ़ी के आखिरी 2 सिप, कसम से बता रहा हूँ, इतना इतना जहर लगता है ना वो। ये ऐप, आप हंस क्यों रहे हो मेरे नाम पे? ओए सूजल भाई कैसे हो क्यूटी, कैसे हो क्यूटी, अगलिया। प्री वर्कआउट ले लो अभी से, ये लेके बैठा हूँ आज तो, आज ये लेके बैठा हूँ।
You are right. I think that's a big outlier for Twisted Minds, and they can.
मैंने पता है अभी क्या करा, 8 बजे मैंने स्ट्रीम बंद करी ना, मैंने जाके वो चैट, तुम लोग भी, मैं बताता हूँ, तुम लोग भी ये ऑर्डर करो, ट्रस्ट मी, ट्रस्ट मी। मैं तुम लोग को दिखाता हूँ।
It's an exciting one for
Amazon,
Twisted Minds. You just hope that Rondo game doesn't hurt the mental too much. I don't think it will. I think they'll bounce back.
It's a funny one is the Rondo game, especially
कहीं मेरा एड्रेस नहीं दिख रहा ना।
in 9 times out of 10 in EMEA, you expect Twisted Minds or Navi to win that game. Just based on the location, Martin, just based on kind of the setups and how you would actually play things out. So for that to have been subverted
trust
in
me,
that Rondo, that's not, I mean, there was many reasons that was exciting, but that's definitely one of them why that game was very exciting to watch, as Virtus Pro just ran an absolute muck through what was their home territory.
There was a more serious conversation going on from that game than there was from their 15th place 3 kills. I can guarantee
तुम लोग भी ये ऑर्डर करो,
lose that.
ट्रस्ट मी, 200 250 300 रुपए वेल स्पेंड है भाई। मैं भैया 8 बजे मतलब स्ट्रीम बंद करके मैंने डाल लिया मुंह, समझ रहे हो? अब ऐसा फीलिंग फ्रेश, क्रेजी फ्रेश, ट्रस्ट मी, ये लो भाई और करो करो।
And here is example
well
going
spent
against
money, bhai.
Defex, as always. Anytime anybody is compared to example, and if you're able to overtake his
challenge किया है, challenge बताओ तुम लोग डिसाइड करो आज का challenge अगर कुछ है
Defex
तो।
has been a great performance, but we are
worth
getting
it
ready
worth
here
it
to go
है
on to
worth
Miramar.
it।
Any final thoughts, Blank, before we head on in?
No,
एकदम फ्रेश फील हो रहा है अभी, एकदम मतलब ऐसा सर दर्द वर्द भी ठीक हो गया, सब कुछ मामला सेट हो गया। नहीं तो नींद आ रही थी भाई, पता नहीं क्यों नींद आ रही थी।
They are looking fantastic in a lobby full of Goliaths. Thank you very much, Blank, for joining us.
And the chat
after this game. It's going to be me and
मैंने सुना है आरपी एडमिन्स को बहुत हाई एंड पीसी रखना पड़ता है, सच है क्या? नहीं
Hell yes. Miramar
2K में 10 कर दो अगर कुछ नहीं करना तो। ओए वी आर इन, लेट्स गो, पहली मैच चांदो। चलो लेट्स होप फॉर द बेस्ट, लेट्स होप फॉर द बेस्ट। आज फुल फोकस करनी है हमें गेम्स पे भी, ठीक है? आंदो चैट, रुको ये मैं अपना ओवरले हटा दूं।
Over towards the eastern side of Los Angeles, some of my favorite terrain actually.
चलो लेट्स गो, वी आर इन, फर्स्ट मैच ऑलरेडी स्टार्टेड। चलो 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 चलो, let's do it.
Water treatment, even to San Martin, is going to be difficult without a car here, so they're going to have to stretch those parachutes.
Yeah, I'm so ready, Avenger, for Resort to be center of this circle, or we get like a bit of a weird circle moving kind of like a bit
First
more
Miramar.
north of the playing path, and then we end up
Starting off with Miramar, and we are here going possibly Impala or something. गाड़ी वाड़ी ले रहे हैं. गाड़ी वाड़ी ले रहे हैं हम लोग. चलो.
I am still surprised by the fact that Everlong has had kind of the pick of the litter when it comes to these central locations, central drop spots, but it seems like just people are far more happy to stick to what works for them. And we are actually centered nearish Picardo, just a little bit northeast of it.
Hello, Blue Wow, what up, gang?
Make a little bit of a drive up.
Hello, Shristi.
Start things off, but this feels a bit like Na'Vi territory for me as
Chalo,
well.
let's go.
Alright,
we are going Impala. Zone भी हमारे करीब है. टेंशन नहीं है. जोन भी ठीक है. आज जोन ठीक है. अभी मतलब अभी डिसेंट है. अभी डिसेंट है चार्ट. Let's not celebrate early, but let's hope for the best.
The two of us here, but yeah, obviously their location was great for them, especially to log out that PGS win here. But yeah, it does look close. Does look good for them. It's also something that I feel like a team like Na'Vi here, James. We can obviously discuss this and your thoughts about it, but my kind of idea of the new Na'Vi with the lineup change that we've had is compared to what we saw the previous years, where they were always very, very slow and kind of outside circles, waiting heavily on the edge until circle 2-3. This Na'Vi that when they get circles where they don't have to chase, they actually get big banger games so much more.
और बताएं chat. Dinner हो गया?
Dinner
करके आए हो क्या?
2024, 2025 Na'Vi. So I'm actually pretty excited about this one here. This could be the snowball that we're kind of hoping for a little bit for Na'Vi here. If this is the double-digit win for them here, they're straight back into the conversation, especially if some of the top 4 teams, they slack a little bit, if you could say.
Yeah, I mean, for those teams down towards the bottom, it is a case of you look at what happened yesterday. You saw that 4 teams especially got insane points. And you think to yourself, yeah, but we're Na'Vi and we're S8UL. We can also do that as well. And they could quite easily have a bad day. And then suddenly everything's kind of evened out, right? So really not over till the fat
आज का दिन बहुत important है भाई.
for this one.
आज का दिन crazy important है भाई.
Good old Aduzi and S8UL looting on up, getting themselves plenty going here up at Impala.
Loot तो बढ़िया हो जाएगी यहाँ पे लड़कों को Impala में.
At least for them as well, if you think about what their potential.
भाई Nemesis के 65 points है भाई.
Right, they're not having to.
आज Nemesis का game होना भाई. Nemesis, VP और Twisted Man का बुरा दिन होना. चारों का top 4 teams का बुरा दिन होना भाई आज.
And then it might become a bit of a problem. Only then will it be really a chase like we saw all day yesterday for S8UL, which was tough to watch. It was a tough watch.
भाई casters भी हमारे तरफ हैं थोड़ा सा.
Unfortunately,
we are favorites, chat. See, wherever we go, we are favorites, right?
Game series, maybe.
Hopefully,
and then we'll see a little bit of luck go their way for sure. But yeah, crazy.
Wherever we go, chat, we are
the
favorites,
right? Happily surprised to see how well this was doing compared to how they
kind
of scrambled through in their qualification, right? 28 points, a 3rd place, a 2nd place, a 4th.
Nemesis.
Only a few bad games where they had 1 and 2 kills.
Nemesis का game होना भाई आज.
And a placement. Otherwise, it was actually pretty consistent for them here. And sure, they could maybe
qualify का scene
a bit more, but still, this is within striking distance and way higher than some of the teams that we would probably see above them as Vitality, as your Na'Vi, as your Ascent, as your S8UL.
Yeah, them and Bushido Wildcats, right? Like some decent
Bushido Wildcats
find themselves middle of the pack compared to where you
ये भी साल खेलते तो बढ़िया है. सब खेलते crazy है भाई.
I think though the problem saying mid pack in inverted
commas is crazy the fact that,
unfortunately mid pack is kind of everything below 4th.
भाई बाहर किसी की शादी हो रही है पता है.
So close to one another.
गाने बज रहे हैं उधर.
Points were hoovered up by those top 4 teams.
गाने बज रहे हैं.
Regardless of the fact,
आज सिद्ध भाई तो FF की stream कर रहे थे ना. Watchparty.
Turkish team in the lobby right now. It would feel a little weird in the EMEA finals.
ASMR time.
We did get one on through after they were able to assimilate in Code Marco here for the Wildcats, who is always great to watch. Really enjoy watching good old Code Marco.
Yeah, he was great yesterday as well.
क्या ले अहमद भाई, आप कब खेलते प्रूफ करोगे कि आप टीमू के स्टाउड हो? टीमू के बोल दिया भाई. टीमू के बोल दिया भाई.
Looking all zoomed out, all looking good though compared to some of the vertical cameras we have from the other teams. So that's
ओले लड़ाई हो गई VIT
IEXE finds the
भाई
Vampire.
स्लैक वाले ने एक VIT वाला भी मार दिया भाई
It's
ये भी ले
actually
गया लगी
just one more shot. Oh, that was close. Are they gonna chase
यार
it? Yeah,
एक्चुअली
it's good.
श्राउड और मेरा गेम प्ले
What's the
बहुत
finish
सिमिलर है
saying
भाई
when you just had a
बहुत
successful
similar है हमारा
victory
gameplay
in
ना।
the Viking-ish finish?
मेरा और श्राउड मतलब समझ रहे हो हमें कुछ भी खिला लो कुछ भी खिला लो हमें इसी गेम में कुछ भी खिला लो
I don't know.
I mean, you lived there for some time, you know. That's the kind of
आई एम
thing you
श्राउड
know.
फ्रॉम अंधेरी
Yeah, I'll be like, Ongo Dalavese, basically.
आई एम श्राउड फ्रॉम अहमदाबाद
That's what I wanted to. Yeah. Where's the toilet, please? That's exactly what these guys say when.
Because they flushed the
आई गेस मामा भाई भी कर रहे हैं यू कुड कंबाइन
Yeah.
नहीं वॉच पार्टी से
The
लोग प्रेफर
toilet.
करते हैं सोलो करना
Flush
वैसे
them
भी
immediately, get the
अगर
point,
बोलेंगे तो हम तो
confirm
आ जाएंगे,
on the
हमें
team
क्या है।
here. Yeah, that's great for them to get the first kill. That's again another confidence boost, and they're like, okay.
श्राउड फ्रॉम
more
चांदनी
points come
चौक
our way. On board with Ascend here. Good to see the
Emu
new
का better है।
lineup coming through here for these guys.
वेट ओए हाँ ओए नहीं ओए
Jerseys on that. Great wall. There's one more slot.
अगर
though,
मैं
I
ये
can
इनर
see
ना पहनूं तो
just
जैसे
next to
बाइसेप
his
फट के
head.
4 हो जाते
Fits
पता है
in
समझ रहे हो
perfectly.
इसके लिए इनर
Maybe
पहना
there's
है
gonna be
मैंने
an ENC, maybe a PNC jersey for him so far. Is
भाई
he
ये वाली
the
टी-शर्ट
only
एकदम बहुत
UK
हाफ है
player in the lobby?
मतलब यहाँ तक कि ये
Just quick.
यहाँ तक होती ना
so.
क्रेजी हो
I think
जाता
so,
है भाई
right? Because there's
Yeah.
obviously there was Blist on Bob Trucks. There's obviously Michael Vard. Is there another?
कुछ चैलेंज रखो ब्रेक में
Yeah,
करेंगे बताओ क्या रखना है बताओ तुम लोग आज कुछ आइडिया दो
Yeah, I mean,
नाचने का मत देना बस आइडिया
yeah,
no.
that's what I think so. Yeah. So let's
क्या तो
look
शुड बी
at
कंटिन्यू द
Maybe
पुशअप
okay.
चैलेंज
Oh,
बाद में ऐसा
big
होगा
fall from Grace. I think that
ये
is it.
वॉच पार्टी समरी
I'm not sure,
वी डिड
maybe-
लाइक 400
Not
पुशअप
sure.
और
Doesn't
समथिंग
matter. Anyway, he's looking good for his tenure. for
साल में
PNC.
4 दिन ही
Obviously,
डिफरेंट गेम
the
खेलते हो
selection
इतने
method for
देर
PNC has been,
टीमों का
been
प्रोडक्ट्स
announced
काम
already,
करते
and
हैं
There's going to be a lot and heavily reliant on your performances.
ओ यार
in
अहमद भाई
2026. And
यू गॉट
it's-
डू
it's
व्हाट यू
great
गॉट
to
डू
see
फॉर द
that as
लिविंग यू
well
नो
here.
नहीं तो
So
मैं तो
that's
वैलोरेंट भी
looking good.
खेलूं
Obviously, the selection goes through when PC is done. So your performance here in this finals and also the player of
50
the
crunches भाई ओ
finals that
भाई
we have at the end of
मैंने
everything.
एब्स की कभी एक्सरसाइज नहीं करी है 2 साल में आखिरी 2-3 साल में मैंने एब्स की एक बार भी क्रंचेस नहीं करे हैं
Championship to either come his way or fall through.
स्क्वाड पे तो गिरा जाऊंगा मैं
I don't have much hope for the UK.
Say that.
Yeah,
They had a second place as well along with the win, right? So
They did, and then how did it
भाई
go
लिविंग के
after
हिसाब से
winning the
तो
PNCs?
आपको फिर पेट्रोल पंप पर
Anyway, they're
जाकर
lads.
गल्ला संभालना चाहिए।
I do love my UK boys. I even
They're good
painted
lads.
them some Warhams for the last PGC, which was good fun. It was good fun. They're big Black Templar fans, but
Grass is all not
we have
always
got
green.
Games going on. The reason we're kind of just
Bro, waiting for
chilling,
Phasmo since a
talking
year.
about some stuff at
Phasmo
the
मेरे को
moment is 'cause
समझता ही
with a
नहीं
circle
भाई।
like this on Miramar, ain't much happening, right? Like they're just
10 के 15
positioning towards
crunches।
the middle. Everlong has
15?
stretched themselves out a little bit across.
ओ भाई
the
crunches में
positions
तो भाई
of,
abs बन जाएंगे।
Ricardo, just a little bit farther south as well. Kind of position themselves between Boars, which you've got to be a little bit careful about that. Boars is 2-2
चाय की
split.
दुकान भी है
It's
सिनेमा
not
हॉल
too
भी
bad
ओ
at
भाई
all,
ये
but
सब कहाँ से
getting
इनको आ रही है
wedged between it can sometimes be a
व्हाट
little
इज
bit
दिस अहमद
scary.
भाई
yep, it can indeed could get rough for them to.
ओके वेयर आर वी हैव लाइक अ डिसेंट जोन जोन इस तरफ पुल हो जाए बस
Not
तो-
that
और नावी हमारे बहुत
contested
करीब है।
center, yeah, obviously there's some space to
अडूजी
be
के पास है
taken.
नावी
Some of the graveyard
Where are
area
you
and
going,
also
Aduzi
side
भाई?
maybe Bushido
संभाल के थोड़ा
Wildcats
सा।
gonna pounce on that and kind of send themselves in.
ओए
A little bit of credit here,
MG3.
I'm thoroughly an MG3 enjoyer myself with the 990 RPM, James.
Oh yeah.
धुरंधर का
Stand
टिकट
those
दे दो
guys down, get them
धुरंधर
out,
धुरंधर
especially
का
if you lead
टिकट
down with the 6x. It's actually disgusting. Have you tried that?
आपके हॉल में
Oh yeah, big fan of it. Big fan. One or two of my boys that I
Oh,
play.
there he
Oh,
is.
are you? El Diablo. Every game. Thank you. I guess. Lovely. Every.
They're trying to summon the
मैं नेक्स्ट जब भी अहमदाबाद में आया फुल टैंक
Let's
किया
talk
डन
about
यार
that
भाई
for a
शेर
moment because we were talking
Shit.
about the Curse of Cantara from PGS and currently that is currently in. And Virtus Pro. Oh my days. Virtus Pro's taken the warehouse compound already.
ओए 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 वी आर गोना फाइट विद नावी फिर से हम लोग थर्ड पार्टी हो सकते हैं बिटवीन वीपी एंड नावी और पीछे से पीजीजी भी आ रही है ओ प्लीज प्लीज कहीं कोई कंपाउंड में जाओ प्लीज वी हैव द सेंटर ऑफ द जोन
sitting in.
बट आई डोंट नो देयर आर कंपाउंड्स और नो
this is really your time, and that's often what happens here in these
Bro,
high
बहुत
level
मामला
pro
होने
games,
वाला
is
है.
you have these two
अगले 10
splits.
मिनट में मामला
You
ही
need to
मामला
search
है.
the information, especially in circle 2, because once the 2-2 splits, they kind of
अगले 10 मिनट में मामला ही
punish
मामला है
themselves
भाई.
and come together. That's where you have an open opportunity to come in and maybe
VP पे तो
get an
कंपाउंड है.
open backside
हमारे पास
and
कंपाउंड नहीं है,
backswing
but what
into
we
compound
have
here
hills or
for
something. क्या है
these
उधर?
teams. Cantera's still
I
open,
think there
surprisingly.
is
Sure,
hill
it's
or
decent
something.
ship,
रुको,
but,
let me see.
the teams that are in there left early on here. Now VP looking great in this compound here. Pretty much dead center.
Are we mortaring? Is that what Nix is up to here? That was
so.
trained towards Cantera or Cantera Hills. So is he repositioning it is the question. Yes, he's looking elsewhere now. He's looking a bit more northwest.
That's towards Twisted.
Yeah.
Let's look at the map and then see. Oh my God, Nitro hits Silas here. Started guy a little bit sad
squads
for
हो
them
जाए.
to lose some here. Now Boss in the distance here. Gonna have some shots towards VP here. Most of the teams on the western side are gonna have to make a big shift. Obviously, with an eastern shift, James, they would assume that there's
Higher
some
ground
space in the
overs.
east, and they are.
I think we have like a
assuming
compound or
correctly here,
something.
so we might see some big rotations coming in.
देखते हैं
for the
उधर
guys
दिखाएं
that
एक
are
बार तो
in
पता
currently.
चलेगा.
This is like the
उधर
most
दिखाएं तो पता
EMEA
चलेगा.
start of all
Yeah,
time.
yeah, it is. It is actually.
There's not many shots going on. One person dead. Just Levante doing his thing.
टैंकर से पेट्रोल निकालने के बाद उसको गोल गोल क्यों घुमाते हैं? किसको गोल गोल घुमाते हैं?
Here and there. This down towards the south side.
पेट्रोल को?
Realizing Ascend is coming in
ये
a little
टैंकर
bit later, which actually that's kind of the old Ascend MO coming in later from a kind of southwest position.
Right.
बड़ा कंपाउंड है अपने पास.
And that's actually kind of surprising, right? Because that was a break scope.
दिखाएं तो पता चले, अभी तक दिखा नहीं.
Fired. It kind of continues. It might be a Sin Club thing rather than the players. They're just like, all right, guys, this is the style. It's under contract. You have to play it.
आँखों का मसला.
I know. I think it also.
कह दो ना.
How,
मैं शर्मा के. क्या थी?
Either idealing or co-idealing at least.
क्या
So
था?
that's also a little bit to his style, right? So
yeah, you hear him a lot in comms when it comes to the scrims for sure. Yeah.
So we'll see how
भाई
these
हमें भी
guys
दिखाओ ना
look,
जरा.
how they kind of come in.
What is this?
Some call it the Barefoot Hill.
What is this?
Right now, but right now this
Smash rule है नहीं.
stadium here. If they play it right, they can actually get kind
No.
of deep. There's a lot of fields that is kind of open around some of the compounds. You can actually drive quite deep through that. I don't think too many teams are gonna commit a couple of magazines to get this one down here just early on.
I'm curious to see what Viz can do with the BRDM. I mean, coming in that
क्या
late,
हो रहा
it's a
है?
little bit dicey.
Please don't
right?
sing.
However, sometimes, you know,
Okay.
in these lobbies, we've seen people make insane plays with the BRDM.
Okay.
Top 5 almost guaranteed using it as a mobile fortress. On the other hand, we've seen
Mashallah.
some disastrous BRDM plays where BRDM has been sacrificed and just stolen away because you've
आपके पेट्रोल पंप पे सब्सक्राइब करके जाओ तो कुछ ऑफ मिलेगा नहीं.
trying to go for a spray or something like
ओए
that.
ओए we are in the zone. We have like a good zone. We have like a compound.
It's actually happened a few
But
times
हमारे
in
पास
the
2-2 split है.
as well.
दो
But
उस
anyway,
तरफ रोड
here
के,
we
दो
are,
इस तरफ रोड के.
and,
नहीं,
yeah, you remember when I said
5 क्यों दिखा रहा है भाई हमारे?
Virtus
ये देखो,
had the
1,
warehouse
2.
compound. I'm still feeling that way.
We are taking
kind
like
of,
a center
Ranger.
compound. Like God,
They
nice.
might have found a magnet
I think
somewhere
there
in the
is.
map, and it's
There is
not
like a
heavily coming
compound,
towards
and
them.
we have cars
Sure,
as
but
well.
That's what I'm talking about here with the S8UL leaving the concrete west of Cantera. It kind of leaves some open space for some of the teams to backfill. And I would even
Aduzi bhai, let's go.
Either
Let's go.
Navi
Okay, we have
or
like a gun.
TMO
We have like a
on the
gun.
side. If they see that's free, that's actually quite the.
Chalo,
playable
let's get
space,
some
especially
kills
with the
going.
next
Let's go,
circle,
boys. Let's do
goes
it.
Towards them here. There's
W zone. Let's do it. Let's get some kills going, boys.
But otherwise, it's looking kind of good for a VP.
भाई ये बहुत गलत चीज है नहीं भाई?
Start things off with. Oh,
ओले.
Schengen.
ओ छोटी सी शोटी मारी.
I was about to say
तुम्हारा
how
चेयर का
many
लिंक
minutes
ग्रीन
until
सोल
we have
की है
our
भाई,
next
कोई तो देख
kill
लो
in the
ग्रीन
lobby,
सोल पे
and
जाके
I was
देख
going
लो
to say
green soul
not
की.
many because right there's so much movement that now has to happen for a circle like this as these teams are trying to push on positions that are already taken. As Ares wants to try and find a little bit of an angle on the hive intrusion that has occurred here down on church location, but he's going to have to move on away from the whole graveyard as a whole here. For the
At least try adding sir this sur. सीधा poem जैसे पढ़ते हो.
It's truly the hardest place for them to be playing out from, considering that they did pretty well in the playoffs to be able to get themselves on through.
Yeah, that's a big thing obviously for them already. Looking good as is, but still with the 6 points the TMO had. Oof.
सस्ता टेबल तो बनवा लो मेरे भाई बढ़िया
to
सा
compete, but you're still in the
कारपेंटर
sub
से
16. You're still in it for the PGC points here. Now this is coming in.
ओए स्लैक वाला बेटा
Different
लेट्स गो
side on the map.
बट ट्विस्टेड माइंड भी तो
Gets
टॉप
scaff
पे
and
है
gets confirmed by
बट अच्छा
teams
लड़ लो
as
तुम लोग
well.
लड़ लो कोई बात नहीं
Yeah, they're actually leapfrogging ahead of
Slack
no,
वाले का
Slack
तो
on
घर
that
भेज दिया,
western
एक को
side.
lobby जमा
Actually,
कर
that's a
दिया।
brilliant play here from Batulins and the boys from Twisted Minds to try and shut down no Slack as much as they can. At the same time, though, Starry Skies currently stuck in a bit of a fight here with Vis kind of pulling up. I'm not sure if Vis actually wants to fully pull up, though. I mean, they've got the BRDM still in play. They're seeing the spike going up from a
BRDM
distance,
लेकर आ गए हैं लड़के
pulling up means potentially giving away the BRDM. Nitro shooting in some shots from the distance here and actually doing quite a bit of damage against them. But Anne as well as Habibi are
मेरे को भी
cleaning
पीना है
up the rest
Monster
of concrete.
गालो यार आ जाओ
What can they do to get this kind of under control? Just a little bit here. That's on the guy. Silas gone down here.
खोल लो मॉन्स्टर
Belgian prodigy from
मॉन्स्टर का वो
2019.
अल्ट्रा रोजा ट्राई करो
Make the most out
और
of it.
एक था स्ट्रॉबेरी
well
समथिंग था
from
भाई वो बहुत
this.
क्रेजी था भाई
One of our few Estonian players.
Where is the new zone? Are we in the zone?
It's cool to see them in and kind of bang
Are we in the zone?
But here with this southern shift, James, it's a little bit rough for the northern teams. There's so much space
आवाज बढ़ाऊं?
around that
Stream की?
compound that you're gonna have to kind of argue that at one
Oh,
point
we are
it's gonna
nearby.
be worth
ठीक है।
breaching it, right? And
बट इसके
I don't
बाद
know if
वाला
that's gonna
बीटी
be
हो जाएगी
high
भाई
to the straddle plan
वीपी
right
के
now.
पास जो
There's a-
कंपाउंड है
there's
वो
a
जोन
dip
में है
west
भाई
of them as
मतलब
well. I don't
और
know if that's worth
दूर
playing.
दूर
Yeah,
तक भाई
that
पूरा
could
ओपन
be
ओपन
it,
है
but they're going for with a few cars and
बट आई थिंक वो
stuff like
कंपाउंड बहुत
that's
बड़ा है
gonna
तो दो
work
टीम
out
भी
for
ले
them. The
सकते हैं
dips,
उसको।
oh, they're splitting even. I don't know if that's the play.
मैं
who
गरीब
they're
आदमी
diving
भाई
now.
कल ऐसा
A four-man
झटका दिया था ना
on
मेरे
the
को
western
झटका
side of
एकदम
VP is actually worth it. I'd say here
एकदम।
Correction finds perfect six for the confirmation after Nixie knocked him with a headshot.
अब पैसा
The only
कल
problem is, though,
कल
that sometimes
कल
that
तो
becomes
एकदम
nade bait or mortar bait, right?
एकदम
Like, mortar bait's the
सरप्राइज
scary one
सरप्राइज
for
कर
them,
दिया
I
था
think, at
आपने
the
भाई
moment.
But if they use a mortar in that dip, it's going to be practically impossible to see anyone from there. It's going to be even deeper than it is already. Oh my god, Beamy finds Dante. That's actually disgusting. And now look at that mortar. They're gonna consider that and see if they can maybe get a confirmation on it. They've got really good idea of how close that is. That is how.
भाई इसकी भी प्रैक्टिस करते होंगे ना लोग कि कहाँ से मारे तो कितना मारे कितना डिस्टेंस तो परफेक्ट है देखे कैसी लैंड होती है
This is not bad, but I think it's just a little too left. We'll see as it comes down. Navi
Oi!
on the other side as well. Yeah, you can see it's just
Yeah, a little bit
slightly.
left. Yeah, he turns a little bit though.
Bhai.
Okay, so the next one a little bit more right, and that actually might be on point.
दूसरे स्क्रीन पे मैप स्ट्रीम कर दो अच्छा आइडिया अच्छा गुड आइडिया
Yeah.
Now they might be able to blow the
गुड
blow
आइडिया
the cover away. Look at that, straight on.
No, they're doing all right about dodging it at the moment here.
इन्होंने
So
मैप स्ट्रीम
good
चालू ही
stuff
नहीं
there
करी
by
आज
them.
भूल
But,
गए
I
ये
mean,
लोग
if
लग रहा है
anything's going by a game like this,
What
usually
is
that's
this?
not the end
Oh,
of
we
it.
got 2 kills.
When it comes
We
to
wiped
that kind of
VIT.
damage.
Let's go.
Damaged alone
Let's go.
damaged
Let's go, boys.
S8UL. A doozy and Molodok go crazy against
A clean wipe.
He was a little bit
Nice.
wounded coming into this. Of course, losing Levante as early as they did. Oh no, Habibi. Oh no.
BB
That's crazy to see
Chalo.
what happened here. Paints goes
Jabardast.
Star Sky. That's so also in a fight here. Nitro trying to make a push for it to get the point confirmed at some points here.
वो
with
यार
the
अब
Scar.
TPP है तो मजा आएगा
Follow them, I
PUBG
think,
खेलने में
now,
वैसे
sure. You know where he is now. He's going to push around. Habibi gets Nitro. Down to just Vatso here from Star Sky. Good shots coming in. And Vis is
Nice.
eliminated. Having lost the BRDM
This
as well.
eliminated
Big fight for them. And looks like Ascend is going to be
नावी
pulling up on
बहुत
that.
नियर बाय भाई
This
नावी
is why I'm
वर्सेस
always so
हम लोग
concerned
का होने
about
वाला
this,
है
'cause the fact
भाई
when you've got a BRT,
Whoa.
Bakova Levy with a nade finishes off
Black
Erlon
वाले क्या
here
करते रहते
from
रे
the
भाई?
distance, and Noslack has done a really good job of negating the fact that Twisted Minds actually leapfrogged ahead of them. But that being said, here's Hakatori in the wings, spotted by Beamy in the far distance of all
Hakatori.
things. We'll be able to heal up a little bit during this. Maybe
Furious.
get a bit of a backstab here on Twisted Minds, but Twisted does know that they are lurking around here.
A doozy down
Here we are there. Ascend
Navi-
push third party onto the Star Sky
Fierce ने मारा
location.
है Besto got Hakatori
Stolen by Bestalock here. Good for him. Example, get the knock on.
माफ दिखाओ ना यार फाइट दिखाओ ना यार
Knock hit
बॉयज
on the guys.
बेस्टो ने नॉक फिनिश डाल दिया
Play for it. And they, again, Vatso being the last player here.
नावी का एक ही बंदा बचा है आई थिंक वी शुड गेट अ रिवाइव ओके हमारा रिवाइव भी हो गया है
Placement here, James.
हमारा बंदा रिवाइव भी हो गया है लेट्स गो
To finish this off quickly, so
Nice,
they can
नावी का
continue
एक ही
their
बचा है।
campaign. They actually have quite the playable space
टेंशन
ahead
की
of
बात
them
नहीं है
with this next circle, slightly keeping them in.
ओके वी गॉट ट्विस्टेड माइंड्स का 1 डाउन बीच में नावी का एक प्लेयर है लेफ्ट में गेट हिम
Down to where we are right now. The first does go down. Ferris with the 249 doing and massive damage, but Batulin's finishes.
भाई क्या ट्रेड करा है भाई, लेकिन क्रेजी बच गए भाई. वो बंदा क्या मारा था भाई हरामजादा. और रिवाइव कर पाएंगे? बेस्टो क्या कर रहे हो? बेस्टो.
Oh my god.
भाई ये बटुलिन मुश्किल है भाई.
Try to get the confirmed. Oh, there's a little bit of crested the hill just slightly here.
Is the revive possible?
All the guys are looking to see if they can get the confirmations here. That's
I think possible है.
The points are gonna kind of come through to him now.
नहीं, मोलो फिनिश हो गए, फिलफिस फिनिश एक ही बच गया, डूजी बच गया. डूजी वर्सेस बेस्टो हो गया. डूजी वर्सेस बटुलिन हो गया यार.
I can't believe how much Batulin's has done against S8UL here because
अबे भाई एक बंदे ने वो कर दिया भाई थोड़ा सा. Aduzi zone damage.
It could have been a really good game for them from that north side, maybe kind of playing in through some of the dip, but not to be the case. Batulin's once again shuts them down completely, and maybe the Wildcats are going to be shut down completely here by Nemesis.
यार एक बंदे ने थोड़ा सा गेम खराब कर दिया भाई.
Position here of Bushido Wildcats. Medabay is down, and that is going to be Celtic.
कोई नहीं. Good motivation तो अच्छा है, मतलब good start है भाई, मतलब decent start है. We vibe players. कोई बात नहीं.
What?
Zone तो चल भी नहीं, zone चल पाता भाई.
Getting another kill, it's good for him. Diffix
Zone बहुत slow चल रहा है, लेकिन चल रहा है.
Versus Nemesis, they're the big benefactors of
कोई नहीं. Momentum तो अच्छा है.
Really great inside this
At least we got decent fight and then we almost निकल गया था, बताइए ये एक बंदा रह गया था.
They're gonna have to hold out PGG, but up here DM.
वो नावी वाले बंदे ने दो बंदे जो नॉक करे ना, वो बहुत टफ हो गया भाई उसके बाद ना. वो एक ही नॉक करता ना और एक दूसरा ट्रेड कर लेता, बट वो स्प्रे में बहुत अच्छा ले गया वो नावी वाला.
Yeah, this opens up so much opportunity for them in a field like this, right? Where normal
5 KP मिले हैं, ठीक है अभी.
Anything like that. At least having this moving fortress in what is very open field.
कोई नहीं, ठीक है chat, कोई नहीं.
Kind of some inclines like PGG is trying to use at the moment, but it's not that deep. So technically, if you're on these roofs, you can kind of still see down into them, and that's why the smoke's there. This is a difficult circle.
भाई पूरा ओपन ग्राउंड सर्कल है भाई, सब भागेंगे खुले में.
For a while, it just depends on what's going to happen after that.
Yeah, and with Nemesis as well, obviously having the
Nemesis अभी भी जिंदा है.
It's very likely that neither of these two compounds in the next circle is going to be.
Twisted Mind का एक जिंदा है, Slack के 3 जिंदा है.
Probably some roads.
Top 4 teams में से सारे जिंदा है, मतलब कोई ना कोई जिंदा है. Top 4 नहीं, top 5 teams जिंदा है भाई.
It's the best area right now, but it's extremely difficult.
Gap बहुत बढ़ जाएगा ये वाला.
And a really crazy amount of cover here. With some miracles, it's very playable here. But VP is still in, and on the roofs now is going to make it so rough.
And they also know that nobody's in the north of them anymore, so that means that they can kind of use this with no impediment whatsoever and be able to just duck behind all of this when Susid inevitably put some shots in against it. Susid's taken actually some of the
are we still in game? Yeah, we are.
Kind of hold that down. That's an incredibly important
it's not over
for a circle like this.
आज सेकंड है, आज और पॉइंट्स निकालने हैं, बहुत अच्छा खासा कवर अप करना है, लेकिन आज का दिन बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है भाई. आज का दिन कुछ ज्यादा ही इंपॉर्टेंट है चैट.
Keta 98, as you guys said yesterday, was actually one of the greatest calls I've ever heard.
आज का दिन will decide कि कल we stand a chance to win.
6x here, and Ascend actually on this southern side with high ground and cover to play might actually be a great game for them too. Currently in 15th place.
But जिस हिसाब से नेमेसिस और ये टीम्स अभी जिंदा हैं, अगर ये 2-3 गेम और ऐसे खेली तो गैप बहुत बढ़ जाएगा.
And a good game for Ascent here, so it's really tight, and that matters when we're talking PGC points and actually prize pool as well. So very tight for that place here right now, and as we're talking about, it might be a falls race currently, and it's looking really good for the team.
We gotta do good. हाँ, आज का दिन भी अच्छा और कल का दिन भी अच्छा.
Is so much more different.
टीबोन भाई ने मारा है. Ascend के टीबोन भाई, Ascend के टीबोन ने एक बंदे को नॉक फिनिश कर दिया पूरा.
Ascend kind of coming alive at the moment, taking down Hello My Bad. So is No Slack still though, still doing a lot of damage against Hive. Nice nade there from Hive, but it's not really enough to be able to do anything with it. As that, well, you know what, that vehicle
minimum
is
दो chickens in good.
Leaving. Bye. See you later.
But लेकिन आज वही है, आज they have to cover up ये जो gap है वो, and then कल फिर
oh my god,
go for the
W's. This is going to be difficult for them because both No Slack is going to be looking towards them. Nemesis is going to be looking towards
already
them.
देखो
Once these
four
dissipate, they're going to
top 4 team 57 above है.
to play, and with the vehicles that's been
हम
placed
लोग
already, that could be the next spot
एक
for
good game
Ascent to
में
play here.
top 6 तो आ सकते हैं, top 5 6 आ
Free gear
सकते
for
हैं.
T-Bone, looking good for
Just
them.
one good game.
5 kills as well coming their way.
फिर
Dante
उसके
finds
बाद
that
कवर
time.
अप चाहिए. Is there any second? हाँ, ये अभी स्प्रिंग प्लेऑफ 1 था. स्प्रिंग प्लेऑफ 1 का ये फाइनल्स है. इसके बाद स्प्रिंग प्लेऑफ 2 होगा और उसके बाद उसका फाइनल्स होगा. अभी है. It's not the end. Even if we get good, but let's hope for the best. No slack खत्म. चलो 57 पे.
Yeah, we have a northern shift here. It's actually the compound that's still in for VP. A little bit disgusting for this northern shift here, but Nemesis also still has some cover on that southeast side, and eventually we're going to be ending up in the fields. Now Ascend is going to have to make a play here, either on that southern side or to make a push onto Nemesis eventually, but we'll see what they decide to do.
Nemesis, VP और PGG तीनों पे है. बाकी सबको तो अंदर आना है. नेमेसिस का एक बंदा देखो बाहर कैसा खेल रहा है ये.
I guess me saying abandon ship from like 5 minutes in.
ये बाद में आएगा अंदर, बट अच्छा स्प्लिट है ये.
For everybody else right
ये
now.
स्प्लिट अच्छा है. मतलब it could be rewarding.
Ahead of them on the leaderboard right now. PGG trying to join that top pack.
अच्छे kills मारेगा वो, पता है.
Honestly, in a bit of a
Ascend के players को मारेगा आराम से.
What's going to happen is that teams are going to
इस मैच का मेरे को लग रहा है कि
crash in against maybe their position, right? Like I don't know how all these teams are going to be able to eventually fit in this circle without some casualties.
Yeah, that's.
I feel like Nemesis would take it.
Southwest side here with balls with the center.
Because इनके पास Ridge Wedge Ditch और ये सब पता नहीं सब कुछ है भाई इधर. VP को अभी पूरा ओपन ग्राउंड भागना है.
Could PGG survive it? It's
गया
potentially
एक
just
VP
going
का
to be the
डाउन हो
last
गया.
team with the push here, but I think Hive is looking to try and kind of encroach a little bit on that northern side to get in.
Okay.
Balls
there was a bit
too.
VP का एक knock है.
In the north because Nixie's was the anchor position, just a little bit ahead, and he's been knocked. The rest of Virtus Pro is on the warehouse wall right now, so that's actually a bit of a problem here for Virtus Pro that they're going to have to solve. Maybe get across on with some smoke.
Zone damage नहीं हो रहा because इसके पास वो bag है zone वाली. बट अब होना शुरू ये वाले को हो रहा है. वेट इसकी बैक काम नहीं कर रही भाई. तो बहुत डैमेज ले लिया. ये तो भारी मर गया. वेट
he actually got Keter down as well.
Nice.
Delaying Ascend so much that they're just going to be swept in by Nemesis. All the points.
He didn't wanted to give kill points or what? ये क्या हुआ? ये zone के बाहर क्यों मर गया?
Get the confirmation onto Keter here. And now Nemesis can just encroach.
Nemesis का भी एक डाउन हो गया है.
Roadside. Maybe
नहीं, but Nemesis पे कवर है भाई अभी भी.
Corrects across to Nixie, so
ये
there is
दीवार है,
still
ये
some
सब
hope
कुछ है.
and
VP
light
अब
in the
पूरा
VP
खुलेगा
camp
होगी
right
भाई.
now.
पूरा
Even though only
खुलेगा.
one kill's gone their way, this is
Shack
the
है
thing. You
VP
might
पे.
have a compound like this, but these teams at this level know how to negate those lines of sight. Even from
गया
such a
VP का एक
strong
और डाउन.
fortress compound like this for the moment, Melman knocks Nixie. And the pressure is going to continue on them. That little shack area is in the next circle here, so they're going to have a bit of a reprieve for the moment. It's up to Hive now, as well as maybe the last member from Ascend, to try and do something against what is some fortified positions.
Yeah, Hive trying to survive with smokes. Nades coming in. That's a great nade. It's going to do some damage. Finds Schengen.
Stun डाल दिए और ये BRDM लेके चढ़ गया.
Wow.
वो सीट स्विच करके बैठ गया. अरे ये है. Oh, that was a little upsetting. ये शायद नहीं करना चाह रहा था बंदा, लेकिन हो गया उससे.
How did Dante go down to the PRTM? I think it exploded and rolled into him.
Yeah.
Oh no. Maybe you can get him up here.
और कितने मैच बाकी? 5 होंगे आज. अभी ये पहला मैच आज का.
They do know that somebody still wants to.
और 4 बाकी हैं.
So they're keeping an eye on that at the moment. Whilst trying their very best.
Shit is gas.
Because they know Hive eventually is going to get desperate after they do get theirs on up.
Next game पे देखते क्या करने का है.
Sees it. Yeah, he's got info. 3 gear as well. Stun grenade.
उसे लगा सीट स्विच करके वो एकदम पॉप आउट हो जाएगा, बट आई थिंक दैट डिडंट उन लोगों ने एक्सपेक्ट करा था. एकदम वो BGMI जैसा पॉप आउट नहीं था, एकदम फट से निकलते हैं.
PGG would be huge. Damage done onto Hive. Really good connections here from Kiliakai. The Austrian fragger himself has to
got time.
Yeah.
Oi.
No, that's
Level
greedy.
3.
You can't be doing that. You can't be doing that. Maybe maybe go for the cover here.
Yeah, मरा ये तो. ये इसका तो game है भाई.
I think that's the other side you gotta continue and focusing on here because Hive out, PGG backstab here would be a point.
भाई Nemesis VP दोनों के 4-4 बंदे हैं.
That'll be 3 kills.
बाकी सबके तो 1-1 2-2 हैं.
Great game for them so far, but Kilyakai, some more lethals coming up for Nemesis.
Yeah.
Trying to survive for as long as he can.
I think Kiliakai's done enough in this game for a salvage, right? Like, he stayed alive to top 4. There's not much way you're going to be able to get
decent point निकाल लिया वो ये वाला भी decent point तो लिया.
Virtus.pro, Nemesis.
According to you, how much point should be in day-2? I think हमारे को आराम से 60 के आसपास होना आज के दिन में. ओह क्या दिया भाई चाटा.
Oh my days! PGG outlast Virtus.pro. That is brilliant from them.
GG Nemesis एक और. ओ भाई I think Nemesis तो one-sided दे रही है भाई.
Smokes way more utility to use, but look again, James.
कल भी PGG versus Nemesis ही था ना.
Top 2 situation.
फिर से आज वो ही हो गया.
Looking dire for PGG at this point. Diffix gets another one. Already 3 on the board. Can he get him as well?
भाई what are they up to भाई?
On top of the 18 kills he already has.
क्या कर रहे हैं रे भाई ये?
Another victory here for Nemesis. They are looking poised.
क्या कर रहे हैं रे भाई ये?
They played it great from the southeast side. Every single move they made, be it individual or 2-2 splits, meant that they were just taking further land into these circles. Really good stuff from Nemesis, who was already not.
Is it bad कि tabletoppers are alive
and
in
now
class?
they've got themselves another chicken dinner. This is getting scary for the rest of the teams.
I mean, I certainly want to see the same team.
One good match top 6 हाँ वो आ जाएंगे but then फिर उसके बाद का ऊपर चढ़ना बहुत अभी tough हो रहा है.
Some really good play
Nemesis भी तो मान नहीं रही है ना.
On what was quite a difficult ending. I think I particularly
Nemesis
like
भी
the
नहीं मान
Melman
रही.
held back for a long time.
77 plus 2 kill
towards the eastern edge.
या 3 kill ये बहुत गंदा हो गया भाई. ये
I do
need
think it's hard to play that kind of position on the backside anchor because if you go down, you
almost 80 points हो गए उसके Nemesis.
It does open a path for teams to rock up and backfill you. So I think Melman played that fairly perfectly.
80 points हो गए
that
उसके.
instant lineup as soon as they know VPs goes down. Like this team is so quick to react.
Now what, chat? Now what? Now what?
This is one of the harder situations to play on Miramar because it takes away a lot of what Miramar is, right? Avenger, you're playing against this warehouse location that nobody really kind of wants to go into line of sight.
Nihal versus Dennis हो रहा है.
Playing these small compounds here and there.
Dennis has won 1 match, I think. Nihal has won 0, right?
It's tough. It's tough this game.
Yeah, it's a big one. Obviously, Nemesis having this concrete on the southern side. Once we had that eastern shift, Sosa was there for so long solo. I don't think
almost
anybody
90, bruh.
expected this circle to go that far south. But once that southern shift hit,
90
they were
कैसे
just
हुआ?
all there.
18 point इसमें आए.
8 kills, 18 points to come their way.
हाँ almost.
They're already 65 points.
अबे हाँ 90 points almost.
Crazy.
क्या मैच है मेरी ये?
They are going to be flying high if they're able to take one of these PC
difficult हो रहा है यार.
A fantastic result for
Nemesis
them
को
so far.
Nemesis needed to be
really
stopped. मतलब उसको.
Of kind of slowing down. I mean,
You once try Fever meme game once मजा आएगा.
18 points on top of that. That pushes their average even further across just 6 games alone. I will say, actually, Blank, if we'd seen a team get 83 points
VB
in 6
65,
games,
83 points.
play 6 games a day, we would be going mental right now. But that's the reality. That's where we're at.
We'd be going pretty bonkers. I mean,
कोई बात नहीं है.
like
कोई बात नहीं है. अभी भी हो सकता है, possible है.
There is a big asterisk
possible है.
with Team Nemesis being filled with some star-studded players anyway.
और बताएं.
Just want to quickly talk about
What now, chat? कल तो अच्छा टाइम पास हो रहा था. आज टाइम पास कैसे करेंगे? कल तो बढ़िया टाइम पास हो रहा था अपना.
It did happen in the late of the day yesterday, but I think this is a good game because you do see a lot of times players with the BRDM, they get a little bit boisterous.
Hey, I came across your content, really like the clip.
A little bit too boisterous of it, but they waited to unveil that thing until very late. They were playing far out on the eastern side, waiting, and then as soon as they got to a point,
you are invited to create a phase of BGMI tournament Dominator Series Season 1.
As healthy as possible, and they were able to later on slip themselves into a position that was playable. I actually quite like the way that PGG played that out. I don't
मुझे
think
कोई BGMI की tournament में invite कर रहा है.
I think they got a good result off what was
crazy.
a game.
No, I completely agree. Really well played by them. Also, obviously outlasting Virtus.pro, who had that kind of warehouse compound, is extremely impressive considering what they had to work with. But as we take a look back at the highlights
मुझे
from
पता
this
है,
game,
मुझे
Avenger,
एक mail आया था from some IIT University or something. वहाँ पे मुझे motivational speaker के तौर पे बुलाना चाह रहे थे वो लोग.
Awesome to see 23 kills. After just 6 games, man, it's almost averaging 4 kills per game.
VPN Twisted Minds अच्छा खेले तो इतना इश्यू नहीं है क्योंकि वो ऑलरेडी क्वालिफाइड है EWC के लिए, उनका स्लॉट पास हो जाएगा, बट नेमेसिस थोड़ा दिक्कत देगी. हाँ क्या जाना था यार. मोटिवेशनल स्पीकर मैं मुझे बुलाया था. It's been a while, मतलब कुछ टाइम हो गया, अभी की बात ये है.
First of all, the BRDM not being destroyed earlier. There's so many teams that had an eye on it and standing in that open haven.
जाना चाहिए था.
You can take that away from them.
Smash rule का application applicable होगा. I don't think Smash rule है. Guys,
in a case where
ये
we're talking
tournament
about
के format में Smash rule नहीं
can
है.
get you really deep into the late game, but here this was criminally deep into the late game, considering how many teams was actually close to them, right? I could have seen
Demo कर देता सबको अच्छा नहीं यार.
a Virtus Pro and someone else.
मैं बोलता guys, I've been into gaming since I was 12. मेरे भाई ने एक PC बनाया था और वो PC में मैं काउंटर स्ट्राइक खेलता था और मैं वो PC पे काउंटर स्ट्राइक खेला, ढेर सारा खेला. जब भी स्कूल से वापस आता था मैं सीधा PC चालू करता था, यूनिफॉर्म भी चेंज नहीं करता था. आज आके बोलता व्हाट अप गैंग.
A circle like
after
that.
Watchparty
Very
RP please.
impressive stuff by them. Also, just as a side note, by the way, the team focus that we just watched
I'll be like,
was
yo gang, what up?
that game, and it just so happened to be Nemesis, and Nemesis took that to heart apparently, and decided, yeah, we'll win the game as well. That would be really cool for you guys, wouldn't it? But I do get word that our team.
भाई ये भाई की दाढ़ी कितनी वो है ना, straight है. कितनी straight है, ऐसा straight है. This shit is gas. Have to challenge Skid Vega today? No, not today. Tomorrow ही करेंगे और कल ही फिनाले होगा. वो 4x में घिस दिया भाई बंदे ने. Crazy. आपकी कॉलेज लाइफ कैसी थी? मैं बहुत कम जाता हूँ.
ПКК ластовые остались. Пытаемся фармить их. У них и так поинтов дохуя, килю аптеку.
Still wondering वो बंदा BRDM से उतरा क्यों? He thought he's making a play.
Без КП, зубчик. Не спешите, просто доиграйте.
Я прижимаю лево, нормально. Нету.
Condition 0 खेलता था हाँ.
Без ноков, пацаны, доиграем.
1.6 से ज्यादा कंडीशन 0 खेली थी, फिर 1.6 खेली बाद में.
Надо доигрывать, убивать. Пойдем.
मेरे दोस्त लोग सब कंडीशन 0 खेलते थे.
Well, we may not understand it, but we can certainly hear how important it is to this team. They understand what they're playing with right now. They are playing with house money, and if they can keep hold of it and be able to take it away from the rest of the teams in the lobby, they're going to be getting some big PGC points, which kind of puts them in the running to be able to go to what is our next PGSs, of course. Not necessarily those points, but you know what I mean? Because it's the qualification by PC, as well as maybe even EWC as well. So right now they're playing lights out.
Yo Skyum, what's up? क्या नहीं?
I mean, I understand some of the crucial words there, with especially with the divide. I don't think they expect.
ये पूछे इस टूर्नामेंट के बाद हम कैसे क्वालिफाई होंगे फॉर EWC टॉप 2 आना है हमें. टोटल ये वाली टूर्नामेंट फाइनल्स और इसके बाद एक और होने वाली है फाइनल्स 2. उन सब के पॉइंट्स मिला के हम जो टॉप 2 टीम्स होगी वो क्वालिफाई होगी EWC के लिए.
Demonic spray. So no surprises there, but yeah, not much cover there and the hard cover.
घर पे लैन भी खेले हैं, खेल ही नहीं सकते थे तब ऐसे सर्वर भी नहीं थे मुंबई बैंगलोर.
Soft cover. There's going to be 4 players just spraying through that.
भाई हम तो लैन बहुत खेले कैफेज में. कैफे में बहुत लैन खेला हूँ भाई मैं. बहुत ज़्यादा लैन खेला हूँ मैं.
Yep, maybe they can jump up eventually if they're able to continue that here throughout the day and get into that kind of top 4 pack that does exist currently.
30 match में top 2. हाँ, total points.
I mean, when you look at the Nemesis as a whole,
total points,
it feels
gang.
like respect has been put on the name, and a lot of respect when you think about exactly what you said about what you were talking about with.
क्या सीन है निहाल
he was saying
की गेम का
I'm
जो
not surprised by what Nemesis is able to do with the names that are on that team. So definitely, it's very well earned right now, even after just 6 games.
Yeah, it's very, very cool. I mean, let's talk about some of the other big names, though, inside the lobby, like S8UL and Twisted Minds. I mean, that engagement there, the fact that Batulin is able to get that massive nade, take down four of them, like, that was a wild moment for me as a solo player. But again, it does...
निहाल के पास 2 मिनट बचे हैं, डेनिस के पास 1.5 मिनट, और एंड गेम हो रहा है बहुत हैवी.
It's over 6 games, right?
Draw नहीं चाहिए, win जरूरी है.
It's a hard circle to play, but we can't keep saying that every single time. It's a hard circle. They're chasing the circle. I do want to see something a little bit more from S8UL coming into
CS2 का अपडेट देगा. Now it feels like CS को moment recall build registry सब रिवर्क हुआ है. भाई CS2 में तो वो हो गया था ना, गन का जो गोलियां गिर जाती थी अगर रिलोड मारते हो तो.
They love looking at Diffex, I think.
मैं PS2 में स्मैकडाउन खेलता था. आखिरी के सेकंड में कुछ भी हो जाता है चैट. हाँ ना भाई, कुछ भी हो जाता है आखिरी के सेकंड में भाई. दे दबा के इधर उधर कोई भी जीत जाता है.
Ridiculous for Diffex. It's not even kill death because he's just surviving through some of those late games. Anyway, regardless, Blank will get you.
Let's go, match 2. Let's go.
It's Erangel here for game at number 7, and right now the lobby needs to shut them down. Nemesis has to go down early somehow, some way in these games. Avenger.
Chalo.
Yeah, someone has to stop.
Go for the best, Erangel.
I think it's gonna have to be a collective effort here, James.
Where are we landing?
Northwest plane, starting over Sagi, going down towards Novo here. A very fair.
We are going.
Get into your usual loot spot as you want.
We didn't drop yet. We didn't drop yet.
So that's great, but yeah. What a showing for them.
We didn't drop yet. Yeah, are we going military base?
It's looking a little bit crazy. It would be cool though that PGG kind of put
themselves. We are getting cards
of this 5-horse race.
No, we are going Milta.
A 4-horse race chasing Nemesis, which is eventually is going to be, I guess, Milta. With Diffex breaking records as it is.
और Milta के पीछे की तरफ जा रहे हैं हम लोग.
Wouldn't mind asking, is this circle going to go north, James? Can we somehow, anti or counter curse this, cast a curse this, that it doesn't go serverny? Because these northern circles, man, with this plane path,
just asking simple का डाउनफॉल क्यों आया CS को एंड CS2 शिफ्ट हुआ तब मेरे को नहीं आया. मैंने तब तक फॉलो करना छोड़ दिया था. मैंने जब CS तो खेलता था जब वो सिंपल पीक पे था भाई. 1 minute. Dennis has 1 minute. Nihal has 2 minutes.
So there's a lot of options for this.
Intense हो रहा है.
Of course, good old Twisted Minds, being the usual school apartments team, will be eyeing this up and salivating at the idea.
भाई हम लोग कितना स्प्लिट होकर क्यों लूट रहे भाई? ये STS ने मिल्टा ले लिया है.
Compared to our previous Herringels is the Mythov actually finally gets to go up towards Yasnaya.
जोन आ गया क्या अपने पे? देखा नहीं मैंने. देखता हूँ मैं वो चेस देख रहा हूँ.
Didn't really favor it too much for them.
1 minute.
So
Dennis
for the Mythov, this is an opportunity to have a bit of a bounce back after only having 8 points on the board.
Yeah. That's the big one here. Now look, Rooks is in a bit of a pickle here. Takes a dragon off himself. Dante looking at it to try to get one. No helmet himself. So a little bit scary too, but the car's out there.
Drop decided.
Yeah, the car's out there, and that's the one Looker is trying to get to kind of get into deeper here. Maybe he's going to get a pick up here by Correction this time. I think it is the case. So now that's smart. Get him in, get him out.
Yeah.
And then extract, get some points into.
I also agree.
तब GG लिख रहा है भाई चैट में.
No, shoot it down.
तब GG लिख रहा है भाई.
Goops on the way here for good old
NT लिख रहे हैं.
Who are going all the way over to kind of the Lipovka, big split across mansion, across prison. So they've got a lot of potential options loot-wise available to them, and it also gives them good purchase on as well, right? This, I think it was mentioned prior by either you or Blank, but they've just done a bit of a stellar job being in 6th place at the moment.
I just heard that Nihal is still qualified for EWC.
It's kind of early days though still.
Is that true, Chad?
With 1 and a bit days down here, there's definitely still room for some of the teams below them
who
have more experience on the regionals, more experience even on lands as well for some of them towards the 7th through, I would say, 15th spots.
Yeah. I can even
क्या ले सुजल भाई
swing 30. It's so close.
लास्ट में एक
11
ब्लंडर हुआ
points
वरना
from 15th to 6th.
ड्रॉ था
Kind of crazy, right? That is
फर्स्ट ऑफ भाई
really
फिर
weird.
फाइनल
I mean,
में
I love the separation that's happening over
Magnus
from PGG.
भाई
I mean,
how
their
is that guy
consistency,
so
14 points
consistent
down, but
भाई
there's
like
another 13 points up to no
Magnus
slack.
कुछ भी करता है भाई
We'll
कभी
see
कभी
how deep they are
He's
able
like
to push
the
themselves into this one.
crazy
I'll say
guy.
this though,
मतलब
James, for
मैंने
my
तो
book here,
मैंने ये वाली
this is
मैच
a
मैंने
top
मैग्नस
three,
वर्सेस
top
निहाल वाला
four
वहाँ पे
trial for
रियाद में
S8UL. They've like prison
देखा था
trial
like
something. This is kind of the game
आमने
where
सामने मतलब दोनों
not
बैठे
sure
थे
we can say
खेल
no
रहे थे
excuses, but let's see how
भाई
second and third
that guy
circle
was
goes. They have kind of good
super
spots
chill
that
भाई
they can take
उधर
early on here. Prison side of things, some of the high ground,
इतना
some of the ground
confident
compounds
भाई
is actually fully available from them. So that's really
इतना
what I wanna
confident
see
भाई वो बंदा
once they get out.
मतलब वो
Not a home
समझ
turf
रहे हो
circle, but let's see where second and third
like
circle goes.
उससे
We're definitely keen
उससे
to
डर
see
लग जाए
kind of
मतलब
succeed.
इतना
It
आगे
isn't even just
विद द लास्ट
the
हाँ
fact that,
क्वालीफाई तो हो
S8UL,
जाएंगे
big organization from India, they've been able to pick up these
Wait.
great players, blah blah blah. Yes, it's great that S8UL is here. However, them playing the way they did before as BB team as question mark, there was many a time, and you know it as well, I would say it's only a matter of time before this roster wins an international. And they did it, right? So excellent roster. And it's actually funny when they won that international because people look back at it and think to themselves, they probably should have won the international prior to that and didn't. So,
yeah,
because how good they were playing at that one as well. So, individually, they're fantastic players. It's just not gone their way so far.
Yeah, for
हाँ मेरे को लगा कास्टल भाई टिल्ट हो गए थोड़ा सा कि भाई क्या तुम लोग लगे पड़े हो
it's just insane, right?
तारीफ कर रहे हैं
showing is some of the greatest showing we've seen from former BB team now S8UL.
No one has been so good in
I hope
any
that
sport as Magnus is
that
in
kind of
chess.
continues to come in through. They got a
And then our boy did give on
last year.
tough
Not
competition
as high
at
as they're
DWC.
hoping for, but still
tension
a great showing in the finals. Still within, pretty close to actually being able to get into the top 8. The lobby is so close once you get to these PGCs here. So
yeah,
it has to come your way just a little bit. And now with this circle on a angle here, Molotov getting lots of info. Looking at Heaven here.
105 points is के total CCT
from the Asia region like to say Sky Garden.
No, it's worse because sometimes I think we said like Sky Guard and hate that. That's awful. It's Heaven Forever.
Or back.
क्या ले रहा भाई क्या ले Fahad what's up gang?
The Americans.
You guys are watching chess?
I'm okay with that.
Now you guys are here for the PUBG PC. Welcome to the stream, Shero. Like कर दो, subscribe कर दो if you are new to the channel.
Yesterday, I was going to say here, great game for them.
इन्हें management से message आया होगा कि ऐसे वीडियो को दिखाओ ना watching.
They had a little bit of a struggle bus yesterday.
But no, so इनकी official stream की chat भी देखोगे ना तो उसमें boys बहुत सारे होते हैं भाई तो obviously caster और जो भी होगा they cannot ignore the chat right at one point of time.
Now Nemesis, Melman getting lots of space in this.
Alright, we are in the zone.
I don't want to be running into a
Nemesis is really close.
Or S8UL right now, but they've got space. They've got prison right now. They've got some of the Harry Potters and some of the control that they have on the high ground here. So how these shift could be great for them, but now we'll see what we get in terms of circles, James, and how greedy the teams
I am
are
not
right
aware
now.
of
Really greedy
the
from
how
this
the
side.
chess
Both mentioned that Hall of Fame.
मैं आपको इस पे कुछ
For me,
opinion देनी
looking at
पाऊंगा
Hive coming in from the west,
But हाँ,
this
मैं
is
कुछ पता
this is
करके
the
अगर
most.
होगा तो मैं
If you
बताऊंगा
cast your mind back to 2025, this is so.
Gang कल रेस में कार
coming
जीतनी
in
है
late and somehow threading the needle to get a central position on the next circle shift.
Soul guys
This
are
is
everywhere, no
the
cap. हाँ भाई,
typical
X
scenario
पे
where
भी है
Hive
भाई,
would
X
do
पे तो
that
क्या मामला होता
and
है भाई.
somehow get away with it in
X पे तो crazy मामला होता है
Masters
भाई.
from 2025. But we'll see. I think it's been a whole lot harder here so far, with everybody really focusing on 2026 format. And for Virtus Pro, just kind of going on an excursion here, driving on through, seeing what they can find themselves on the very south side
और
of
क्या
this
plans है आज के chat?
I think in TBP Masters, the
is fault.
fishing nets were not as fine as we have them now. I think there's just so much more congestion towards that central side that
It's a good way to put it.
threading the needle is more difficult. And for me, especially in a lobby where there's so much in the line. Arguably, we were talking about you and I and Blind,
vending
obviously, with the
machine
guys,
off.
like, this is probably the tournament in PUBG's history.
Medical.
For obviously multiple regions, but there is the most on the line of this. We're talking
X का नाम
two
मत
big
दिलो उससे
regionals.
दूर हो तो
Huge, yeah.
This
उससे तो दूर
one
ही
has
ठीक है हम.
2 PGSs, esports World
असली मामला तो
Cup.
हाँ
And if you win this,
असली
I would
बंदे तो
argue
उधर ही टूटते हैं भी
that
यार.
there's a big chance you're going to PGC too.
Need
Also for the
120
teams
एक
and the
अच्छा
players
game and then
individually,
they'll get the
after
momentum
PC is
going.
over,
Wait,
there's the PNC
What are they
selection.
doing?
So there is just so much coming through that matters so much, especially for obviously the 24 teams that's playing PNC. But so much in line for this.
MLB भी जीते
One
हैं
of the
आज
most
6,
exciting
let's
tournaments
go.
to watch so
Nice.
far of the year for my book here.
FF का क्या सीन था आज
The
FF में?
effects are tough here
What was
from the
FF का
regionals
scene?
for this one. I mean, it might even quell your motivation. If you don't do well here, it might quell your motivation to do well at the next ones. I mean, you know, you're thinking, oh god, it's such a uphill struggle.
Vending machine
to be
भूल
able
गया
to try
commissioner
and
साहब.
overcome the points that all these other teams have been able to already acquire. So it might be difficult, but we will
FF
see.
में अपना नहीं है.
S8UL just kind of still perched up around kind of lumberyard.
We are
area,
loaded.
a little
We
bit
have
west of
like
it
good
as well.
amount of
They're just
drinks,
waiting
health,
to
need.
come along and see what options are
Oh,
going to
भाई,
be.
मैं डर गया भाई,
goes down to
मेरा
Rock.
अपना लड़का गया.
Hive did not thread the needle. They just crashed head first straight into this
भाई
compound.
Everlong के साथ भी तो बुरा ही हो रहा है
So that
टूर्नामेंट
is a
में.
brilliant start here for Hive.
That's big, and it's Mogo again. It's this story is just continuing from Mogo. Really love what we've seen from him this year so far. I hope Hive can continue just a little bit here now on the chase, trying to get onto
Yeah, how are you? I'm
PG
good.
spot. That 5th place is really the big talking point for the other 12 teams in the chase. Sure, Timo maybe not right now, but
भाई,
still all the other teams are.
कल हम लोगों ने भाई 256 पुशअप मार लिए थे भाई.
Two pretty decent games here. Southern Shift here.
सुबह
Let's
नींद
talk
नहीं आ
about
रही थी मेरे को.
S8UL, Styrish guy for the copy pasta compounds. PGT looking good as
सुबह
well.
नींद नहीं आ रही थी मुझे.
Virtus Pro on that southern side might get some of the garage buildings north of Milta. Could also look good for this one.
Yeah, they were the furthest south
For
team.
real.
And Virtus Pro just gets handed
I think
yet again an
जिंदगी में मैंने
opportunity,
पहली बार
a golden
इतने सारे
opportunity.
push-up
That
एक
said,
दिन
at the
में
same
मारे
time,
होंगे
though,
obviously.
those teams that were pre-driving on that east side,
Yep.
Nemesis,
हाँ.
namely,
वरना क्यों ही
is
मारता
being
मैं.
able to get in here very rapidly, which is fantastic for our #1 leaders right now. As you see, Vitality also moving into what looks like tempo dip.
Come back, Arajal.
Stop here, or are they going
Let's
to go
hope for the
further?
best. Last game was decent.
Yeah,
अभी
that's
देखते हैं.
my question as well. Further, yeah.
भी देखते
I mean, with a southern shift like this, you would also assume
yeah.
that that's more southern side of it is going to be more open, right? So if you can drive through and maybe get some space open, that would be cool to see. Let's see how deep Vitality goes. Maybe just goes for a shelter play here now.
What
He's
is this?
already here with 2-2 split.
What do you mean,
on the
what is
eastern
this?
side. Levante and Quizzy goes for the more south side of, but now TMO this drives in, drives close to each other. R2 then gets Ares. Pains gets Mika. It's just a complete mutual
ओए लपेटा.
destruction for these
ओ
teams.
भाई वो गाड़ी पे
Just
बैठे
coming
बैठे ही
to
मार
justice
गया.
with the drive-by on the barrel.
Drive-by
Gets
कर
really
गया.
low though. More shots from Habibi. Can he get a connection? No, he didn't get it.
The Mythov can't catch a break, right?
And
Every
खड्डे में
single
छुपे हुए.
time, unfortunately for them, we're probably going down here in 16th place, and there they go. And it's not even Vis that puts
भाई
in the
बेचारे
killing
TMO
blow,
तो
it's
9
balls.
points पे
Don't
भाई.
wait, hello,
और वो
Carp in the distance.
out हो गई.
So Habib is going to look on through.
They are actually having
and see
like
what's
a tough
going
time
on there.
में वो लोग
As
भी
balls will
TMO
be
भी.
continuing their drive on. That was just a casualty as they were driving past. So yeah, the Mythov, brutal stuff.
माइक थोड़ा पास में लो. Okay
Yeah,
जी.
unfortunately,
Done
these
है.
guys. And the fun thing is that few Germans on that
आवाज
lineup is
ये
also
वाली कम कर दो.
individually competing against each other for a PNC slot. So performance in here is important. That's Hive out in 15th place.
4 point
Mogo,
Twisted
Dante,
Minds
and
already
Rocks down
took.
here. Perfectix and Badulins finding multiple kills.
एक squad wipe कर दी इन लोगों ने.
Badulins gonna have to be saved. That looking pretty easy for them, but still
Pretty
it's gonna delay them
tough,
just a little bit here in the new compound. And
gang.
they're it's not they're inside the circle, but they're gonna have some.
ऊपर की
space to
team
move ahead of them here.
going.
A little bit
Hello, Adil
surprised
Aslam.
for S8UL not moving and being more greedy with the compound now. VP has actually threaded the needle and found tons of open
मत
space
करो,
inside
मत
these
करो.
garage buildings just outside of Milton, where we have so many endings, James. We've seen in PGS, in Master Series, in Korea as well. We have so many endings close to this area here throughout the last couple of months and years.
Well,
और
I
BB.
mean, for Starry Skies, right? When do they eventually move from copy paste? Because they've currently got 2-2 at the moment across the whole location, and that normally becomes a bit of a focal point, like we've been mentioning in the previous game.
आज concert
I think
होगा.
you're totally right though for Hive about the
Oi!
fishing net being finer, right? It was less.
You like
less
that
so
one?
fishing net, yeah, and more so
Oi!
like just a
Laundry
sheet
revive कर
of
दिए.
steel that they kind of crashed into. Unfortunately, it was Twisted Minds at the very end of it. So yeah, there's just not much room for what we saw from them success 2025 wise in the Masters. But anyway, we'll see if they can kind of quell those concerns later on.
Can I
As
play
everyone
Soul
is
City from? I'm from
only
Bangladesh.
two
Huh? You
alive
can
and
play.
coming in from this west side too. I don't know. I think
आदिल भाई के बस
steel might hit
इतना
them hard as
पैसा
well.
है कि उनके नाम में
steel
भी
wall of denial is
मनी
coming
है.
through for sure. Next circle popped, and it's going a little bit west.
ओ यार अहमद भाई ऐसा होता तो मैं गोल लगाता इधर.
T-Bone now might be able to get some kills onto
नहीं
both.
है
He's
भाई
got
ऐसा.
all the info.
आप
Backup is
contribute कर
coming in.
सकते हैं
Maybe
लेकिन
it's Chris
अहमद
can bait some shots and then
गोल को थोड़ा
T-Bone
सा
can strike a little bit. Look at that. They're actually
शुरुआत
going into a car. They're going
कर
to be
सकते
leading.
हैं.
They're not in for it.
किक ऑफ कर सकते हैं हम लोग. किक ऑफ कर सकते हैं गोल का.
Oh my god, hello Senpai turns him a headshot from the hog as well. It's Chris now with a nade. Now the other guys have to come help as well. Kilikai coming in.
बोनी कर सकते हैं हम लोग आज. बोनी करा दो.
Slow from T-Bone. He's done his job on the Kai and the car. You can't just then peek it over on the left-hand side because you've already given away your location here. So you need more reinforcements. It's Chris maybe throwing some nades on down here to try and
T-Bone भाई down है.
at the moment. Gets us also down. That's a little bit of an air burst there.
मेरे नाम में तो मनी ही नहीं है ना गोल
Calm down,
लगाने
Chris. These little 360s is jumping away, but you've lost players here of Ascend, even though they kind of got the jump on them.
Yeah, and there's teams lurking in the distance here too. Marshall will fall through.
Where are we?
Barrel in hand.
Why are we missing so much actions? मारो ना, मारो इन लोग को. थर्ड पार्टी करो. Let's do it, gang. Let's do it, gang.
Between them and the other teams, they're trying to take space, trying to take angles. Now Nemesis, sharks in the water here, smelling blood, James.
Let's do, gang.
Yes, they are, and
Wait,
nobody
Nemesis
needs
आ रही है.
that right now. But
Nemesis
I think
आ रही है,
that they have an
Nemesis.
opportunity here to be able to put in
Nemesis
the boot
आ रही है
a little
हमारे
more
पास.
against some of these teams, because the thing is that for Ascend and Boars, where do they go? They go
भाई
down
अगर हम लोग
into
Nemesis
prison, and
fail
that's
लें,
awful.
बढ़िया
They're
है.
going to have to bail here at the moment, which I'm not a fan of.
लेकिन आप चाहे तो मुझे personally UPI कर
They're not a
सकते
fan
हैं.
of it either, but there's not many options available to them, so they've got to try this.
They volunteer in incarceration here and don't want to do that. If I'm Balls, though, with this knocking on the door, Nemesis in the distance as well, S8UL also kind of investing some time into trying to get the points here. It's worth kind of getting out and striking, but right now you also have to look towards the center, have to look towards space ahead of you to see if you have some teams that's open, that's readily available to have a fight, or even
PUBG PC try करो आपको
from Styrish guys some of the space around them. I feel like
देख सकते हैं, try कर सकते
being
हैं.
kind of the furthest in this kind of the triangle of where the
भाई इधर उधर क्यों देख रहे हैं?
Harry Potter towers are
मैं तो इधर देख रहा हूँ.
west of prison.
इधर गेम दिख रही है
He's
मुझे.
locking down the information to see, okay, we actually have quite
भाई
the
हमारे पास
space. He
space
looked at,
बहुत
he's
है.
looking towards the center. He knows that he has space ahead of him. If this next circle goes west, they actually can either backfill Styrish guy or they can say we go into the Harry Potter.
Nemesis वाले फिर वो बीटी देंगे. पता है इनको लड़ना पड़ेगा.
They're just making plays to get the points on the board here for the rest.
Surely they've got to kind of consolidate at some point of Starry Skies. When the circle shifts now, and then if copy and paste is...
Yo, how are you doing? I'm good, Navenya.
I did see that
हम qualified हैं, I guess, by CCT points ranking. He earned 100
just in case
just now by placing 4th.
Because Aaron was in a spot where he might have been the kind of...
Oh, thank God!
Big Eastern shift. Well, we know exactly where the 2-2 Starry Skies is going. Meanwhile, on the Lumberyard side,
Nemesis wipe करो, game अपना है.
important for S8UL to be able to convert from. The only problem is Nemesis is lurking.
Nemesis wipe करो, game अपना है, chat.
S8UL might not have bled just yet in this game, but if Nemesis comes across them, that is the biggest player in the lobby right now, potentially going to be able to shut down S8UL.
The Toolings being the point man for this with the BDM here. Tons of information coming through, obviously. Doesn't want to commit too much time towards the Stalpa side, but they also need to thread the needle, and south side of Shelter and above Starry Sky is kind of this highway where you drive, you know, just above the prison side of things, and that's usually where a lot of teams kind of
Nemesis वाला fight अगर if we beat. Nice Aduzi, let's go.
Aduzi getting 2 shots and a confirmation on to No Slack here, scaffed down and confirmed too. The Lynx singing its song.
एक और down है. Okay.
Yeah, we tuned in at just the right time
उसका kill भी मिल गया.
Because the thing is, he's got 1 shot left, and those were 3 shots, which means 6 shots probably didn't do that much because he's only got 270 damage. So that's kind of good that we saw these shots.
ये दूसरी जगह fight है भाई.
Everlong completely.
भाई ये जो कैमरा switch करते हैं ना same spot पे. भाई यहाँ तो लाशें बिछी हुई हैं अंदर.
Yeah, looking good here, taking a lot of space on this southern side.
लाशें
It's a
बिछी हैं.
2-1-1 split. Lukarux and Beamy holding on to the compounds they don't want to be backfilled from. State get the confirmation onto Hello Senpai. And Pains gets Luik here. Boss is falling apart here.
Hit kill चोरी हो गया
This
ना.
was a halfway point for them, but it turned out to be their cemetery instead.
Nemesis का एक down है.
I mean, getting caught in the middle of all of this. The fact that Vis did not concede the position either. They stuck
लेकिन
around
9 के वो
waited,
revive हो जाएगा.
whilst this team is on the struggle bus on the cliffside against Prism. Tough stuff completely.
Oh, this is going to be intense.
Still lurking, still completely okay with playing the edge. I mean, if they were going to send it further on in, they would try and crash again, as you say.
एक ही kill मिला है, एक kill नहीं मिला है.
But it's such a Hail Mary. Like, if you're Nemesis right now and playing the edge play at the moment, you know that you're super confident about your team's fight capabilities as well, with guys like Diffex leading the charge. An example leads the charge as well against Slack.
Out.
Unfortunately for No Slack,
भाई आज Slack का दिन नहीं है. मैं बोला था ना, क्या बोला था कल? Slack की कल पिट्टी होगी.
But again, going up against Twisted Minds, now effectively 2 games in a row, there's only so much you can do.
I told you, Chad, कल Slack गई भाई.
About to pop here in just 25 seconds here. Oh my God, Moldox finds Millman here. Someone's got to stop Millman and the guys from Nemesis. And looks like S8UL is up for it. They didn't kind of back down from this fight.
Let's go!
As well with a headshot on the barrel. And James, it's on.
That's huge. That's huge. So said and stayed.
Let's get them kills. Let's get them points.
To really be able to reinforce this either. They can maybe throw in a few shots, but that's 2 bleed outs, and he knows it as well. Underhand with the Molotov to try and shut them down from Molodox. And now stayed and so said. They're looking for an angle, looking for an opportunity, but they're taking casualties. This is the perfect thing for the rest of the lobby to start making moves.
अभी कोई नहीं है. अभी वाइप करने का सही टाइम है भाई. अभी हम थर्ड पार्टी नहीं होंगे. Come on, आराम से.
Oh, get damage. Now we can see a little bit. That Doozy also here, still inside the circle, getting all the information while the other guys are set out to strike and get some points and deny Nemesis a point of entry into this circle here. Monotax has a great angle on this rock here.
Yeah.
Has all the
Gatekeep अच्छा कर रहे हैं. Gatekeep अच्छा कर रहे हैं.
Information as well.
उन्हें आना है. उन्हें आना है.
Move, Avenger. This is an unbelievably important fight for S8UL. You've got to shut down Nemesis, because if you do, you've got this game by the horns right now with a circle shift like this. If you can clear out this eastern side, it is denying them a bit of time though, but there's no pressure really on S8UL right now. If they can shut down the east side, they're going to have such an easy defensive position from that spot.
They're going to have to do it quick, but because eventually someone's going to get up and get into the lumber side on that southern side that's kind of freely available. Someone's going to take the
right वाला बीटी दे. हाँ वो rotate मार के पूरा बहुत लंबा.
Which is kind of the twin to a Doozy's.
बोले.
Nemesis is trying to leave here. Baby finds 2.
बहुत गंदा उतारा भाई गाड़ी से लोगों ने.
Stops just Fairest. He continues for a drive-by too.
All right, we got one. Oh, we eliminated Nemesis. Let's go. Okay.
Habibi and Viss are doing quite a lot of damage.
Nice.
Rolling on down. Careful.
Nice boys. बस ये competition अपने को ये motivation चाहिए भाई. चलो. Now we have like zones.
North to east or east to north, as Nemesis of course was trying to bail from the situation to get S8UL, and S8UL knows exactly the potential threat that's going to be coming from this angle now as well, as they are actually moving into a position with Habibi.
Molo got one more.
The remaining member of Boars, but S8UL is looking to crush this northeast side and take full control of the game once again.
Bro, अभी भी 7 teams alive है, but अपने आसपास कोई भी नहीं है भाई. चलो, hope for the best. Hope for the best.
If they can sneak in and maybe get another placement point or something like that, eventually Vitality
भाई लेकिन बहुत बड़ा split है यार ये.
With the BDM and how everything is kind of looking, I really like the style that we're seeing with the approach from the BDM here. Get into the circle, get some pressure, try to force some of the other teams away here, and then once they see the last circle, they're going to make a send for a play where they know that they can win the game from.
Yeah, I think value in keeping. Okay, all right. That's a Panzerfaust. Let's see if Ahmedabad can do something. He was the Mr. Bazooka man from what we saw in the playoffs, especially on that last day.
चलो Twisted Minds यहाँ पे choke हो जाएगी.
Quite nice. The thing is that as you
यहाँ
say,
पे Twisted Mind के चारों बंदे तो नहीं survive करेंगे मेरे को लग रहा है.
The late game has unbelievable value, almost unparalleled value against some of the util that is available in the game.
Oh, we are going against VIT.
More damage into it just yet here. Vitality, they're bailing from that fight straight into the hands of S8UL as they lie down and try to
get the zone, guys. Get the zone. You guys can get the zone. Get the zone. Nice. Let's
down too. Hello, my bad finds Patul in the BDM though. It's a fight.
VIT वाला भी low है.
Monodox get the Getrox confirmation here, and now also Levante is getting confirmed.
There's a guy close. Okay, he knows.
They know where he is. He's getting a blue zone straight to the tree as well. This fight can end up quickly to just be completely destroyed.
Nice, good read.
Twisted Minds might be the winner of this. Besides like getting the
but भाई इन लोगों ने Twisted Mind के लिए better chance दे दिया.
I'm just wondering whether or not Versus
he went right
into the lobby as a whole and then starts taking more room from a fight like this, right? Because S8UL actually abandoned a bit of a location what is west of Lumberyard, which could potentially allow Virtus Pro to claim some of that and then be able to control this game from there as well. So I appreciate the fact that S8UL's out for the kills. as Lucarux, he found a crate and came back, and now he's seizing the middle position. So this is kind of playing out how I maybe envisaged it here, Avenger.
Yeah, great astute observation here with a boat in there for some cover. Sky now 0 kills, had the compounds, but did not put a lot of pressure on for the rest here. Going for Sin, and now they're gonna have a big fight with PGG. Cover going out here. Nitro goes
चलो
for
अच्छा है, हमारी तरफ कोई नहीं है, ये लोग को लड़ने दो, मरने दो, जिसको जो करना है करो, लड़ो तुम लोग, लड़ो, good.
He's got half HP.
Massive damage against Starry Skies. I'm not sure that this is going to be. They're going to be long.
हम लोग का रैप अच्छा है, हम लोग Twisted Minds को रैप कर सकते हैं पीछे से.
Could put in so much damage if he wanted.
We got one.
That he wants to actually keep it around for maybe the most desperate situations. Lucarux is going around for the flank here, looking for an opportunity.
He got one kill.
He's got plenty of free gear on board as well, sending some flashes forwards. Even Molotovs in as well here for Starry Skies. The skies are going to be lit up as they are out in 5th place. Virtus Pros currently on the warpath once again. 8 kills to their name. Need some cover though.
चलो अच्छा है.
We
are like a good position.
Here. It's going to go down in 30 seconds if he doesn't get helped up. Even a third
kill point चाहिए. हाँ, we can farm. पता है, ऊपर हमारे तरफ कोई नहीं है. We can farm. I don't know. Aduzi क्या कर रहा है? Zone के बाहर है, गाड़ी लेकर आ रहा है.
coming in now. They're going to have to commit to either
Twisted Mind का एक
getting
बंदा
him
down है.
up or getting this Harry Potter clear.
Nice, good farms. Killing spree. Let's go. 10 kills.
10 for S8UL. They have turned on. They're in
Chalo, boys. Chalo.
Look at that jump.
Let's convert this. Let's convert this.
Here, but Virtus Pro is looking to
VP भी nasty जा रही है भाई. VP.
Still from the positions. Actually,
VP भी 10 kills पे आ
it's almost
जाएंगी.
turning into a top 3 right now. As for Virtus Pro, PGG, man, you are done soon. You are going to be cooked. There is not much to be able to do from this. More nades go forwards against the position of Twisted Minds. Virtus Pro knows there's a team right next to them, but he's trying to do huge damage to reigning Goliath in EMEA. As Twisted Minds is just a little further than this as well. Virtus Pro has their eyes on so many potential conflicts and opportunities here.
Next circle goes southeast. It's the worst possible.
I feel like this would be the time for third party, पता है, क्योंकि बाद में शायद से chance पर हम लोग हो गए थे भाई.
4 guys strong. Lucarux with full free gear is absolutely
I think this is the time,
finds
पता
the
है,
confirmation.
अभी करना पड़ेगा कुछ
Slow
हमें.
jacket as Perfectix found the knock here.
Zone,
And now
या तो हम लोग
S8UL
zone ले
is
सकते
laying down the hammer.
Nobody is in the zone भाई.
They are the furthest team outside the zone here. Presenti goes down, and now Example is trying for the push here onto VP.
That's the problem. Anytime
we are also pressuring Twisted Minds. इधर VP भी pressure कर रही है.
Perfectix down. The previous PEC
S8UL versus
championship,
VP.
he was an absolute monster.
VP
Was
versus
Perfectix
S8UL.
arguably the MVP?
And we have like a high ground.
But that it might be gone here at the moment. Virtus Pro looking fantastic, shutting them down.
4v4
kills, jumps into number
4v4.
1
We have like a
against
good
an
ground,
insane
but
nemesis performance from our previous games. Virtus Pro, the PGS3 champions, is so here to play, but so is a doozy with a mortar here from the north side.
Yeah, and arguably this is going to be a fight for King of the Hill, basically, because they have space on the eastern side. VP has space on that western side, and it's a 4v4. S8UL, a big task ahead of them with this, James, though. With this win, potentially with 3 or 4 kills, depending on what happens. If they get
we
this
can get 4 points and 10 points. That means
place.
14 more points. We can straight up jump to top 5.
0 kills yesterday. This is the start that they needed.
Top 5, we can jump.
I felt like this game was almost predetermined with the way in which Virtus Pro was holding out the south side, with the way in which S8UL was holding down Lumberyard side. This is a potentially great 4v4 in the making, with these two teams looking fantastic throughout the whole game. 6 for Molodogs. Where are we shooting these? I understand the
cover
potential move for them, just in case they
does that make like a hole
on around. But yeah, we're not going to be connected.
Does that make like a hole in the wall?
For cover, like, or for they thought that they were there already? Because like that's the ridge where they could have played already. And if they cleared that, that could be the angle of approach maybe.
Posy point are already added? No, I don't think so.
Obviously they had the Harry Potter.
Posy point तो बाद में add
होते
हैं. अभी कैसे add होंगे Posy point?
Playing area right now for VP. It does
These
look
points
like
include
a
the
bit
current
of an
position points while
advantage
being
is on VP's side in terms of the circle. But we have one more circle to pop before we go dead center. So let's see where we go, James.
Added है अच्छा okay.
Ooh, okay. yeah, I still feel like Advantage versus Pro. I think the problem for S8UL is they kind of lost track of exactly where
Thank
their
you for the
opponents are to a
info. Thank you
degree,
so much.
Whereas Virtus Pro is just saying they're northeast, somewhere up on the high ground. And what could come back to bite S8UL right now is the fact that Curexy,
so that we can, if we win, we get 4 kill points, and then
as you can see, even Aduzi is still kind of trying to keep an eye on some of that direction here.
We get 8 points
but
from
if you
here.
want to put it in the hands of an individual, Curexy as your 1-3 in the one, he's a meanie.
Yeah, they've got the terrain advantage here. The question is, how much is the utility on the side of Virtus Pro? They're going to need smokes eventually still. Some of the space is ahead of them here, so if we eventually can check in. Look at that. 4 nades on Nixie. Not a lot of smokes available them side. 15 total. I'm not sure if that's going to be enough. Good shots connecting here. We're also going to have to check on S8UL's smokes. Not a lot either, so that's a total of 8. So this is going to be very, very heavily smoked towards the middle. Oh my god. Crashes just a little bit in the car here, but survives eventually. One more shot.
Okay. Okay, down.
Got him.
Oh,
down.
Days.
Good, Aduzi. Good.
Quite early in proceedings there for a second, but of course had the car just to go back. Now, they can get him up, I think, from this. But what is S8UL going to do? They know that there's a little bit of a window here where one is not there. He's in the smokes as well, moving very aggressively forward, spraying into those smokes as well, trying to shut down the position that is potentially afforded to them. And that has been actually S8UL moving closer to the center off that knock alone. So good moves here by them.
Yeah, taking space after the pressure coming out here. Now smokes is
what is this,
out, and a lot
bro?
has already been used here. Let's talk about it. 15 is not a lot. It's not a lot because usually we see 4, 5, 6 smokes kind of coming out and making a wall towards the center, and it lasts for 40, 50 seconds total until you can start seeing a lot of area around it. Now Molotov gets burned. Actually cannot ADS with the Molotov around him. And now he's going to have to try to survive just a little bit, try to get this off here. Beamy off the side. I don't think they saw it, expected him. Look at push up. Gets Molotov down here now. It's on the side of VP getting the majority of this space here.
Yeah, to have a knock on a flush that quickly. This is now Virtus Pro's wheelhouse. You might have a little bit of a control of the little dot for the circle like this. However, still some smokes available, still some util available. Lukaruk's on that right-hand side could become an extreme problem a bit closer to you. And some shots through the smokes here from Curexy, and that might force a little bit of a heal up.
Nice, Aduzi!
Well, but Aduzi, he has a P90 in hand. I didn't realize he got it from that crate, and that could be a complete game changer here, taking down Nixie. This thing is a laser beam.
Instant revive
coming in here. This could be the opening.
Do we have nades or something?
But they are spread out compared to how congested VP is. VP had more lethals, no more utility on the side of Ducey, and he tries to go for the push here. The window of opportunity was shut down already. Beamy is down, is getting multiple knocks. Lukarux as well gets Wilfers too.
It's looking rough, and that is Virtus Pro here. It's our rich get richer teams. As Virtus Pro already in the money when it came to the points. And they take a victory here after seizing complete control of the south side of this circle, Avenger. What a performance.
Hard luck.
Yeah, what a great step up. What a great point of entry they had in this circle here. With that shift,
still a good game.
Kind of coming in.
Still a good game.
When we saw them
throwables नहीं थे और
they were already ready. They got so much space from being ready to get in and get some of the compounds that are available for them.
Good start, like good games. We can keep this up.
Alongside, oh my god, a lot of damage done here. First couple of shots hits, some damage too, but the knock coming in too for Aduzi was great. But yeah, VP, what a game for them, man. 29 total points for them.
An unbelievably
total point अच्छे हैं अपने पास, so we jumped at least.
Back in a bit of the race. Let's get Blank back in to talk about this. Finally, Blank S8UL gets some points on the board, but the headlines are taken away once again by the PGS3 champions.
Yeah, they were in the papers, but they were on page 16, right? They were a little bit further down. It was VP who were on that front page. I think honestly, for S8UL, though, this is good. In terms of the eye test, it's good. And where they were playing, this is home turf. It's expected them
High
to
ground
get
था,
a
zone
good
for
game
the
off the back of this.
था
I
क्या?
think second place is absolutely fine. From
Apex में तो आज 2 बार second आए.
It's hard to win versus VP in that situation.
Apex का overall भी अभी हम लोग शायद second है. Apex का तो we are doing good. Apex में तो qualify है ही है, मतलब समझ लो. यहाँ पे थोड़ा सा miscalculation हो गया, क्या हो गया, या तो फिर zone pull आ गया उधर.
The gunfights here were unparalleled from Virtus Pro. I don't think they lost a single
Point guys,
in that situation.
we got 16 points.
I think that the small window of hope there was a doozy.
Wait, 19 kill points and 10 placement, 29 point game.
I mean, there's so many moments in those final fights, right, where like Virtus Pro is like feel shooting. What do I mean by that? It's like because there's so many smokes down, you're just like, well, you know, we wrapped around
29 pointer game
by tree. We're going to spray there and probably hit someone.
First है हाँ, but अभी हमारी games नहीं है उसमें ऐसा कुछ है.
But 29 points is a ginormous game for them as they're at 94 points in 7 games here, Avenger. Whew.
Yeah. That's just unreal, right? And it's starting to look a little bit like a 2-horse race, even though Twisted Minds was in the conversation, but they got stopped, man. They got denied, and mostly off the back of that knock. If they had that BRDM, that would have actually played out a little bit differently. I think they would have made a push onto
number 7 jump
potentially later on, but what a way for them. Again, the consistency still is there, guys. They have not still had that big game, and they're
हो जाएगा chat हो जाएगा, tension नहीं लो.
That's the big one for me. I'm excited to see this one here, but wow, look at that.
Jeez Louise.
A doozy number 1 damage.
A doozy though, almost 800 damage for him. Again, you know, Blank, when you look at a doozy, S8UL, it's a fragging IGL.
Do you know how I can use 2 different internet in one PC for gaming and streaming?
Taking the majority of the kills
I don't think that is
S8UL. A doozy does lead by example for this roster for sure.
Yeah, he's putting a lot of work. I think for S8UL as well, they play on that eastern side and they try not to get too involved in that engagement between PGG and Twisted Minds. I think that was the key moment.
या तो हम लोग third party पहले कर देते ना.
They're happy to get stuck in. They clear out the entire area and then they have so much space to play from. But it's totally understandable for S8UL where they just want to confirm like a top 3 game, right? Getting a second place for them is great.
Is our production team just like Profits? So they made Nemesis the team focus in game 1 and they won. And then they made Virtus Pro the team focus in game 2 and then they won. So what we'll do is, after this segment, Martin, we'll just ask production who the team focus is going to be, and we'll know the winner for game 3.
Yeah, I mean, these guys know it all. It's like they have 20 observers just following your team, but no, they actually have quite a few. They just know exactly who to follow.
Google karo.
Obviously, following the top teams doing well. They're going to continue to do well. Nixie 21 kills, Lukaruk 17, Beamy getting the 14.
Google क्या करूँ मैं?
And that's obviously huge for these guys. Beamy leading quite the charge here with the damage, so that's good. But can someone catch Diffix? I'm not.
But इस बार गेम अच्छा था. ये गेम से और मोमेंटम बिल्डअप होगा. पहली वाली गेम में भी हम लोगों ने अच्छी फाइट जीती थी. ये वाले में ऑलमोस्ट जीत गए थे.
Nemesis
I think
does actually bear a little bit of an opportunity
slow
to
and
talk about
steady
here, because over on the east side, going up against S8UL, it was very difficult for Nemesis to get any.
How many matches are there in
whatsoever.
and EU?
And a little bit. It's probably, I guess, their worst game so far out of the 7.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tough spot to be playing from where they were, but it's expected at some point you can't just keep having good games. As much as most teams would like for that to happen, I think at some point you're going to get put down. Even then, I think they got a couple here and there, but I think for Team Nemesis, it is looking a little bit stressful.
Rondo,
right? You're trying to
Ego,
take this first place,
and Miramar. We have one more Miramar today.
Down in the form of Pro and Twisted Minds.
Yes, 5.
And I think that for
we have one more
it's
Miramar.
interesting the way they play.
We have Rondo,
kind of line it
Ego,
up
and
directly in
Miramar.
comparison to Team Nemesis, where, for instance, you know, Virtus Pro, yeah, they have
confidence. हाँ, last
fight
fight में चढ़ के मार सकते थे. मेरे को लगा थोड़ा सा, but
they're having these massive games consistently enough that I'm okay with some of this aggressive gameplay, which maybe sends them down in like 12.
ये क्या दिख रहा है? Chart revenue 0 दिख रही है मेरी. Hell ना. तुम लोग ही बढ़ा दो. तुम लोग को ये क्यों दिख रहा था? लेकिन तुम लोग बढ़ा दो, कोई बात नहीं. रेवेन्यू. ओए कीबोर्ड ऑटोमेटिक चल रहा है भाई मेरा. आज गोल लगाते हैं. आज कुछ गोल लगाते हैं. गोल क्या लगाएं चार्ट? व्हाट शुड बी द गोल? तीनों चिकन आए तो क्या करेंगे? रिड्यूस गेम वॉइस 6-7 चैलेंज. हाँ ये करते हैं. 6 चलो लेट्स सी यहाँ से कितनी टीम जाएगी? 2. ये वाले टूर्नी में से 2 जाएंगी और भी क्वालिफायर्स होंगे, ऐसा नहीं. दिस इज नॉट द एंड. चल आई थिंक कुछ टीम्स इनवाइटेड होती हैं, कुछ टीम क्वालिफाई होती हैं. थ्रोएबल्स की कमी लगी लास्ट गेम, अगर वो होता तो इजी होता. कोई नहीं यार, चार्ट एकदम एंड जोन था, अच्छी फाइट्स भी ली हम लोगों ने, तो इट वाज नथिंग बैड अबाउट इट. व्हाट इज दिस? EPP solo S8UL Irangel Sunhawk. कौन सा मैप लगाएं? सनहॉक लगा दे छोटा. So why are the invited teams still playing? I don't think I mean इनका स्टिल कुछ रहता है भाई, सीन रहता है. मेरे को इतना ज़्यादा आइडिया नहीं है, बट आई कैन लाइक लर्न अबाउट इट एंड देन आई कैन टेल यू. मेरे को वो भी पबजी का रोड मैप भी चेक करना है कि भाई कितनी टीम्स और मतलब कितने टूर्नामेंट्स और है बिफोर द फाइनल टूर्नामेंट. मैच मिल गई क्या मैं? EPP राइट. देयर इज अ ऑप्शन सेम लैंग्वेज टीम भाई. ओह ओह व्हाट इज ऑल दिस? क्या है? स्किन क्या है? क्रेजी स्किन्स है भाई यहाँ तो. क्रेजी स्किन्स ये खरीद नहीं सकते क्या? आरकेडी भाई को बुला के प्रॉपर पबजी का कमबैक कराओ हैं. इफ टॉप 3 टीम ऑलरेडी इनवाइटेड एंड थर्ड पर S8UL है तो क्या S8UL क्वालिफाई? आई थिंक फिर पास ऑन ही होगा. ओ भाई दिस फील्स सो डिफरेंट. स्टार्ट हो गया. ओ हाँ फिर स्टार्ट हो गई गेम भाई. बहुत जल्दी स्टार्ट हो गई गेम. आई वाज क्विक. कोई नहीं, फिर कभी नेक्स्ट गेम खेलेंगे. नेक्स्ट गेम आओ.
Pull off in that last match. I
Damn,
think
these
that
guys are quick,
overall
bhai.
we've been waiting for this moment to happen for quite a long time now, and it just hadn't quite got there
within
just
5
yet.
minutes एक और गेम शुरू हो गई भाई.
But for S8UL,
रोंडो
great stuff. I'd like to see this continue. You know, you get your second place, you could do a little bit more. But it's pro.
स्पाइसी खाना भाई. पता है मैं जोलो चिप चैलेंज करने वाला था, बट मैंने फिर स्विगी पे देखा. स्विगी क्या बोलते हैं, सारे इंस्टेंट डिलीवरी स्पॉट्स ऐप पे देखा एंड देयर वर नोबडी गिविंग मी जोलो
I do
चिप.
think potentially they do something again, and they head up towards the northeast side. I told Clarice this yesterday.
फिर क्या करोगे? फिर
Again,
मेंबर ओनली
it's
आएंगे.
dirty. I don't like it up there. It's horrid. But it is a fun place to finish a lot of our circles. With all the water involved as well, all the
Oi!
high ground availability.
ये क्या पुल है?
We do have Heme Town as well up on this edge, and it's been a long while since I've seen a Heme Town finished.
ये क्या पुल है भाई?
Vitality starting up there early. And let's talk about Team Vitality for a sec as well, because the Team Vitality,
जेम्स है. देखते जेम्स कर
it's a
सकते
far
हैं.
cry of a
जेम्स कर सकते हैं.
distance from what we saw in day 3 of those qualifiers.
ब्लिंकिट पे है, नहीं मिला, नहीं है, आउट ऑफ
They
स्टॉक है सब.
really had this massive showing. It felt like going into day 1 of the finals that it would be
या तो we can
carried
play
across.
Valo
And that wasn't the
member only,
case.
थोड़ा chill.
Team Vitality, they
And then
have
फिर कल
not been able to
RP.
carry across that momentum.
Racing wala RP is not getting much more reach to me.
Some of our top squads from that
I think
top 5, you
my
know,
main
PGG
characters
being
अभी के
48
लिए,
and First Pro at 94. It's really not where
or James.
I think they'd feel they belong.
Yeah, so Jin and Bakchodi. I really don't think a racing
on the team. Levante when
is
he
इतना
is
लोगों को
blasting looks fantastic.
मतलब audience
Similarly
wise
on the rest of the squad. Bad Bazooka,
audience wise
he's crazy.
really amusing.
I want to
Hello,
see
my
a bit more from
bazooka.
that. Yeah, hello, my bazooka. That's what I want to. I want to see more on our team vitality here, Avenger.
Yeah, this is the big one for them.
How much
Obviously,
points
this
we-
home turf here is really where they need to start scrapping.
दो hours
Also,
की stream है, maybe वो भी हो
absolutely
सकता है.
insane circle. Chris is sitting dead center, but there's
वो भी हो
so
सकता है,
much
मतलब?
unplayable up here that they need to get their heat maps out and get ready. And here are a collection of maps. Oh, look at that.
IGL need
I
a
wonder,
W.
a good old hot drop under boot camp. I love that.
Wow.
Sanok क्यों नहीं खेल रहे ये लोग?
What is that place? What's that?
Sanok
It's
नहीं है
the
map
of
में.
all time.
It's 2019 middle map. Have fun.
It
Hot
feels
drop.
like too lengthy.
The Pina and hot
It's
drops
not
where you fight
lengthy.
side,
I feel
side
like-
by side over the rivers. I love that.
Oh, Paris as well. Hot drops as well.
I don't know. It's like a same POV, na?
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Better
That
time.
might
All
be
right. What's your thoughts so far on what we've seen from this though? I gotta say, man, I've
Same
been
POV है तो
surprised and
audience
impressed
split
with
होती है.
them holding on to 6th place here. Last game,
No
10
weekend no
kills.
Sanok, हाँ ना? No weekend
They
no
got,
Sanok है
you
भाई.
know, held out eventually,
Oh,
but
ये
they
क्या
still
area है भाई?
fought
Crazy
their way
area है भाई
through
ये.
balls, fought their way through some of the send, had some of the fights throughout, especially with
ये crazy area है भाई, ये map
Navi as
खेलना
well. They
पड़ेगा
tried to
लगता
do
है.
pull up in a drive-by, but they got denied by Habibi, man.
James
They're
चलना अगर
looking
RP को चीजें देखे बहुत
Yeah,
हो गया.
they're sort of
अब
like
तो
a
चीजें-
steam
हाँ James
train,
चल सकते
there's
हैं क्योंकि
low
J
fuel,
करेंगे. James
right?
करेंगे.
It's, they-
Oh, let's
they
go,
chug
boys.
along
Let's go.
from
Let's go
early
in
to
the zone. Let's
mid-game.
go in the zone.
They're
सीधा.
a force to be reckoned with, but at some point they run out of gas, run out of
Shoo.
steam. And I do think that's the problem with this right now is that you don't often see them far towards those end games.
Zone में ही खेलो भाई, zone में ही खेलो boys, अपन निकाल लेंगे. Zone के अंदर ही खेलो center में बस.
In those positions. I don't think they're afraid to take some of these fights either. They have a decent entry point towards this circle though, right on that northern side around Concierge. So I do think that, you know, this could be a game for them to maybe get deeper into the match, with most teams being on this south side with the playing path.
PVL का map है, इसके हाथ से, इसकी वजह से एक trophy गई हाथ से.
Southern edge of the map. This is absolutely fair from S8UL.
भाई इसे तो खड्डा वड्डा खोद
on the
सकते हैं ना
E
पूरा.
pickup. But yeah, I
पूरी
think I
tunnel बना
absolutely
देते हैं
agree
लोग.
with you. I do think it is surprising still seeing Viz in 6th place.
Yeah, that's good. I like that from them. Well, we're gonna have to see how they approach this
Every
one
game we
here.
have to average 15-20
So
points
far
आज
with
की.
coming in from the northern
15 से
side,
20
really
point
figured
average
out that, okay,
average
there's not
रख
gonna be a
लेंगे
lot
ना
of
अगर
space
15
up
point
here,
भी average
and
सारी
how
जितनी
everything
बची
kinda
games
lines
से
up,
उसमें
it's gonna
निकालेंगे.
be a fun one
तो
for
I
sure.
think हम लोग के पास कल
Also,
बहुत
with
अच्छा
how
चांस होगा.
Rondo is in general, looking at some of the
कल
heat
फाइनल
maps,
चैप्टर है,
Rondo,
कल
like,
कल फाइनल
it's
चैप्टर है भाई,
actually
फिर कल से
so
पब्लिक
rare
रेसेस शुरू कर
we
देंगे भाई.
see this exact circle here. The closest kind of usual circles we have is just below Muho.
It is hard,
Pan,
I know
the
it is
area
hard.
below there, because that's the kind of only unplayable or playable space that doesn't go away from water.
हाँ कटोरी.
So we'll see if we end up there. It's the
भाई
closest
Russians बहुत
compound to
खेल रहे हैं
where
ना
the
PUBG
northern
PC.
stack where Vitality is currently. So maybe they also have some inside information on this one.
So what you're saying is
नहीं कल
these
लैंड
teams, they're
रेसिंग का.
cooked. They're absolutely cooked.
Unless you're close to Vitality or you're fighting out from Muho Pan or you're on the Muho Pan kind of top side, then
Can we expect
you're
races?
gonna
Late
have a lot
night
of fun.
racing
Yeah,
we can.
Although K9
Oh, look,
is
K9,
my
crazy.
worst nightmare. If he gets this knock, he gets this knock, that'd be crazy.
Good go. He gave it a real good go. And we can only respect that from a man like Marshall here on boards. But again,
Practice
this
कर रहा है.
does
मान जाओ ए.
sort of speak to me of
मान
how this
जाओ ए.
game's going, where
हम
so
लोग
many
कहाँ
teams have
गए?
had to rapidly Muho ram their way up here because it is so far away for a lot of these squads. So loot is looking a little bit dire. It's looking a bit dire in a lot of the camps at the moment.
We are here, chat.
Holographic K9, really, it speaks to me. MK12 though, Navi, Boostic going absolutely sicko mode.
Twisted
over
Minds
Twisted
लपेट लिए,
Minds.
2 बंदे लपेट लिए.
Getting that many is just insane. I think he might be able to get the last one too.
बूस्टिक ने 2 बंदे तो मार दिए
insane from him, and they're able to hold out. It's just
एक नॉक कर दिया शायद
maybe coming back for the chips later, or maybe stealing the chips. Yeah, we'll see. Could be
chips
some
लूटने जा रहा है ये उसकी
explosion
chip
here for
लूटने
that.
जा रहा है yo gang what
I
up
do love
gang
the new addition of stealing chips and putting in the recoil tower to get a chance at some gear and guns from the crates. I kind of like that. I don't think it's going to have an impact on competitive in terms of we're going to see early fights. It's still not worth it unless you give thousands of. Okay, here we go. Replay.
बहुत ही अच्छी है हमारे
One
पास
first guy destroyed. Two next guys absolutely destroyed as well. Insane from Boostic. He got 299 damage from that. That's just next level.
That was very clean. Very clean couple of sprays there coming through.
आज नो चैलेंज क्या रखिए चैलेंज कुछ बताओ कुछ दिमाग में नहीं आ रहा वरना पुशअप वाला रख सकते हैं
Let alone to get
भाई सोचो
blasted as quickly as
स्ट्रीम
they
एंड
did
में हम लोग
over.
ऐसा हो कि
See here, the
वॉच
absolute
पार्टी
thing,
स्टार्ट्स
man.
एंड वी डिड 300 पुशअप्स
Yeah, I mean,
crazy no
the guy's good, but again,
नहीं,
like,
मतलब
a lot of the
in total,
a lot of the
500
others
push-ups
for us
maybe.
has been over on Hakatori. Where is he? Where's the damage numbers coming out from that guy?
आज क्या
That's
रखा
what we
जाए
expected to
मेरे को
see
समझ
coming
नहीं आ
out
रहा डांस
into,
नहीं हो पाएगा
the finals here, the
आज क्या
playoffs.
रखा जाए मेरे को समझ में नहीं आ रहा इसके लिए फिर मैं बैठा हूँ
The Na'Vi, it's been a bit of a weird time.
क्रंचेस में तो
right now on
हालत
26
खराब हो
points.
जाएगी भाई
Then again, we do keep alluding to it. It's a crazy stacked lobby. I think that, even if you're towards the middle of the pack right now, I don't think you should feel too
Double है तो
disappointed
biceps मार लो।
yourself. This is a very, very hard lobby to play in.
It is extremely tough.
6-7 का तो एक ही
It's
बार में है
honestly,
वो तो एक
again,
वेबसाइट पे है वो तो एक बार में करेंगे
A place where I'm thinking, okay, this is probably some of the most stacked lobby we've ever had, especially with some of the new guys coming back, some of the prodigies coming in. Sure, we
एक
had
साइड
some
में 30
retirement.
मार
Sure, we
लेते
had
हो
some players that didn't
अगर
qualify through this.
अच्छा खासा break
it
हो
is
तो 30 मार लेता हूँ।
extremely stacked. It is very, very top heavy. And also, like, just look at it from
कितना
this.
S8UL का
in
point
6
है
place down
in
to
the end
15th
हो
is just
उतना
20
push-up
points.
हाँ
Like one big
हाँ
game, you're jumping so many placements. You're jumping prize pool, you're jumping PGC points. It's
2K5
actually such
burpee.
a huge impact.
Sad that you left out TMO. They're having
बर्पी तो मैं करता
sure,
नहीं हूँ
pretty big shocker, right?
मुझे वेट
Yeah.
लूज नहीं करना तो मतलब like
We're
इसके लिए मैं
almost on a
burpee
1
करता
point
नहीं।
average. I think for TMO, it's
गाना
not
गा
a
सकते
great
हो।
time for them. They did shine though last week, and it is a bit disappointing for me to see them in 16th place because I was really excited for them to make a resurgence. I think they had some very cool plays last week as well.
6-7 के लिए मेरी स्ट्रेटजी है
but
ना
now,
जस्ट क्लोज आई देन
Yeah, the
भाई वो
stakes
देखना
are
पड़ेगा
even
6-7
higher,
चैलेंज वाली
the
वेबसाइट देखनी
players are
पड़ेगी
even better, and that is a circle.
Oh,
To be sure,
my God.
on Middle Island, this one just went south side of Muho Pan. This is a very awkward area to play. It is not deterministic on either side. I think maybe a slightly higher likelihood of heading over towards the east here, but even then I'm guessing.
We could end on this, like, you see the river where the bridge is. We can end on that little peninsula that is west and not kind of southwest of Muho Pan. Like, if
कहाँ
we
पे
end
करते हैं वो
there, that's
challenge
going to
को?
be absolute shambles for everyone but one team.
Dude,
Oh my God.
It's S8UL's second e-pickup of the game coming in.
We're going
my
back.
क्या हुआ?
days, we're going back. We're going back.
क्या हुआ
I mean, they got some loot in Hime Town. It's worth it. And then
Yeah.
they might go high ground. I don't know. And
Zone चला गया
this is
हमसे।
actually such a different. I never played an ending that ended or had second circle pop with this much water on this side here and this much unplayable still in play. So
इवैक कर रहे हैं हम लोग
all the
वापस
teams
से
are gonna realize and
ब्रो
think,
अब
okay,
लैंड करना बहुत
we
डिफिकल्ट
are
होगा
actually
भाई
just going to play for kills and points here. Let's try to see if we can get the most out of it. See if we can get into a spot where we can just kill because we're not going to win this game. And that's the big one.
7speed.com
The send of the guys are trying to get across here. Drive by, trying to come in. Micah hit one. A Saint Aris just gave up there. It felt like kills coming through here. Oh, look at that! Swaps around. Justice gets one. Hitman gets one as well.
अब मैच दिखता हूँ
Everlong is having a
Let's focus on the
fight
match.
with one of two teams fighting for survival at this point.
Sorry.
Oh.
Sorry. Gets blown away by Justice on a nice nade sent through.
भाई क्या जोन खींचा है भाई
Middle's
हमारे से
currently recuperating. inside this warehouse, getting players back up again. It just killed me. It killed me to watch Ares rock up in the vehicle.
कहाँ land करेंगे? Every place is
basically
almost
make
taken,
the
bhai.
most aggressive side eye I've ever seen in the car.
Every place is almost
So
taken, bhai.
Sorry, was equally as confused in that situation. A slight delay before he just sprayed him down. I'm gonna have to clip that for myself later on. The Mythov though still
Just
in
for
this
your own
engagement.
enjoyment.
Yeah, for my own enjoyment. It's gotta be done.
Wait.
Gets sent in. Justice realizes this is getting tough. Doesn't really know
Wait,
where to
वो
go.
अंदर lag हो गया
Shane
एक
will be
बंदा?
flushed out though.
They've got utility.
बिल्कुल मैच ही
They've
नहीं
got
देखी भाई
something to
मैंने
play with here.
वापस
They've
let me
got,
focus.
A quick and easy way to finish this fight here. A few stun grenades thrown at the corners, thrown at the walls. Now smokes deployed too.
Any interesting
got
story from
some
your
lethals
school
as well.
memories?
Now they saw lethals come their way, so they're just gonna bow down and bow out. Nades coming in inside and outside wall, then you're absolutely banging here. Great nade.
Oh, I
was
used
good
to
enough.
fake कि मेरा पेट दर्द हो रहा है.
Jolie. Looks like Fantasia
And
is
then
gonna be holding the
school
front
वाले
line
मेरे
of this.
mom को
They're gonna
call
be swinging
करते
off
थे.
to the western side. Great stun grenades.
he's
Think
not
Aris
feeling
stunned
well.
himself, and now also got
और
stunned
फिर
by
mom
Micah,
मुझे लेने आ
so
जाते
a
थे.
little bit shambles for that, but now they're swinging. Got the shots on Reina.
और
Got him down.
मेरी
Also
half
swings in
school
on
में छुट्टी हो जाती
Fantasia.
थी.
Surely this is going to be an easy way to finish this fight for them. Fantasia finds one though. Justice down.
ओए गैस कैन फोड़
Can
रहा
you
है.
find Micah?
Too common.
He swings
Too
round.
common?
It's a cheeky
Same है, what the
spot,
fuck?
but
Oi!
they've got a pretty good idea of where he's
That too
playing. There's not
common?
really any other
क्या
places
बात
inside
कर
the
रहे हो?
building
सही
he could have been. So the pre-fire is in
I
effect.
thought I am an
And
idiot.
TMO will garner themselves some more points. Much better, much better.
Oi,
this
hello,
Oh, this is the
Asen.
exact circle I was talking about.
I know,
This is
that's
the-
what you were saying.
Sen
like,
versus
the hill south of
S8UL.
Mughal
गोलियां
It's the
चल
only
पड़ी
place that I've ever
हैं.
seen this end,
And
and it looks like
I
we're going there
think-
because you have unplayable, you have water around it. So
I
it's going to be a southeast
think-
shift. But it's going to be fun because we're going to have a lot of urban fighting here inside Mughal and the southern side of it. SJ
Oh, that
looking
दिखाओ भाई.
good there. But look at VP. These guys have the same info I have. They know this the spot. They're just straight sending it to it. They lost Lukaruks, but a 3-man here on this western side is going to be great. A little bit of a
पहली
little
बार
bit of
कोई
safe
और टीम
space to
TMO
play
से
with
पहले
for now.
eliminate हुई
They
है.
can sit in here and wait for a little while. And then once the teams they come out, they're going to have some fun with it.
VP का एक बंदा जमा हो
Boss
गया
is
है.
actually kind of lurking in the distance here. This shack does not have
मारो
too
VP को मारो.
much
Bors
info to get
मारो.
out of, except
मारो.
for the
Get him.
door,
Get him.
obviously. Hello,
Get him.
Senpai. Look at that. Runs for
He's
Corexi.
scared.
Tries to get the info. They also have a spot on the
Leo.
island just south of it. Headshots
Nah.
too. SKS headshots, double of it. Even Nixie goes down.
इसने spot कर लिया है वैसे शायद.
Corexi
एक
is
right बंदा
making
गया हुआ
a
है.
real long shot on this side of things. VP only have
भाई,
3
hello.
players to speak of.
तुम
though, so
flank
it's
हो
only
रहे हो.
2 ups for Boars. There's a big
Corexi
potential
से
they might
flank
be
हो
able
रहे हो
to
तुम
overtake
लोग.
them on this one. It was a tough position to land on. They had some emergency cover flares to work with towards that late
I feel like
game.
Corexi
Levante
मारेगा
will
भाई.
find a nice nade over
Corexi
towards
मारेगा
Melman,
मेरे को लग रहा है.
towards Team Nemesis, so they have to respond quick in kind. As Vitality is looking to gear themselves up into this match. Melman will be flushed out as GetDrogs just drops the painkillers and the energy drink before getting back on the road again. Yeah, but for VP, it looked like a crazy approach. They really did wait a long while. Oh, and that's TMO.
Bors का एक तो मार दिया बीनी ने. Corexi ने भी एक मार दिया.
They were coming in very late. They
अरे
managed to make their way
भाई.
over here. Corexi's doing
Bors,
good work though, as
कुछ
is
कर लो.
Beamy, and this maybe doesn't look as bad as we thought it did.
Ew.
Oh,
Okay.
Boss is out.
Yeah, right.
They got it.
Ew.
No Slag actually ended up helping them finding Hello Senpai and Hicks's. Huge
Bye.
Sata and Scav. Now Beamy says, thank you for the help, but here, take some lead.
Black ने help कर दी VP की बच गई.
Hakatori on PGG. No, it's like playing on that small island. I like that. I respect it.
Lag हो गया क्या
Not a
बंदा?
bad place to be. Some good shots from Stade
What is
right now.
this?
Getting a little
Hello,
bit of
गोली
revenge
कहाँ जा
on
रही
Team
है? Hello?
Vitality for Melman going down. Taking full advantage of that jammer pack to use that little cheeky angle outside the blue. But didn't find too much success off the back of it. I think if he maybe found a knock, it would have been much better. Stratos, Artoon do need to make their way in. Diffex, though, won't miss. Does find GetDrogs. So the fight between Team Nemesis and Team Vitality continues.
No slack चल पड़ी आना. ओए ओए.
Look at
Delivery.
that shot coming in. Starry
Delivery.
Sky losing a few, but gets PGG
Starry
down. Someone's
Sky.
got to stop them in that 5th place. The chase is on, and Starry Skies is looking for it. Last game, good placement, but not a lot of kills for them. They could have capitalized a bit more here. Silas jumps in, and that's a very, very low B at him. surely some point someone's gonna have to get out and get some rests in and get some damage done here. Stun grenades goes out. PDT one nade into this smoke here and could be looking really good.
We are
That's
chilling
gonna
in
do
the
some
compound
damage to
shard.
BDM here. Boosting finds
पास में
Sally.
ascend वाले हैं,
PDT's on the
ascend वाले,
receiving end of
ascend.
this is Silas just going for
We
a
are
straight
chilling
play for points here. Gets
right now.
one, gets Sally.
बट बहुत करीब है, खतरा हमारे बहुत करीब है.
Now PG's going away. Look at
हमारे
it's
करीब है बहुत.
basically just a few bullets from dying. If someone has a repair kit,
Guys, like कर दो,
actually
subscribe
be,
कर दो if you
worth
are new to the channel.
investing into.
Boom.
I feel like it's gone though, but it's a nice nade from Kovalevy in the background. Some shots towards him, gets his helmet.
Hello Arsha bhai, one thing do you have noticed? One thing, players reload the gun and put it back
Tried to go for a nasty little
and then take
backstab
out
over
why
towards
so.
them. Vitality. those
आदत
push out
होती है यार, वो
defects.
कुछ
That's
ऐसा नहीं
been
होता,
a
but to run
really
faster भी हो
painful fight
सकता
for
है.
both teams. Neither team really wanting to give up.
रन फास्टर हो सकता है या आदत होती है.
Do come out ahead though with one extra
FPP नहीं है
player,
अब, ये
but he's
tournaments
down.
TPP हो गई
Another
हैं.
nade will get another knock. Kovalevy just not giving up
Yo
on this
Abhijit, what
one.
up?
Gets a flush over towards Vaso. Continues to send
स्लैक
these
वाले
grenades
मारने
in.
लगे भाई. आज ये वाला गेम स्लैक वाले चल पड़े.
Yeah, this lethal utility is on point here.
चल
Really
पड़े स्लैक वाले चल
destroying
पड़े.
the
नेमेसिस का
remainder
एक ही बंदा रह गया है,
of
ट्विस्टेड
Sky.
माइंड्स का भी एक ही बंदा रह गया है.
Slack looking
बस
to hold on to
VP
this
मर जाए
fourth
और
place
स्लैक मर
currently.
जाए.
They have great
PGG का भी एक ही
information
रह
from
गया
the
है.
side, and if they
ये
can hold
गेम
on and lock
अंडरडॉग्स
this
की
one
है
down
भाई,
here,
अगर VP मार दी
be
तो.
great.
बट
Oh,
VP
look
वाला
at that
रुकने का
BB
नाम नहीं
with
ले रहा ना
two
भाई.
hawks on to Bushido Wildcats. Presenti finds Snixie though. More utility coming through, trying to get the flushes, get the confirms
If
on
possible
these
next
2 points
match
that's available for them.
से
They've
map
sent it
stream
towards the
mini map
center here
खेलते हैं.
because it is very, very central right now. Shenkin finds Beanie. VP is getting stopped a little bit here.
एक तो वो जुगाड़ मारेंगे.
Yeah, not bad shots from
अबे भाई
Kovalevy.
VP
Yeah,
रुको ना
definitely
भाई,
helped by
VP
Shengun,
रुको यार
but
कोई.
not bad shots at all. It's a bit of a horrible spot
एक
to be
बंदा रह
in
गया,
when
चलो.
it comes to those nades.
चलो,
and
एक बंदा रह
Ascend
गया
to
VP
swing
का,
around
nice.
on that northern side is a little
अब
bit
slack
scary.
मरे.
In comes the mortars. Somehow no slack don't
स्लैक
get hit by
मेरे
any of them.
तो बढ़िया हो जाएगा.
GG out in 13th. Ascent getting one kill here. Presenti going down. Now Navi Ferris trying to go for some mortar shots here. Maybe just make some space ahead of them. Get some confirmations
मर
in.
जाए ना भाई अब.
That's a
मजा.
really pinpoint accurate onto that tree. But that's not where they are. IXC is there, is on the rock for cover, and Starry Sky is in the little dip there. Let's see if we're gonna go for the next
Qualification
one
top
here. Are we gonna go and continue on that southeast side? Look at that.
अब अपनी फाइट होने वाली है.
Compound's a really strong one to kind of get out
versus
from.
S8UL होने वाला है.
But Navi is really
Zone
hunting down the damage onto
फाइट
them.
होने वाली है. आगे जोन पूरा
Boosting will
पहाड़
get taken
है.
out though, so this is
Yep.
fairly decent for Vitality. 2 players left, Ahmedabad and Levante. 2 of the star players from the qualifiers who are really doing the lion's share of the work for the
चलो.
squad.
चलो थाला फॉर
really,
रीजन, लेट्स गो.
really
आगे चलेंगे.
See if that duo can get much more done in this game. No Slack still hovering around on that southwest side. The Tulans
Ew.
healing out on the southern edge for a long, long time.
अच्छा अभी तक 2 पॉइंट ही है VP को.
You wonder how many more kids
Tension
he's
नहीं है.
got left remaining in. We saw something
Woo,
very
woo, woo.
similar to that. over
That's
the
so much.
qualifiers.
No way.
Nitro from Starry Skies will find the Molotov down on him. It's a very aggressive position.
Knock-
to go
knock
for,
finish
but
डाल, knock
they've
finish डाल.
lost their frontliner
नॉक
now.
फिनिश डाल. स्लैग के बंदे को नॉक फिनिश डाल.
The rest of the help is
Mommy.
gonna come in here.
Mommy,
Using
knock
nades
finish
on
डाल ना,
to defend
mommy.
themselves instead of getting the points here. They're probably
Knock
gonna
finish
get
डाल
the
यार.
rest off this. Goes for the flush for the nade. Now a drive.
Oh,
by
Aduzi
from
got
Scat down
Stratos.
here. The IGL of No Slack trying to get the help. Big games from IXC.
अबे
Yesterday,
यार
one
नॉक
of
फिनिश
them,
क्यों नहीं डाला?
7 kills.
Oh, we got one
This
more.
team is really coming through.
Down
coming
है.
to fruition. Really loving what I'm seeing from them.
And then
they're
we are
holding on to
pushing.
this 4th place right now. 12
We'll get
points
one
ahead of
kill.
PG that died out. They might be able to try to catch up to Twisted Minds. That's down
Oh,
to just
shit.
one player.
3 नेड आया भाई अपने लोगों पे. Nice, nice,
Well,
nice.
Nades over the top end here. It's a great explosion.
चलो,
of the
एक बचा है.
vehicle. Now just leaving one player in the back line.
एक बचा है. ले सकते हैं.
Do push on forward. Habibi.
ले सकते हैं Habibi को.
Edge of this rock. It's a nice nade.
Nice.
not the
ये
air
perfect
burst
nade है.
we're
Oh,
looking
let's
for.
go, baby.
Second one sent
Boom.
aside. Really well predicted there coming through. from
Crazy
Mono. That will
nade.
put
अब Ascend को
in a
बताने दो.
decent position on this
We
northeast
can
edge
gatekeep
to
Ascend.
keep clearing. They have a general
We can
idea of where
gatekeep
Ascend's
Ascend.
playing. They know they're off towards their western side. They're keeping eyes on it.
We
but
can gatekeep
clearing
Ascend
out over
अगर वो लोग
towards
हमारी
this
तरफ से जा
position
रहे
does
तो.
give them way
Qrexy ने
more
एक मार
freedom to
दिया
play.
अभी.
VP,
एक point और ले आया.
although might be a
चलो VP out.
slightly rougher the beast, still strong. Will take down Mogor and Schengen, but not before Dante's able to finish
Good.
the job.
Chalo, boys.
That's not a smoke rocks, that's an 8. And now the Sharks in the water is coming for that. That's 3 knocks, easy points
bhai,
to be
free
stolen. Both
points.
from Bushido, Wildcats,
Coming,
and
free
No
point.
Slack. And Ascend. So, look at that. It's the hammerheads all the time.
bhai,
Sharks.
Slack ko roko
The
koi.
great Dwights, though, are in the distance. So, looking really great on that
Slack
top.
ko roko koi.
They are really trying to
Hum hi
make sure
rokenge,
that the rest of the
tension
teams
nahi lo.
don't
Hum
get
rokenge Slack
into a
ko.
good spot for this one here. No Slack now. Has to get out, has to
Hum
get in.
rokenge Slack ko,
He's
tension
trying to
nahi hai
get some
chat.
of the maybe util off it, but I'm not sure. Has to run for it. Sata with the 3 vests. Now try to eliminate Navi, but look down to the right. Look at the
Navi.
shots coming in. The push coming in from Fairest here. M249
Nice, knock finish.
gets taken
Knock finish
down
dalo.
with Og though from Fairest. Headshot for him.
Dalo
Now
knock finish
Scav's
dalo.
gonna have to
Knock
try
finish
to
dalo.
save
Sakta
and
ko
help
dalo
him.
knock finish bhai.
Yeah, Satsa just turned his back and
Sakta.
you cannot do that in
Whoa.
that situation.
Whoa.
It's not a bad nade. It was actually an insanely good nade. Nice bounce on it as well.
Nahi dal payenge
And
knock
still
finishes
more
ko.
and more shots going through, putting Na'Vi in a difficult position now.
भाई Slack
Rest of
वाले
those
भाई
like
क्या
come in
बैकअप
to
आता है
try
भाई
and
इनका.
reinforce this area, get Sata back up again.
2v3.
As a 4, this game is a lot easier.
Crazy nade.
The whole point of this circle is that it has
Oh, this guy's
forced
gonna
a lot
dip.
of teams into situations
Now
where
he's
they've
gonna
got
dip.
3 or 2 players, and No Slack knows that if they want a big chance at a chicken dinner in
Now
this
he's gonna
game,
dip.
they're going to need 4 players. They're going to need all the sight lines they can get when it gets up towards this high ground.
फिर बच गया भाई इनका बंदा.
Blind gets another Eastern shift here. Imagine if Vitality was 4 alive. That would have been a great game for them. But S8UL looking like they are so strong. King of the Hill right now on that northern side. Ascent's eventually going to have to fight Bushido, Wildcats. And then No Slack's going to have to fight Navi. Still, Petulins.
But ये side से Slack के पास zone आ जाएगा. Navi वाले कुछ इतना कर नहीं पाएंगे.
into the placement games. He has 1 first aid left. Now he has to make a run for it and try to get in behind the guys from No Slack.
इसका बैक खत्म हो गया.
Look at that.
इसका बैक खत्म हो गया. भाई just
In that
एक आधे को knock
tactical
finish
pack,
डाल
he
दे
might
यार.
have had some he might have had some more help to get his way from that. You can store all kinds of crazy things in that. And look at that, he actually gets in. Just 1 bandage left. Look at that. That's
वो
even
देख गया. Knock finish डाल. Knock finish डाल.
points to be had here.
अरे
There's no way
चलो एक
to
knock
get
finish
one.
डाल दिया. Let's go.
Oh, that's a really tough loss here for No Slack. They did not expect the snake here.
Yeah, that's a game ruiner. That's absolutely a game ruiner for you. Fatty gets in, they don't spot him. I think he was surprised he was able to
Nice.
just walk up into the circle, and for No Slack, they get torn apart.
Make
Because
things
of the two
easier for us.
going in from the edge of the blue. What a
उधर से
shame.
नावी चढ़
What a
गई.
big shame.
That's rough. And now S8UL is taking the control on the top here. And now a fight's going to be happening.
no,
Crossberg
Molo.
finds Molotov. That's a big
कहाँ
name to
पे?
take down.
भाई knock
Filfer is
finish हो
going down
गया.
as well.
नहीं.
Crossberg continues. One of Turkey's finest here. Great to see here with the SKS as well. No Slack is out in 6th place.
वो बच्चे भाई.
S8UL here, a little bit of falling apart here, but Adusi finds Crossberg. Gets the confirmation 2 on him. And now the rest of this is going to have to come through.
भाई ये थोड़ा सा
Sends a nade in. A little bit short on that one.
Celtic.
नेड अच्छा है. नेड अच्छा
Wildcats,
था.
though,
But
still
Aduzi.
finding a little bit more. Celtic will find a doozy up top side. And right now, Soul's in a bad position. You said it before, but yeah, S8UL actually struggling with 2 knocks on side. 1 player on
अबे नहीं
barely
यार,
any
Ascend वाले आ गए अब
HP. A
उधर.
doozy will fall, meaning that our team's down to 3 now. Ascend, though, has slowly ascended towards this top side, and they're getting a lot done off the back of it.
That's looking good. Good nade as well. Gonna bounce. Great Celtic down
दो
to the
बंदे हैं
last
अभी
player.
अपने.
Kilyakai and the boys is getting so much damage
Ascend
done. Top
का
4 for
पूरा
them.
वाइप है भाई इधर.
And
4
Ascend on
बंदे
5
हैं.
kills. All 4 guys standing strong here.
अभी
as
gonna
the
get
only
revive एक
team.
और बंदे का.
And it's
अभी कोई नहीं है. Revive आ जाएगा.
1 versus Ascend here. I don't think they're gonna
नहीं.
save Molotov. I think he's gonna bleed out. And look at that. Ascend has the majority of the zone control and the terrain advantage here.
वहाँ तो revive भी
Looking
नहीं
good
हो
for them,
सकता.
Blank.
Yeah, I think for Ascend, this is their game to take, right? They have a lot to work with.
Caster Jinx.
S8UL has had to patch
Ram
themselves
ज़्यादा है
back
Jinx,
together
ये
with
caster.
Glue and Tape on the northern side, so they'll be coming
Jinx
in
हो
a
रहा है,
little
Jinx
bit
हो रहा है.
late to this one, and Ascend has a lot of
कोई
time
नहीं
to
यार,
take
चल.
pot shots over
अभी भी हो
towards
सकता है.
them.
अभी भी हो सकता
Varus
है.
doesn't really want to move too much. Vitality doesn't want to get involved.
Molo
Molotov
finish
is
हो गया.
flush there, leaving S8UL on 2 players. Ascend has a really good chance to end this game, and it could have easily been an Ascend versus No Slack 4v4 in the end here if it wasn't for Petulins.
वो wood fire वाला. Wood fire
Like
वाला.
look really strong. 8 kills for them. And then the team that they're trying to chase
No,
down.
no, VID,
came in
no,
and
VID,
denied
please, VID.
a
उधर लड़ो,
tactical
ascent से
back
लड़ो,
play
ascent से लड़ो यार, ascent.
from Batulins.
यार ये खा
I
जाएगा
wonder how
भाई.
much he have
ये एक को तो
tried
उतार
to
ही
heal
देगा.
high to survive, and how much blue zone backpacks damage he has mitigated from that. Now Vitality in the chase here. Look how tight it is from Na'Vi 32 up to Vitality 35, 36 on ascend. Now shots coming in. Levante finds Phil first. They did not
क्या हो
expect
गया?
them here in
तुम
this
गाड़ी
angle,
लेके
that's for
घुस गए
sure.
हम लोग.
And now it's a 4v2v1.
Yeah, S8UL gets torn to shreds on the eastern side by Team Vitality, looking for a third place. Now, I talked about at the beginning of this game, the Team Vitality not really seen too much out of them, but I would be very pleased to see a second place off the back of this game for Team Vitality with Levante and Hello My Bad.
कोई नहीं chat, कोई नहीं.
I think this is probably the duo to do it.
Not like a worst game to be.
Only Ferris down the hill. Really, Hello My Bad.
44 points पे आ चुके हैं हम लोग.
Levante maybe looks around for this.
सामने वाली आगे की
last
टीम भी
player.
अच्छी हो गई थी, आउट हो गई थी तो
They're
अच्छा
not
है.
playing this really slow, you know, cautiously. They control the majority.
ये लोग कितना
of
सेफ
the
खेल रहे
zone
हैं.
in
इवन
terms of
4
where
बंदे
there
होने के
is
बाद भी ये
cover
लोग
to play
कितना सेफ
around
है भाई
with.
अभी.
They might start pushing up a little bit now, but again, they just have these ridge sides.
nothing.
They could just peek over
अच्छे
the top
पॉइंट्स
of
वाला
it.
गेम था,
There's
लेकिन
not
ये
much
वाला
to be done.
इसमें बहुत कवर अप हो सकता
Ferris
है.
has nothing.
But
No
unlucky हो गए हम
bandages,
लोग थोड़ा सा.
no first aids, no utility,
चिल करो यार
no
chat.
stims.
जोन ओपन था, कुछ कर नहीं
He has
सकते थे.
10 reload for his AUG.
बट भाई ये लोग
If he
पेशेंस
gets
देखो,
one
नावी
more
वालों ने
point
डिप
out
कर
of this
दी.
game, that's a miracle.
It's raw.
9 points
It's a
है
rough
ना
one here, but
गेम
5
में.
kills
कोई
in
नहीं,
third
अच्छा है.
place is still points for Navi. Not the expectations to be met so far, though.
Not bad, not bad.
But let's see how this turns out here. Terrain advantage still on the side of Ascend.
बट अब ऐसा लग रहा है कि आप कोई भी फाइट करा लो, प्रॉपर मारेंगे
Vitality
बंदे, ऐसा
obviously
लग
trying
रहा
to
है.
not be snaked and not to be struck upon from all the utility that's still in the backs of Ascend. They have played this masterfully. It's a chaotic circle, and they managed to survive as a full 4-man with kills, with engagements. Well, it's a hard one to fight for.
भाई कितना पेशेंस है भाई ये लोगों में.
want to give this away too easily. I mean, 6 kills right now.
उनको पता है कि टोटल 3 बंदे जिंदा हैं और 3 टीम जिंदा है, तो मतलब
10
उनको
points.
इतना सारी इन्फो है कि भाई एक टीम में 2 बंदे जिंदा और एक टीम में 1 बंदा जिंदा है. बट स्टिल पेशेंस देखो भाई.
It is a slow match. I think no one really wants to give up the ghost here. I think this game means a lot to Ascend, but
Ascend टॉप पे आ जाएगी.
I am curious
नहीं,
as to
टॉप पे नहीं
why.
आएगी. Ascend को
Do you know what? I know why. They just this is a game they can wait until zone 9.
4 के 3 के
Sure.
कह
It's
लो
the technical
तो
correct
Ascend आ जाएगी
play.
हमारे ऊपर.
You know, if maybe this is
Sorta.
probably sweeping at this point in time, but
Sorta.
there is no downside to waiting until zone 9 for them.
I mean, they have
जब तुम
terrain
मैच
to
किया ना
play and
खेलते हो
work
10
with,
मिनट
and
में
the
5
question is
गेम
really,
होती थी.
they are probably fully aware of how many is left on each team, right? They know that Ascend have not lost one. They know that's probably
Twisted
not
Mind
there
फर्स्ट
for
फाइनल
life.
जीते तो अपने लिए अच्छा है.
Obviously knowing them that they're too. So they know there's a snake out there. They don't know where he is. A kill on him would be 2 points for Vitality,
भाई कितना slow खेल रहे हैं लोग.
which would put them really close to 7th place. So that's obviously huge here. But the big one is, can they try to hurt and strike on Ascend at the right time?
Subscribe if
Because
you are new
both
to chat.
Ferris and Vitality knows that
If you are new,
if
subscribe
they
करो.
strike at Ascend at the same time, they have a shot. They have a chance at taking them down to compete for the King of the Hill.
Yeah, but let's be honest, Ferris is not very useful right now. You know.
I mean, sure enough,
he's
he has
come
1
with
mag in
none
the
of
AUG, right?
gear.
That's 1
Yeah.
AUG.
He's brought
Yo,
nothing to the
Aditya,
cookout.
what up,
We're
gang?
never inviting this guy back ever again. Ferris is happy just to sit underneath. He's not flipping the
Hi, mates.
burgers. I've expelled him from the party. Nate's getting sent over the top right now from towards Ascend.
Not bad.
Back off that 123 damage. A little tickle. That one feels like it's on target. Yeah. That's me,
42.
T-Bone.
They have lots of utility still to
कहाँ से
expend
निकाला
here, and
इतना सारा?
T-Pone's getting
Nades.
hammered. 26 more damage taken from Nades here. Hello, my bad with the 5 in the bag, and now look at that. If that's accurate, could blow away. That's a great nade as well. Does damage 52, 35. Now the utility is coming through here. 40 as well to Levante. Blue zones as well. Molotov
अरे,
being
अरे,
committed.
इतना
And
मामला
this is
भाई,
the
मारो
time.
ना
Stun
जल्द से.
grenades too. They're so blind. Another blue zone. They're going to be absolutely demolished here. And Ascend is going to take this one home. Can Ferris survive for a little bit longer? Stun grenade goes out towards Ferris' side. They need to take him down. Ferris goes down. That's low, my bad. That's
Yeah,
important. And
Ascend.
Ascend takes this win easily with the 7 kills to come along with it.
Yeah, it's an interesting one, right? Where it's not quite as interesting as our last game. Let's put it that way.
How's team playing?
It's
Better.
a fairly,
Very good.
you
Better,
know,
better. Very,
boiled
very,
chicken
very
ending.
good.
Not a
कल
huge
से तो बहुत
fan
अच्छे
of
अच्छा खेल
Venture,
रहे हैं लोग.
but either way, Ascend gets the job done, and they do get much needed points.
Yeah, that's the big one for them, obviously. That
They're playing good. They are playing good. वो हमारी गेम ग्लिच हो गई है. I think रुको. I might need to have change some settings. We are playing good. Anti-aliasing. I think ये सेटिंग ग्लिच है हमारी. Seven by 749. Oh, all right, gang. All right, gang. I think आज बहुत ज़्यादा क्विक हो रही है गेम्स. नहीं बट आधा घंटा 12:30 तक I think we'll be done. We got 9 points, which is not bad. क्योंकि सबकी इतनी कोई बैंगर गेम्स नहीं थी तो ठीक है. ये 9 points भी it's good for us. It is good for us. बस और दो मतलब और ऐसे ही एवरेज करनी है एटलीस्ट, या इससे बेटर एवरेज करनी है. भाई मैच मिलने में इतना टाइम क्यों लगता है गेम में? क्राफ्टर पास, स्टेलर ब्लेड. लेट्स सी हाउ PUBG PC is chat. आदिल भाई और कितने गेम्स हैं? 2 गेम्स. मुँह तो लग रही है अब गेम में से बहुत. भाई इसका हिटबॉक्स बड़ा होगा क्या? Why is it looking at me like that? उधर मैच चालू हो जाएगा यार लगने तक. वही तो भाई बहुत जल्दी मैच चालू हो जाते हैं. और प्रथम क्या हाल है? व्हाट अप गैंग? व्हाट अप गैंग? अबव एवरेज खेला. हाँ अगर कल के लिए इफ़ यू वांट टू स्टैंड अ चांस हमें ऑब्वियसली आज जितना कोप अप कर सकते करना पड़ेगा. फिर जिस हिसाब से VP वगैरह पॉइंट्स ले रहे हैं ना भाई, दे आर बहुत आगे निकल रहे हैं. अगर आज नहीं खींचा तो कल नहीं खींच पाएंगे कितनी भी कर लो. फिर तो कल ऐसा होगा कि सारी गेम्स जीतो, वैसा सीन हो जाएगा. चालू गई क्या मैच? नहीं चालू नहीं हुई. रेजो क्या रेजो? मीन रेजो भाई मुझे तो पता नहीं ड्रॉप भी कैसे करना है. भूल गया हूँ भाई मैं सब. ऐसा कुछ होता था एंड देन फिनिशर. वो किसने मार्क करा? ये मैंने मार्क करा. इसके बाद आरपी कर सकते हैं. ओए पीछे लौंडे तो बहुत आ रहे हैं। एक आधा भी बंदा मार देंगे ना चैट तो मतलब ठीक है आई थिंक। कैसे खेलते तो मतलब आता है, बैग नहीं है। ओए लॉन्चर भाई, इसमें ऑटो पिकअप क्यों नहीं डालते ये लोग गेम में? मोबाइल से सीखना चाहिए इन लोगों को। ये क्यों उठाओ, ये तो गन ही नहीं चला रहा जब मैं। लड़ने चले? हमें क्या चाहिए? हमने वेस्ट नहीं उठाया। वेस्ट क्यों नहीं उठा? और ड्रॉप नहीं, घुस जाऊंगा अब, लड़ने चलूंगा। भाई पहनेगा? और लड़ने चलते चाट। अरे मार। मुझे मारोगे? मुझे मारोगे? हाँ क्या है? There's one more. What up gang? Nice try. अबे मैं लेट कैसे गया? चलो लेट्स किल अनदर गाय। ची कैंपर। बॉट था, बॉट नहीं था भाई, प्लेयर था भाई। आप पीपी दादा और बच्चा एक दिन बीजे मैं। तुम लोग मेरा 3x स्प्रे देखने वाले हो अभी, बैरल 3x स्प्रे देखने वाले हो, ठीक है तुम लोग? क्रेजी बैरल 3x स्प्रे दिखाता हूँ तुम लोगों को। टारगेट स्पॉटेड, एनिमी स्पॉटेड। पुश करो ना, उस पर स्नाइपर है। प्रे करना है यार मेरे को क्रेजी। अरे गेम चालू तो बताना, हम सीधा लीव कर देंगे चैट। ये भी बॉट था, बोल दो ये भी बॉट था। नहीं नहीं बोल दो ना, बोल क्यों नहीं रहे हो तुम लोग अभी तक? बोल दो ये भी बॉट था, बोल दो। मैचेस खत्म हो गए? नहीं रुको, नहीं अभी तक शुरू नहीं हुआ है। बॉट था हेटर यार, आई टेल यू। बॉट जैसा था। ओए ओए गैंग, स्मोक कैसे करते हैं? तू लूट गया। डोर खुला है सामने। पोटेंशियल एसिडुल, मैं वैसे भी फिल जैसा दिखता हूँ थोड़ा थोड़ा, तो मैं खेल लेता हूँ कभी कभी। बोलिए तो मैं भी खेल सकता हूँ, बट मुझे रशियन नहीं आती। रशियन गोली चली। क्या लेने बाओ, व्हाट अप गैंग। आते ही सुना, बोल दो मैं बॉट था। What is this? Gang? Is that like a guy driving? No, right? बोल दो बॉट था, बोल दो बॉट फ्री फायर मार रहा था, बोल दो। नहीं नहीं बोलो, बोल दो बॉट था। तो तुम्हें स्नेपर दिखा दो, स्नेपर। ऐसे ये वाला बॉट हो सकता है, ऐसे ये वाला शायद बॉट था। आई डोंट नो, एक प्रो प्लेयर को तुम ये बॉट की लॉबी में क्यों डालते हो? गेम शुरू होने वाली होगी भाई, हमें मरना है। गेम शुरू नहीं, गेम शुरू नहीं हुई। अरे ये बॉट नहीं था, ये बैन का लौड़ा था। अबे यार ये क्या बकचोदी है यार। भाई 1 सेकंड के लिए मिनिमाइज किया था यार, 1 सेकंड के लिए मिनिमाइज किया था। कौन सा था भाई? ये अबे यार 1 सेकंड के लिए मिनिमाइज किया था भाई। वो दूसरा बंदा भी स्ट्रीम पर बोल रहा होगा कि बोल दो ये बॉट था. कोई कोड मिल रहा है. फाइंड द रेस्ट ऑफ द कोड ऑन आवर सोशल मीडिया चैनल. कोड ब्लू कुछ तो कोड मिल रहा था भाई. सोशल मीडिया चैनल पे देखना पड़ेगा भाई इनका क्या कोड बांट रहे लोग. यार ये तो भाई तुम लोगों ने स्क्रीन देखी मेरी यहाँ पे थोड़ी सी दिख रही होगी तो मैंने मिनिमाइज करा और मैंने जैसे ही मिनिमाइज से हटाया मैं डेड हूँ. मैं डेड हूँ. रुबाऊ थैंक यू फॉर द मेंबर भाई. क्या हुआ मैचेस खत्म? नहीं ब्रेक था. टी ब्रेक. सोशल मीडिया चैनल पबजी ई स्पोर्ट्स एक्स. वो शॉप पे स्टेलर ब्लेड दिखाना पबजी की. कहाँ मिलेगा कोड? छोड़ो क्या ही करेंगे. हेल ना चार्ट डरते हैं. टेलर ब्लेड अरे कुछ तो क्राफ्टर पास है. पता है व्यू प्रोबेबिलिटीज नहीं. ओए लुक एट हर शाइनी शाइनी. आपके पास स्किन्स नहीं है इसमें बड़े भाई? नहीं. अब थैंक यू की जरूरत होगी. शाइनी शाइनी चार्ट. ओए वी ड्रॉपिंग चार्ट आन दो.
Will Batulians once again?
Nah, एक second, I'll be back.
Wait and find out here at the PEC. We're at match 9. Like you said, Avenger, we're yeah, we're past the halfway point now. It's time to get a move on. It's time to start bumping up those numbers. For Team Vitality, time is running out. Similarly for Na'Vi. But the middle packet, it's cramped. It's cramped in there, right? It's like a London Underground tube. Not much space to work around with.
Oh, I thought you were going to go somewhere else with that. Some blunt weapons are in there. Maybe pull up some hands and go crazy.
That's not my usual
Okay. I don't know UK stuff. You guys are different over there. But yeah, for this circle and for how everything is kind of lining up already, Blank. Oh my goodness. If this is not an S8UL circle, I don't know what is. These guys are looking feisty for this one here. Hive also looking poised. High Prior for them. This is already full sending it to try to get up to army base anywhere. Prior up there. Vitality now here. Levanta taking lots of shots with the AK. He's got nothing else but an AK, 9 shots and a dream.
And a dream a lot of teams will have to have here is e-pickup. Will they find one? Will they not? Because we're heading all the way up towards the north side. I think it's the second time you've seen this type of circle. Very unfun. As we head over towards
unfun. These are the greatest to watch, the worst to play.
Exactly. It's unfun for the players, fun for us. S8UL though starting in a wall song, so we'll see what they can get done from that position. Honestly, I've been quite happy with S8UL today because I think that the question has been answered that yesterday was just a string of pretty horrible circles to be working with. But today, I think they've been a little bit more luckier with those circles. And I think that they have been able to translate that into some decent games.
Yeah, some would say there was question marks around this team today when we started, but no more. They did end up going absolutely ballistic in one of the games.
Dad, we have the zone.
Obviously, for me, I'm looking at it saying, okay, guys, so we know that you guys can play.
We can do an early fight with PGG.
You should be contesting for this top 4. But right now, they are in the hunt. They're trying to get into this 5th, even potentially this 4th place here. They need 2 more big games today if they are to be anywhere close to PGG. Also, PGG are the team that's kind of behind them. They've already set up an e-pickup, even though they're already on the northern side of this island here. Blank, which is a little bit interesting. So let's see where they
guys, S8UL Posey, we are number 6 right now.
Cars here, both the truck and the US is to try to get in and get some space here.
I think we should, but PGG is also
VP already getting close to army base here, where this is already set up. We could see an early
Hello,
fight.
Hardik.
If VP end up losing players,
कितनी टीम्स
early
क्वालीफाई
on
होंगी?
here
टॉप 2
again.
आना है भाई.
It could be another sight to see in terms of what we
Alec.
saw from the other Tego game when
ये
it
तो भाग
came
गए,
to
PGG वाले तो
the
भाग
high
गए.
bridge camp. Failed bridge camp even.
Salik so high in the sky.
Salik so high in the sky भाई. वो एकदम full rhyming करी है. और नीचे S8UL है.
Is following in behind him. I think he does have Zabilla underneath. In a vehicle, we have another e-pickup coming through for Twisted Minds. They're going to make their way over. Similarly, TMO's also e-pickup. It's helicopters galore right now. All heading on over.
Up zone जा रहे zone.
You're gonna love that noise.
Surely, yeah, Twisted surely goes for some cars on the northwest side, maybe hoping that the Wall Song team didn't take all of
Twisted
it.
के पास तो I think
Because
पहले
here,
से slot भी होगा
You
भाई.
really need vehicles
PWC
to traverse this terrain here. There is so much trees, so much cover to play, but if the circle goes against you, you're going to have to go multiple kilometers, and that's the different one because there's so many teams hiding in the compounds.
PWC
in the cover,
2026
behind,
PUBG
some of the trees,
PC
some of the
roadmap.
rocks, as you can see here below him. If you had a pickaxe, you would be loving life because all the iron ore.
Twisted Minds are all एक ही टीम है जो invited है वो Twisted Minds है.
Game we're playing here, it's for the cover.
Last year winner. अच्छा last year winner है. Okay.
No swords.
बाकी सब qualifiers से आएंगे.
Available for them here. Craft yourself a
PGS points,
library.
PGS points, PGS points,
Vest
PGS
armor,
points,
that's not
PGS
happening.
points.
All right, it would
Imagine
be nice.
that's the kind of arcade I want to see in the future. By the way, you know, with
diamond vest.
No, yeah, I mean more like crafting stuff, maybe destroying the terrain. Now that we have the pickaxe in, that you can actually destroy terrain. Imagine you can start going a little bit more survival, open world survival on PUBG. That'd be cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I mean that arcade mode.
Spring Championship.
No!
Arton, though, that's a
Because they won last time,
round
yeah.
there. Goes down to 6 HP. Going to try and finish things
इसलिए तो
off
हमें
with
top
a
3 आना है.
nice underhander out the window. It doesn't quite happen. Very quick lane gameplay right now from R2 though. Payne's finding look what a mortar onto a
क्या VP down होने वाली है?
Oh, what
2v2, 2v2.
Yeah, the red zone on top of them. Oh my god, Beamy finds Stratos. It's falling apart.
भाई VP वाले तो यार
Even though they got the
कुछ भी
great
कर ही लेते
opening.
भाई.
Look at this, Habibi. Can he make something work here? Oh, Blue Zone, this is going to be great for them. They're just going to have to get out and maybe try to help some of the other guys, get him into a better spot here. Nixie holds the front edge, goes for the rest immediately here. It's actually going to work out. They're going to get the rest off. Habibi trying to get the most out of it, but VP really looking to
भाई VP के फिर 4 पॉइंट आ गए.
It's been a tough fight. Red Zone coming in clutch though towards the end. Nice pick up on the sidelines. Over towards Habibi. Nixie is taking no prisoners though. We'll find him on the jump out. Yeah, the Red Zone absolutely was the MVP
100
of
crossed.
that fight for Virtus
Crazy.
Pro. It's such an unfortunate location for it to land.
Yeah, so close to the building is super rare. Boss has seen this, but they're safe inside. I think VP is actually going to recover. The only thing is that they now have broken vests, used utility, and some of them are on second
Top
or third
2.
knocks. So
No diet.
that's a little bit unfortunate.
Hey,
but still,
I don't need any diet,
They're
bro.
all 4 strong here, and now with
I don't need any
the circle
diet.
closing in, we're looking at Navi and seeing
I
how
need
they're
calories,
gonna be, getting into
calories.
this. They're driving south of the palace side here.
I need carbs as well.
And for the rest of it, it really means that hopefully they're going to be able to get all together here. They're a little bit split spurs on the other side here, close
क्या
to
मूवमेंट है
Starry
ना
Sky.
भाई, मेरा भी ऐसा ही मूवमेंट था. मैंने कितना अच्छा खेला था. तुम लोगों ने देखा कितना अच्छा खेला था मैंने.
That's in the cover
कितना
because
अच्छा खेला
this
था.
one has just a few compounds on the northern side. Hive is locking down multiple of them. Otherwise, it's
ऐसा ही
just
तो खेला था,
open
इनके जैसे
space
खेला
and
था
open
बिल्कुल.
terrain fights.
पीडी चल रहा है. नो
Most teams have found like a little space to play. But no slack, they were actually attempting to get in past Shipyard
This has to
Bridge,
be the
but
tastiest
TMO
pizza
actually
ever.
held them out there, so no slack
mean,
opted just to slow it down.
This
I
turned
think
out
they
like a
realized they're gonna
top
be in really late on
notch.
this one,
जैसी
so
taste
getting
करा
in
भाई, ये कोई नई
slightly
जगह से लाया
later
but बहुत crazy
is
है.
not the biggest deal in the world for them. Obviously, it's going to affect their performance, but yeah, I think
fire
they're
है वो
happy
भी.
just to wait this one out as opposed to try and go for the full-on.
मेरी मूवमेंट ऐसी थी, ठीक है. मैंने क्या crazy खेला था तुम्हें पता भी है.
Moving.
वो गेम थी मेरी भाई. अगर मैं वो तो मैं ऑल टैप करा, इसके लिए मैं मरा हूँ. कौन सा है मेरे को भी नहीं पता. यार my legs are weak, man. I have weak legs. Not much.
Late E pick up here, Blank. That's that might work out. When the second circle
Probably-
pops, if it's not too far away from the plane path of the E-pick, it might work out. But still,
Probably
I really
80 or
feel like
100
you need
plus.
vehicles in this kind of zone here. Unless you end up dropping on this straight spot we're going to be ending up. It's great.
कौन सा है मेरे को पता
Some
नहीं है
high
मैं
ground and
बताऊं
some
मैं
stuff,
जगह
but
बताऊंगा
still,
तुम लोगों
this
को
is a
बाद में पूछ के
difficult
कहाँ से आए।
circle to approach, especially with that road going up from Godok, where the strong compounds, where Hive is kind of locking down already. If it's either side of that road and you don't have a vehicle to traverse across, then it's difficult. It's really difficult. So let's see how it goes. Maybe they were looting for that long to get another
बीच
E-pick
में
up.
advance vote
They're just
करेगा।
E-pick-upping into an E-pick-up.
हाँ, मैं बताता हूँ अभी
Yeah, well,
मॉम
I
आएंगे
think
तो
most of the rotations
But
that
what
have
is
happened in this game are through e-pickups, and you're wondering how many vehicles are left remaining on this north side of the map, because that's what a lot of teams were banking on, is having some cars available after they do hit the ground. Hive does drop down a little bit further down towards the south side. I always find the compounds around this area a little bit awkward to play.
मैं कुछ
where
भी
you've
करके
got the high
18
ground
के करीब
surrounding
आना है,
you. It's not
80
always the
points
most
के करीब।
ideal position to be picking up
दो गेम में
knowledge and intel from.
अभी कल कुछ बढ़िया हो
These
जाएगा।
guys are going to e-pick up now. How
Map देखना।
many are on the map for these teams?
भाई सब पे गाड़ियां हैं भाई। Every player has
I'm
like
not
cars.
sure. That's the big one. Next circle popping here with the eastern circle going this way, Blank.
वो हमारे सामने VP जा रही है।
The very big high top and hill
और पीछे
where
Twisted
Shimo
Minds
is getting
है।
close to is actually super strong.
ये क्या है भाई?
And if Virtus Pro locks that down and gets the compound and we end up close to it, that's actually a brilliant,
भाई,
brilliant.
Dad, ये match
Let's see
तो
as
luck
far as
based
Sky
है।
goes, and let's see where the rest of the
ये
teams
वाला
end
luck
up
based
with the
है भाई।
amount of pressure that's coming
ये वाला
in
luck
this
based है
western
भाई, इसमें
side.
कुछ भी हो
Look at
सकता है।
how many teams moving.
इसमें कुछ भी हो सकता है भाई।
It's
ना-
an incredible migration from
ये
one
मैप
squads
देख के
right now.
मैं
Team
कुछ नहीं कह
Nemesis
सकता
also on
भाई,
the way.
कोई भी कुछ भी हो
A little
सकता
bit
है
more of
भाई।
a quiet past couple of matches so far for Team Nemesis, now looking to
ये
turn up
कुछ
the
भी हो
heat
सकता है
a
bro।
little bit here and regain their top spot. That high ground alongside all the rocks,
Nah, bro,
the
bhai.
outcrops in that area, going to be a big focal point for a lot of teams just as already
तुम उड़ो, तुम
scouting
तो उड़ो, ये
out
तुम कुछ
in
कर नहीं कर रहे हो,
the
तुम
glider,
उड़ो बस।
which is a very, very
जाके
nice
हमें
thing
clips
to
दे दो
have, I
please।
would say, in a circle like this. Getting the aerial view of where
भाई ये
teams
match
might
तो
be
भाई
playing
chat
when it's so obscured by all these trees
कुछ भी हो सकता है भाई।
is very, very useful.
It's both dangerous and useful here. If he gets shot down, they're going to lose a player. But he could also just dive down and get maybe to some of the high ground. But he continues his UAV action here coming in. Now Hive finds PGG. Sibylla gets found. Dante could find another one here. More shots come in. Rox finds another one. Vitality for the third party, though, in the distance.
मैं फटाफट पूछता हूँ
Jenkins finds
chat।
Joyce Lloyd Jacket. Sibylla gets flushed too. And Hive is on the winning end of this one here. And PGG gets stopped just a little bit. Everyone
फटाफट
chasing
पूछता हूँ
this
तब तक तुम लोग
fifth
मैच
place
देखो,
team.
साथ में ही देखते हैं।
There's just
वैसे तो हूँ इधर
immediate
ही, but
action
पूछ
for
रहा हूँ।
everyone.
I mean, we're all getting very close to one another at this point in time, especially as you start to sort of circle the high ground. So in the middle, Presenti will go down. It's PGG going out in 15th. We lost Viz a little bit earlier. If you remember, versus Virtus Pro.
चलो good।
It's a bit of
Now
a
we
big
can be fifth at the
congregation,
end of the day।
right,
PGG
around the
गई।
central high ground. Virtus Pro though, this team is very locked in towards the central arena. But on that northern side, S8UL off in the distance. And it is a lot of this tree line that just makes this area of the map so interesting to play, where you really are just trying to thread the needle and get as much information as possible. But sometimes it can be quite difficult, which is where like Virtus Pro's high ground actually comes in very useful, right? Because they get to look down upon
ये
players.
TMO वाला उड़ेगा क्या बस?
Yeah, now we have Justice jumping out here. He's done with the UAV and he gets
VP का split भी
and
अच्छा है
has
पता है?
gotten all the information already readily available for them here. So the question
VP का
is really,
split
do
भी
we
अच्छा
end
है।
up on this northern side? And I completely agree here. There's some very obvious kind of playing lines with how the riches and how everything kind of works. And if you know exactly how to approach that and how to kind of play around that, you can have an absolutely great game. Drops coming in. Oh, look at that. That's a spicy one.
भाई ये लेजर है पता है? P90 powerful gun है बहुत।
Right now. And to be honest,
Hey man, what's it?
for the MIF-OFF, this is a super easy pickup for a lot of these crates. Grab yourself a P9C level 3s. It's going to really put you ahead. And those boxes are very closely clustered, and already the MIF-OFF are starting to move. They're a little peek on over, see what they can garner from that location. Circle does
my
move down towards the south, though, and Na'Vi really benefits off the back of this.
Yeah, that's a huge
Look
stop
at
and
Na'Vi,
shift.
Jack.
Look how much teams is on the from 9 o'clock to 12 o'clock.
Navi ko dekho,
outside
chat.
the circle that's going to have to make moves. Navi is laughing. This is their chance, blank. This is their turn to make sure that they get points and kind of push themselves up to that top 5, top 6 positions here. Bushido Wildcats trying to thread the needle, but they're going to get shot and maybe shot down as well. Nixie finds Micah. And look at that. It's VP pushing over towards these northeastern sides. Trying to get around. Schengen finds Crossberg.
भाई TMO वाले तो kills दे रहे हैं भाई VP को.
Sort of interesting that Miko was down there on that northern side in the first place. I guess he was trying to inspect the loot crates or try and look where players were coming on that northern side. But yeah, do you think there was a possibility for them to just move down towards
अपन
the
सब
south?
थोड़ा-थोड़ा नीचे की तरफ push
Strange
होंगे
to me
और
it's
हम लोग
caught
के
out
पास
there.
high ground
Let's
रहेगा
put actually
majority
half through
type
that, though.
शायद.
They know they've weakened the
शायद
position
से.
on their southern edge. They can maybe push through that later.
क्योंकि सब नीचे की तरफ जाने के लिए फोकस होंगे.
Marco finding Marshall here, boss. Getting lots of damage taken here. And now Bushido Wildcats are going to pounce onto this one here. They're going to send it towards the confirmation. And yeah, that's going to be Marshall out. They're spread out too thin here, boss. They cannot defend this position already with them being in basically a 1-1-1 one-way split. Difficult for them. And now 1 point for Bushido Wildcats. Trying to push themselves up. Right now 12th place, but they're in this big mid-pack where a great game pushes you into 6th place. So is that fine for Tulins? No level 3 gear or 3 helmet for him. And he's knocked out. Now Diffix tries to find more of Twisted Minds. And Twisted Minds has just been straight up unlucky today, but still finding a little bit of points, a little bit of placements, some kills. Rough game so far for them
boards
today,
है भाई. Boards वाला पीछे से बीटी ना दे.
Yeah, find themselves in awkward spots. I mean, getting absolutely sprayed down by Na'Vi last game was a bit unfortunate for them. See how they can handle off versus Team Nemesis, though. This is not a
Like करो, subscribe करो if you are new to the channel. Facecam थोड़ी देर में चालू कर रहा हूँ.
Rotate inwards. So
2
it's the
minutes
type
देना.
of guy alongside with Diffx who can absolutely hit those shots as they're moving through. Team Nemesis, though, realize that, you know, already Twisted Minds, they've got a head.
Aduzi is down.
Wrap ahead. Time for them to get a move on.
Nah, bro. पकड़ो, हाथ लगाओ, हाथ लगाओ, हाथ लगाओ, हाथ
लगाओ. On Aduzi. But I think he's actually going to get out. Example's been found as well.
बच गए भाई, बच गए, बच गए, बच गए. Knock finish होने वाले थे भाई.
So much damage. Schengen finds them. And explosion on it. Lou does find Rina. And
Knock finish होने वाले थे
is
भाई.
on the receiving end of the damage here from Twisted Mind. Oh, tire popped. And this is a terrible car to drive with just 3 wheels. It's
1 HP clutch हुआ है उधर.
And look at that circle.
Yeah, that's why you got to put it in reverse. Best thing you can do. Slow but steady. Circle directly on top of Na'Vi. This
एक down करा अपनों ने.
Win. Back of this one.
एक shot down करा है.
Space to work with. Yeah, they're kind of in a ditch
नहीं, down
right
नहीं
now,
हुआ वो, low हुआ.
slightly. But it's just going to give them so much safety all the way through that end game, and there's going to be a
अपनी
bit
boards
of
के साथ fight
battle
हो रही है.
on the outside edge of the circle between a lot of squads. I don't think anyone's really getting through this unscathed, if that means that they have to use utility to get through as a 4-man, or even just lose one player here and there. You are losing something whilst battling on the outside edge.
Scav gets the confirmation onto Mame Rocks, gets the knock on to Phil first here, 9-0 slack. They're trying to hold on to this northeastern side, but they've got VP, our current lobby leaders, ahead of them. It's looking like a tall task ahead of them to make something work, but they can get in. Levante gets the confirmation onto Tulins here. It's really a rough game for Twisted Minds so far.
Yeah, I mean, wherever Twisted Minds has gone, it's constantly under pressure right
भाई
now.
VP वाले ने वो P90 ले लिया.
Figure out as much area as possible to play in. I think it's the best thing that they could have done. It's gonna keep them alive a little bit longer.
चलो boards खत्म हो गई.
Be me finding.
We got one of boards guy.
Running down. Code Marco, unfortunately.
But kill नहीं मिला अपने शायद. Kill मिला.
Not sure why. S8UL chasing down high. This team had a strong position at the start of the game.
Again, ये बोलते ही भाई कास्टर को बोलते ही हो रहा है ये सब.
Got something to say about us. Phil first will go down.
This is a difficult angle to push it because those riches are not out inside. Hive's holding terrain that's also not inside here, so they're fighting for terrain that's not in 1 minute. They're going to have to finish this fight quickly or disengage and get into a different spot here. They're trying to get the points, trying to resolve this quickly. The Doozy tries to run away from that. 17 damage still done.
Finish डाल दिया भाई.
Smokes ahead of them here, and now they're trying to leapfrog into this circle to hold out Hive. Lou gets a kill from Fantasia. Levante finds Doozy in the distance there. They're holding the northern side of this new circle here, and Vitality looking good, looking poised for some more points.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I mean, for S8UL, like, they've come on the edge of the circle. It has just been tough. They've run into a bunch of competition. Twisted Minds had the similar thing, but I think for them it was quite literally the case of we just have to split up and try and get as many positions as possible to play in. It's not likely we get in further, and I think that's the difference maker between them and Twisted Minds. We agree that we are going to lose players.
I mean, Hive committing so much to
zone damage
this next circle here. Now Perfect is just going to rain hell of them.
Or Hive wala banda ek
Nate's good. Nate's coming through more committed here. Shouldn't have been cooked, but that's still one more knock to come in for Lou as well. And now there's smokes upon smokes. Look at that. Confirmations trying to come through from the knocks.
Zone shift पे BT दे गया. गए Molodog zone से damage
they can.
Yeah, I mean, this is a hard shift over towards the eastern side.
एक ही रह गया अपना लड़का.
First Pro going absolutely crazy. Lucarux does have the P90, takes down.
You can like try for placement only, bhai.
Consistently chiming in here. Quizzy has an absolute swivel over the circle right now. He has got the telescope out.
He's also gonna die from zone,
targets around. The Mythov still stuck out though on that northern edge. We'll have to pass by through Team Vitality. Schengen's going to try and get a little bit of tiny high ground, see if he can spot over towards Perfectix, but the shots are good right now.
Trying to die from the zone.
Difficult game for Hive, difficult game for Nemesis and for Twisted Minds. The circles continue to go away.
Heal battle placement ke liye heal battle
is looking to hold out all these teams here. We're going to have a fight on the northern side with TMO and Vitality eventually, and Twisted Minds going out in 10th place.
Placement ke liye
finding Perfectix. They continue to get kills even though they're in a difficult spot.
Like, he's healing just to get placement.
Between Hive and the blue zone. I think it's a very good position to play, all things considered. They identify the location of Team Vitality. The Mythos sending in, doing tricks on it with the bike.
Abhi 8 teams in there.
Justice up on high. Woe to leave this rock.
Koi mari nahi raha abhi. Okay, ek aur 7 team. I think placement points ke liye. Up point milenge, nice.
In the front man here, he's just gonna try to take him down by him and find some off angle. And yeah, losing so much here, and it's outside the circle. Look at Nemesis also encroaching onto their position, flexing out to close it off.
At least we have
finds him, and TMO is out in 7th place. 10 kills already for VP. S8UL out in 6th place.
They're crossing that border into triple digits as well earlier on in this game.
सब एकदम corner में लड़ रहे हैं भाई, सबके सब एकदम corner में लड़ रहे हैं
भाई. Though they have been all over the place. I think it's been a really cool game
चलो कोई नहीं,
identify weak points of the circle and figure out how can they get in, how can they capitalize off the back of it. But gigantic shots coming through from Lucarux takes down
भाई almost double points है VP से, और अभी VP जिंदा है और 4 बंदे.
Hard to do much versus
zone में भी है भाई ये लोग.
Team Nemesis will go down to 3 as VP immediately bolsters this line.
Beamy and the correct.
It's just VP everywhere bhai aaj ka din.
The team to shot down 13 kills, 23 points ahead of Nemesis currently. For them with the amount of pressure already onto them. Look at that Hackatory.
VP is by like trophy de hi do mere ko aaj.
To get out of the compound, to put pressure onto VP. Hackatory finds Nixie. Can they get more out of this?
Ye trade ho gaye.
Looking to do what he does best and get up in the face with VP. Beamy. Another goes down to Nixie, but Beamy is absolutely blasting right now. Finds 2 and evens the deal. Lucarux though, last player alive now for Virtus Pro. 14 kills on the game. It's another massive game that they're having here. And this seems to be their MO, right? Just come out swinging, get yourself these huge, juicy matches. And then just sort of cruise control over your others. Very, very good stuff from VP so far. And again, this game is just either way. already a clear 20.
अपने को zone थोड़ा सा आगे पीछे हो रहा है अपने साथ.
After this game,
उधर जाते तो उधर चला जाता है, इधर जाते तो उधर चला जाता है.
Though might be on for the back-to-back.
Yeah, Ascend is just laughing inside the circle. Meanwhile, all the other teams are trying to fight each other outside. Oh my bad, trying to heal and try to get into this one here. 2 solos, 3 solos, sorry. VP, Nemesis, and Vitality.
Ascend भी है
Foreman now on Navi. It felt like Stayed actually had a time to strike onto Navi with the 2 knocks that we saw, and then instead he goes for this one here. He could have he had 3 nades. He
एक kill के लिए
and confirms with
Game
that
खराब
because
करने
the
के लिए.
rests were going on too. And look, Rooks, that's a broken. That's a broken observer. It's not looking the right direction on me. Here we go. There's.
एक मैच और बचा है आज का, एक मैच और बचा है. This is the 9th match, 10th match हो गया. इसके बाद मेरा इरांगल
guaranteed shots coming in from him. P90 in the hand of Lugaruk is pretty different here, but can he get more out of this one? Can he squeeze another point out of this one, Blank?
Yeah, I mean, Navi's
भाई ये 1v3 करते हैं ना अगर.
Got Boostic in the front line, just holding him out. Gonna head back, see if he can purloin some more lethals on side. Nade would be good. He has a rough idea of where he's playing.
He's not giving points.
I mean,
Oh, he actually gave the point.
How those shots are disgusting, all things considered.
9 पे आ
It's
गया.
a 3 versus 4.
Navi भी आ
Can
जाएगी
Navi
ऊपर.
from an incredible position at the start of the game potentially
Ascend
get
and
the
Navi.
3v4 going? It's Chris with AWM. fully
0 kills
kitted
पे अगर
out.
नावी आउट होती है तो हम लोग इधर ही रहेंगे, but
It's Chris with the green
which is
machine.
difficult.
The big boy gun here. There's no way they're not
Which is
losing this one
difficult,
here. It
chat.
feels like they've got all the terrain advantage. They've got all the crates. They've
कुछ
got
तो
all
trades
the
होंगे
gear.
ही.
Navi's hurt. They
Let's
committed
see.
so much smoke, so much utility, and here we're sitting with 5 smokes, a nade, and 3 stuns. Full 3 gear for It's Chris. 4
Instant go
nades on
करना
Kera.
है.
And it's a Kera 98 even. Look at that. Look at the total amount of utility they have to spare. 10 nades. Plenty of smokes. On the side of Navi, it's very sparse. That's for sure. 1 nade, 3 nades.
आपने वॉच पार्टी
That's a
चालू करी तब से हार क्यों रही?
total.
ये क्या बात
So
होती है
the
हमेशा?
utility
ये क्या
wall
बात होती है?
is definitely to be won
तो मेरा
by
क्या
Ascend
कहना
here.
लेना देना? हाँ
Look at that. They've got
ये तो मिथ है.
nothing to play ahead of them
This is
without
all
Ascend
myth.
having locked all of it. But the big one for me is if Navi plays this together as a 3-man and goes to against one position, they could potentially win it and then take the fight against the other guys here. They're playing
Jinx
kind
कर
of
रहे हो
spread
आप.
out, but it's maybe spread out a little bit too thin.
5
in
to
between
11
the
is
Ascend
chaos.
guys.
हाँ.
I mean, the problem is for Navi is that they get a beneficial circle shift for them, which comes back
But
over towards
top
the western
4
side. But
top 4 और top
it's
3 तो
open
कुछ भी है
grounds,
भाई.
they start
मतलब वो
moving
point
out. I don't think it's already
Yeah,
emerged
almost
to go
double
flares
भाई.
either,
और ना
so
VP
life
तो
gets
बहुत ही
very
out of the
difficult for
league
Navi.
चली गई है.
And even if they get close enough to throw their
VP के
grenades,
कल
you're right,
सारे
there's
बुरे
so
games हो ना
much
तब जाके
more
कुछ होगा.
Ascend can send back at them. So they
तब
do have to
कोई और
single
जीतेगा.
out positions, right, and slowly pull.
तब Nemesis
Ascend
can all
apart,
Nemesis
piece by
and Twisted
piece.
Mind can pull off ऐसे. हम लोग को लास्ट गेम एक बैंगर
That's how
चाहिए.
the approach should be released. Let's see what they decide to.
दूसरे team को
They're
support
in a
करो.
coup right now. They got the smoke ahead of them, and now they got space. They got something to work
अच्छा
with.
वो रिवर्स जिंक्स करना है. रिवर्स.
Kai, look at that, it's Chris. He's got the angle. That's a
Hey, lagi
shot.
nahi.
The jump is a little bit difficult to hit. He was at the edge of the smoke. No silence on that one, so they have no
Lagi.
doubt. 81 damage done. Now shots coming in with them 249. 45 damage done as well. K9. So that sounds like Keda 98 shots going out towards them. Look at this. Navi under tons of pressure.
नावी
already.
अगर वाइप हो जाती है ना तो हम लोग 8th रहेंगे अभी.
Send
Sit by वाली ट्रिक लगाओ.
starting to move out. It's
या
another
रिवर्स जिंक्स.
slow, suffocating finish coming through from Ascend.
नावी wins this.
And why not really? Every
Navi
single
wins
advantage
this
is in their
track.
favor. They had to close this one out.
No,
strong
actually, let's try.
back-to-back, which,
Ascend wins
You know,
this.
we'll put them. Should put them closer to
Ascend
that top
wins
4,
this.
right?
Wipe.
It's only 2 kills on the
Ascend
game, but
wipes
still very
Navi.
successful couple of matches that they've already had today.
Clean wipe.
Yeah, very impressed with what they've been able to do here today, especially Kilyakai. He had 0 kills yesterday. They've been able to turn it up.
Ascend
Kilyakai has
easy-
been turned on.
easy
He's such a
wipe
machine
Navi.
usually. And here, this is their game to lose, man.
Let's see.
But
Let's
it's
see.
the side of Pustik, Hakatori, and Ferris.
Lady luck नहीं ले रहा है.
Difficult to deny that these guys are
Ascend
really strong,
wins.
and Nates are coming in too. Hakatori
Clean
finds
wipes
Kilyakai.
Navi.
Nates are coming in towards Kedar. They're going to have to commit so much utility to save this. And look at this, T-Bone with the off angle. He's got such an off angle. And look at that, shots coming in towards him straight. Just immediate headshot onto him, though. And now the delay from Navi's being sent. He's going to try to survive.
Ascent's gonna win.
Med kit. It's going to come
Ascent's
off.
gonna win.
HP. Now he can take the win, the shot towards the next
Ascent
guy.
का game है.
Down low himself.
Game
now the
Ascent
shots
का.
coming through because he's not in this exact LOS. But it's Chris finds Ferris.
Yeah, Hackett's already finding that. I mean, that's a hard pickup to go for. ADBM sent in. Found the shot though, but for Na'Vi, losing Ferris is a big problem. Keta now creeping his way over, proned.
Ascent का game है, bro. I tell you, chat. I tell you.
Ready for this end game.
3v2, they cannot lose.
Ferris gets back up again.
Ascent cannot lose. That's 3v2.
This as two.
I don't think so. Is he going for it? Ah, they're...
Yeah, no, yeah, so they're just going to play as two.
Ascent cannot
okay,
lose
okay.
3v2, chat.
Nades are coming in
Easy
too
nade.
as well. Connecting on to
Easy
Booster.
nade.
He's low. He's going to try to hide behind a tree. He's got the Doritos to work with.
Doritos?
Let's see
Disco
here.
Doritos बोल रहे
Hacketori
हैं.
leading the damage charge here. Can he make something work? Can they?
हाँ,
play
they
this
cannot
one
lose
out
a
right?
3v2. Ascent का simple
Navi
है
has a
भाई.
better
Simple
angle
game
towards
है.
that center dot, but a Panzerfaust in the back of Kilyakai
Easy
is scary.
for Ascent.
Doesn't connect from its Chris. Now they're gonna have to go back to get the arm
Easy
and
for
the
Ascent.
machine working again. The well-oiled Ascend machine.
Let's see.
8 kills
see,
for
gang.
Na'Vi. This game means a lot to them.
Oh, a clean
Get
kill.
themselves back in a position where they can strike up towards that top of the leaderboard. Hacketori with barely an angle will find Keta. Kilyakai with another Panzerfaust in hand. A 2v2 though now. From unbelievable odds here on the side of Na'Vi. The Panzerfaust does nothing. Explodes in a puff of smoke. But Na'Vi stands strong.
That was crazy.
It's okay.
So well played.
Easy.
It's
Easy
good 'cause the
Ascent.
confirmation onto Ferris.
Easy
They now
W.
know that it's an effective 2v2
Easy
here
W
with
for
Keta being
Ascent.
knocked off the
I
offlane.
tell you,
I really like the Keta
they
push
have
here.
like
That's
a
the exact way to
placement.
do it, but
No, Navi has
when you
like a
go
better
off
placement.
the
but
machine himself,
Ascent kills them,
Hacketori, you just get insta-denied if it's not a quick knock.
Ascent
No
wins
utility on the
fight.
side of Navi. 2 bandages only on Boostic here. 5 bandages and 2 first aids on Hacketori. No more utility at all on the side of Navi.
Hacketori.
They have to win it from here.
अभी Hacketori मरेगा
Have to
देखना.
win it like this.
Hacketori.
4 nades on Keta, and he got knocked on that off angle. That is detrimental, but look at the amount of stuns that's still in play here.
Ascend
3
has the
stuns on
zone,
its
bhai.
Chris,
They cannot mess
2 on
this up,
Kilyakai.
bhai.
They can still make this work.
They cannot mess this up, भाई. Ascend के पास zone है, भाई. Navi has to walk in.
Gunfight, it really
Simple
does feel
game,
that
bruh.
Na'Vi sort of has the advantage
It's
here.
a simple,
Hacketori's
simple game.
kind of been blasting from this position, but
Out.
how does he get out from behind this position? He's just going to send it forward. It's Chris sprays through the smoke with the M249, gets a little bit of damage done. Stun grenades sent in.
A lot of stun grenades committed to go to an off angle that's not getting them a lot already. And it's Chris find Hacketori. It's traded immediately. And now it's Chris versus Boostic here. Can he make it work? Can he make the dream come true for Rich Chris and Ascend to get this win home here? Let's see what happens, Blank.
A 1v1.
Classic
Chris versus
Ascend
Boostic.
suffocate, but Na'Vi looking to break the fingers, break the lock. Here is the M249.
Ascend.
Boostic on a triangle. And Ascend
What
will
plans
win
after
the
Watchparty,
M249
gang?
from
We can
its
go
Chris.
RP.
Ascend are able to
भाई
make
वैसे
it
clean
happen.
wipe तो नहीं हुआ.
A still very
Clean
strong
wipe तो
15
नहीं हुआ.
kills, but it's the back-to-back here
सच में जीतना भाई हो तो गई थी
of
ऑलमोस्ट जिंक्स हो गई थी
What a crazy
ऑलमोस्ट
game.
असेंट जिंक्स हो गई थी
For us
भाई
to have a Northern
Clean
Ireland
तो नहीं था
Takeover
ये.
game here, Blank. And wow, as we bring Colaris into this one here, the VP star
Gang,
with
we
the
can
red
go
zone
RP,
knock
gang.
as well. I cannot believe it, James.
Yeah, that was a thing.
भाई almost jinx हो गई थी.
Die to a red zone before, and you know, of course.
RP जाना है या फिर क्या करना है
But
बाल भी खेल
I will say,
Whoa.
like,
मेंबर ओनली कर सकते हैं मेंबर ओनली भाई ऑलमोस्ट जिंक्स हो गया था भाई ऑलमोस्ट हो गया था भाई ठीक है अगली गेम करते हैं वालो एक और मैच है वैलो कर लो, यही मैं नहीं, ये वॉच पार्टी स्ट्रीम है यार, वॉच पार्टी स्ट्रीम में वैलो क्यों खेलूंगा मैं? व्हाट इज दिस? हम लोग पबजी पीसी खेल रहे हैं, पबजी पीसी स्ट्रीम है ये। विच ऑल्सो देखते हैं, देखते हैं चैट। गाइस सब्सक्राइब दबा दो, इफ यू आर न्यू टू द चैनल सब्सक्राइब करें, सब्सक्राइब करें। चलो मैं आया, मेरा स्टार्ट हो गया। क्या स्टार्ट हो गया? क्या स्टार्ट हो गया भाई? नॉट वॉचिंग द लास्ट मैच। खेल देखेंगे ना, देखेंगे। मेंबर ओनली प्लस ट्विच करना, देखते हैं गैंग, देखते हैं। बट 1 बज जाएगा कि मैं गेम ख़त्म करते होते थे। Pro playing Valo with chicks. This Priyanka, I tell you, bro. Oh, what is this zipline, bro? This guy never calls me, bro. Adil bhai, a game calls me. Call me. एक क्या? एक सेकेंड। एक गेम और बाकी है। हाँ, एक गेम और बाकी है, मालूम है। आई नो, आई नो। ये BMW वाले सारे ऐसे ही होते हैं भाई। देख लो भाई प्रियांक, देख लो भाई, क्या सुन रहा हूँ मैं ये सब। इसी स्ट्रीम पर वैलो कर सकते नहीं, इसको एक्सक्लूसिव वॉच पार्टी स्ट्रीम रहने देते ना गैंग। देखो पहले मैं जाऊंगा नहीं, पहले मैं जाऊंगा चैट अल्फ़ा से जाऊंगा मैं हतीम और फिर ऐसे ऐसे पूरा सर्वर वाइप कर दूंगा, समझ रहे हो? वो हेलो BMW के बारे में कुछ नहीं भाई, मैं नहीं बोला। समझ रहा हूँ। ये व्हाट इज दिस? भी नहीं आया भाई, डेड। ये व्हाट इज दिस? इन्फ्लेटेबल बोट। बोट क्यों बनाऊं मैं तेरा? Gang, what do you think we should do after watch party, gang? SKS should be better, right? I need a bag. रुको, गेम चालू तो नहीं? ओके नहीं, अभी गेम कहाँ चली गई? Well, members only. Game spoon. भाई यहाँ पे भी बंदा नहीं आया है, ये कैसे हो सकता है भाई? How did nobody come camp alpha, bro? This shit is not gas chat. Give me a good scope. RP हो ना? हेलो हो ना? ओ भाई गैंग, ओए ओए अबे एक तो रिलोड ही कैंसिल हो जाता है। अरे मारो छो। There's a guy, gang. Phew, he was actually a bot. A flare gun. चैट गेम चालू होने वाली होगी, हमें जल्दी चलना चाहिए। अब तुम लोग बोलोगे कि मैंने ऐसे साइड में क्यों मारा है? क्योंकि मैं आगे का सोचता हूँ, तुम समझ रहे हो? वो बूट कैंप वही, तुम देखो बस अब चाट 5 मिनट में गेम खत्म। ये कैसी थी गन है भाई? क्यों चलानी चाहिए? Okay, why not? इग्नोर हो गया मैं। नहीं बताओ ना गाइस। मेंबरशिप लो, रशा मेंबर ओनली पे डांस करने वाला। व्हाट आएगा? ये कब हुआ? Zipline gun? ऐसा भी होता है कुछ? चलो यार चैट, गेम शुरू होने वाली होगी, हमें सीधा कहीं जाके मरना है। गाड़ी कहाँ गई मेरी? मैं अंधा हो गया हूँ क्या मैं? What is this? गाड़ी का मार्कर ब्रोकन और व्हाट? ओ भाई अर्णव, व्हाट इज दिस? गाड़ी कहाँ गई? अंधा हो गया क्या मैं? अर्णव सेंड 5K ब्रो। गाड़ी को जमीन निकल गई लगता है। वन शॉट है हमारे पास ये। W Arnav शेर, थैंक यू सो मच फॉर द 5000। ब्रो अर्णव बताओ, डांस के अलावा कुछ भी बताओ करने को रेडी भाई। गैंग करने को रेडी, बताओ डांस के अलावा। भाई गेम चालू हो गई क्या? स्टार्ट गेम चालू हो गई। फक दिस, should not play anymore. The game has been started. Oh. अर्णव थैंक यू फॉर द 5000, थैंक यू सो मच ब्रदर। भाई चैट ये तो गेम डेड हो गई भाई, इतना लूटा करा कुछ फायदा नहीं ब्रो। देयर आर नो प्लेयर्स ब्रो, वेयर आर द प्लेयर्स ब्रो? Oh, I see one. एक गलत गन पे लग गया। गेम स्टार्टेड, यस। आओ इस पे पुश कर देंगे चैट। चैट बॉट है। कोई गाड़ी आ रही है। स्प्रे देखो तुम सिर्फ मेरा, ठीक है भाई का। अरे गेम स्टार्टेड, यस। बस 2 मिनट। तेरी माँ, आओ यू यू, पानी में चल, पानी में चल। आओ नो 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 नो, पानी 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 पानी। वॉच पार्टी ठीक करते हैं हम।
A very good thing for Ascend. I think it's arguable that in that situation, yes, Na'Vi does sort of outclass them mechanically there, but they still get the win. That's what matters at the end of the day.
Yep. And we're on board with Mr. T.
Chalo, chat. Okay, let's figure out where are our boys.
Show with Mr. Mark Powers, so I think he's going to be doing something.
Again, we are not in the zone.
Scav.
सब लोग जोन में ऑलरेडी लड़ाई झगड़ा कर रहे हैं, हम बाद में आएंगे। Let's see, hopefully, let's hope for the best.
Yesterday's were great here for No Slack, but today's been a bit more mediocre.
I know.
1, 2,
nice
3.
spray.
El Diablo.
I play good.
Of course. They love it.
I hate
Hey,
the
bhai.
way the game loaded
Hello.
in as well, so I was even surprised when it appeared. Yeah, I think for No Slack, I'd completely agree. I don't think they're happy with the way
Spray
today's
was crazy.
gone. I think
Arnav
it's a bit of a
शेर,
mental
वैसे थैंक यू सो मच फॉर द
situation
5000
back on
UPI
Rondo,
गोल को वापस आगे
when you
बढ़ाते
get
हुए
taken out
सिंगल
by
हैंडेड
Twisted
कैरी
Minds. That's a
चल रहा है
frustrating
आजकल।
thing to happen to you, and then you're trying to
क्रेजी
find your
क्रेजी कैरी
footing
चल रहा है आज।
after
थैंक यू
that,
सो
after
मच यार मेरे
slipping
भाई,
like halfway down
थैंक
the
यू सो
mountain.
मच, थैंक यू
It's
सो
a-
मच।
it's a rough
दिस
one.
स्ट्रीम
It's
इज
definitely
आल्सो
a
अ
rough one for
सक्सेस
No
नाउ।
Slack. I think they can bring it back though. I think it's
This
a
stream
very,
is
very
also
good
a
team.
success. Chat.
They've just
All
been
thanks
a
to
bit
Arnav.
down their luck
Big
since
W.
that
Yeah.
match. Like that was
Ate kya
their
dekh
match
liya.
to perform well.
भाई मैं बहुत
They had
अच्छा
an
खेलता हूँ सर.
insane position.
Trust me.
And then it's right
Shit.
as the circle is starting to close in. You get a delay.
What's up, buddy?
It's a
Late
dead
आया.
sentence at that point.
Yeah. I'm just wondering if, of course, for no
Okay
slack,
भाई ये
I'm
जोन ने
surprised
साथ
it's
तो
not
नहीं
gone
दिया
as
है
well
बट चलो
today.
कुछ अफगानी
But for
रोटेशन
our
आ जाए तो बढ़िया हो
observers,
जाएगा.
Not too surprising. I've called you out on your island observing. I've called you out on your El Diablo before it's happened. Called you cheeky on the islands. Come on, do something observers
BGMI
that
खेलो
I'm
कभी साथ में.
surprised by for this game. Come on.
आयशा को पूछना
That's a
पड़ेगा वो
challenge.
खेलेगी उसको आता है वो कैरी कर सकती है मुझे.
Okay.
They're going to
अगर
do
वो
something
खेलेगी तो
weird
मैं
now.
खेल
But that's
सकता हूँ.
great. Cool.
फिर
I
हम
love
लोग
weird.
सब गेम्स कर
No,
सकते हैं.
this is fine. You know, we're following the glider. This
एंड
is
नाउ
it.
क्या करें? आरपी करें या इसके बाद क्या खेलें
You
बताओ?
can't challenge them like
We
that.
have like
No,
They've got to
'cause-
set
cards.
something up.
No,
You know, let
because
them cook.
it's going to happen tomorrow. It'll probably happen tomorrow once you've forgotten about it, because that's
वेट
that's
अर्नव ने
the
कुछ
type of
लिखा था
thing
क्या?
they'll
मैं
do.
देखा नहीं
That'd be
तो.
smart. That'd be really smart. I like that.
Gang,
Let's
gang.
see if S8UL can do something
आज नो
smart.
गाना
Throw in a few
बहुत
mids
सुन लिया कल.
here and there. They've got to be RDM like that.
मेरे
They won't be
जाना
coming very late to the circle, though.
कभी नहीं
but
जाना.
Okay, well,
इश्क मेरा दर्द मेरा.
I think that's one love to the observers. I'm not
they've
gonna
got
lie.
me. One love. Yeah, exactly. Stop that. All right,
What,
boost the
actually,
BRDM.
2-1. It's
Boost.
2-1. It's 2-1.
वो BRDM में तेल नहीं है क्या?
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. Boost the BRDM for S8UL because they are in Narnia right now. And we'd rather not be in Narnia. Come out from that wardrobe. And Mr. Keta98 himself. Let's see what they're going to be able to get undone. As it's Chris, one of the heroes from before. Going to be shooting at that glider from before. No slack. Get out of Dodge. Get out of there.
It's a good time to get that information on board. This is the fairly central circle, right, as well on Picardo. Everlong taking control of that early on in the tournament. Very nice for them.
Yep.
Good position to
गोल
start
रीसेट
in.
किया या वापस कल वाला?
I always do kind of like
कल ही तो
these
रीसेट करा
circles
था.
as well.
आज फिर अभी
Very, very
अर्नव
fun
ने
to play
शुरुआत
around
करी है
with.
ब्रो.
The northeast circle on this one, where we head over towards that ridge side and you start having everyone try and find a little cove to call their own. It is a difficult one. But it's also a little bit of an actionless circle for a little while because there is so many positions to play.
I think for Everlong, with their central positions that they've had, it's all nice and dandy that you have them, like the Picardos, like the Pachinkis and things like that. They just need more experience in these, top-level regional lobbies. I think if
Last
they did get that
team
down
prediction
the line, like
Russia
a few
this stream.
PECs down the line and still held onto those middle positions.
Last में देखो
maybe they can
last
make a
तीन
challenge,
टीम पता है
right?
कौन सी
But
बचेगी?
15
एक
points,
बचेगी
23
Slack
points from those locations. It's not what you would expect from a team coming in from those locations.
एक बचेगी तुम्हारी
So it's just lack of experience at this level.
Slack PGG
I'm about to drop some
and
knowledge.
VP.
Okay.
ये तीन
Not
लास्ट
really
में
incredible
बचेंगी.
knowledge, but I'm going
Last
to drop it
three
anyway.
Okay, go on.
If I was Everlong,
Last three
personally
team.
picking Picardo,
VP,
picking
PGG
Pachinki,
and Slack.
I don't think it's super useful for them.
Okay.
Because it feels like for Everlong, I didn't really expect them to see them in the top 5. I'll be honest, right? But I think playing at this kind of lobby and playing in from the outside edge is a lot better experience.
Tufan.
Again, though, for them, it might just be a case of we want to try and get as high on the
Tufan
standings
आ
as
रहा है
possible.
तूफान.
This is a way to guarantee some
मत
placement
गाओ
points
भाई.
at least. And again, they can always play in.
भाई हाथ दर्द कर रहे हैं.
Sure. I think if it's offered up to you, you take it, right? Like nobody else is there.
Yeah.
You may as well give it a pop, give it a shot. About this circle though here for a moment.
This answer was
the
given
first
after
post
taking
I would
reverse
say,
jinxing
in
to
the
him.
middle
Nah,
again. Hell.
भाई वही
Like,
होगा देख
what?
लेना.
How? This is crazy talk. So, you know what? Everlong from Picardo, hop down there. Go and deal with this 2-2 split of Virtus Pro, please.
Hang on.
आज भी पुशअप करे नहीं.
You send them to the deaths. That's not
आज
cool.
गैंग
Go
ने मना
on,
करा मुझे.
battering ram. You know, like
The
that
chat gang
ogre in that
said
hits its
नहीं
head
आज
into
कुछ
the
आज
door
कुछ
in,
अलग
is
करो.
it Minas Tirith? Which one?
अलग में
And then
क्या
just
करे?
falls over.
Helm's Deep.
No, there's no ogre at
इसे कल
Helm's
वापस से
Deep.
रख सकते हैं पुशअप का.
There's definitely an
कल
ogre.
रखेंगे.
It's in the Hobbit movie.
गैंग गैंग का क्या
no,
सीन है?
never mind.
गैंग
Then that
गैंग
was good.
को
Never mind.
Oh
अभी
yeah,
ये
in the
मन
Hobbit's movie where the ogre hits his
खत्म
head
हो
and he
गया.
goes, "Ooh."
अगले मंथ
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for.
अगले मंथ के एंड में कुछ होगा गैंग अभी एक महीना ऐसे ही खींचेगा और विदाउट गैंग
when they're like one of the most frightening
भाई गैंग का कुछ कुकिंग भी करनी पड़ेगी भाई उसके बाद तुरंत बनाना पड़ेगा तुरंत
Well, Everlong is apparently
Why many night shift please
Saint. Saint might have disconnected, and that's normally why you see those kinds of punch outs.
Wait, what?
Just stop him running in a certain direction.
भाई मैं क्या सुर खींच सकता हूँ तुम्हें पता भी नहीं है.
Oh yeah, I think he's
एकदम हाई नोट खींच सकता हूँ मैं हाई नोट.
Like a
or he's stuck.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. It happens sometimes, but I mean, you're in a
कुछ सोचा
position
उसके बाद क्या
where
करना है कुछ ऑप्शन ही नहीं है
he's
भाई.
not reacting, he's not healing or anything like that, so it must have been a DC. It happens. And they've got themselves okay covering Picardo, right?
कुछ ऑप्शन ही नहीं बचा है सब बुकिंग हो गई है.
Back on board.
Is this because I dropped some knowledge? I'm really sorry.
You called them the
ogres
that
नाराज हो
hit
गए मुझे लगा
themselves
भाई
heads into the wall.
मैं लग
That's
गया कि मैंने
crazy,
इग्नोर
Blind.
करा और फिर
You caused that.
No, you
ओए
did
वो लोग
that.
गोल लगा रहे हैं क्या?
I think
it
you did
wasn't me.
that. Yeah, you called them ogres.
VP versus Twisted Mind.
Well, let's head to the battle.
Exchanging some shots.
As Nixie somehow already has 160 damage on board.
रेसिंग की
as they're
किसने
shooting
सोची थी
at
बच्चे
UP.
यहाँ
There's only been
बच्चा
one
था
casualty so far. That's why we're just having a good old chin wag. Unfortunately, that was Navi losing at one member,
अच्छी है ना?
which is not the best situation. Spiro going down after. That's the thing. Navi almost always like you see them come alive at the end of days quite a lot of times, and that's exactly what happened on their PGS2 win. Like the two last games suddenly absolutely
we made it to the zone, but we are
into first place.
बहुत split
so
up.
they're very good and very adept at doing that.
और बीच में
one early means
Bushido Wildcat भी है और Slag भी है.
Yeah, I mean mechanically for Navi, it's always been very, very impressive. I think it's that there's this late game decision making that's been sort of thing that they haven't been able to quite fall back on. I think Virtus Pro has been
ignore तो करते हो यार रश क्या ले जालदा what up gang.
It might not be that Navi doesn't know how to make those plays. They've probably got a huge amount of plays in mind, but I think right now it does look like they're trying to figure out how to play around this lobby. But if you ever set themselves up in a good situation to play central, oh my god, they look so good. But yeah, I personally think that you're right.
I believe zone would be bottom left.
Tomorrow is Navi's game. I think they're
ये देखो
starting to
send
figure
वाले
this
बंदे
lobby
बैठे हैं
out.
send.
You saying, "Oh my god, they look so good," coincided with us showing Ascend's webcams.
फिर
and I
zone
was like,
अंदर गया
"Damn, that
फिर
was a
और zone
real
अंदर
quick
गया.
topic change." But no, you were still on about Navis.
Yeah,
the
he
green
spotted.
screen.
There is no
Yes,
empty
yeah.
spot left. पता है? Yeah, वो ये compound
Well,
left
the
है.
circle has
Yeah, we
indeed
have
still
that
centered on
compound.
the position
अगला
of
zone हमारी
Fortis
तरफ
Pro,
खींचे
who
बस.
Still has the 2-2 split across very high prio compounds.
Slack वाले मार रहे
So now
हैं,
we're gonna see
slack
who's
वाले
gonna
मार
go
रहे
for the
हैं,
needle
slack वाले
move
मार
on
रहे हैं.
forwards. S8UL is actually moving in. Ispress does find Molodoct. So that is a pretty
क्या हो गया हमारे पास BR team नहीं
casualty
थी.
to take here for S8UL. Molodoc's a very important player for their fragging capabilities. So that's rough, and there's no real getting that blue chip back
Zone
either,
BT
or
दे रहा है भाई,
even
वही
really
zone
any
BT
time
दे रहा है.
getting the blue chip and then going for a res because he's so in the open where he went down.
भाग रहा है हमारे से zone. थोड़ा पहले start अच्छा दिया.
Though I can't fault them for that push. You see that this location is open. You've come in very late. I think you just take it. Right? You absolutely just take it.
Where's the BRDM? They must still be in play, and they were just having more vehicles. Oh, Navi's got a BRDM. Okay. Didn't go for a res, though, I don't think, during all of that. I don't think they have the chip. But 3 gear on Fairest. If Fairest plays this anything like a Batulin's would, he'll be using this for information as the IGL, just kind of scouting around, using it for a much better vantage point as they try and slowly work their way in towards a circle like this, which can always have its upsides. But they do know that there's going to be teams moving in behind them, so they've got to be very cognizant of that as well.
Zone ने बहुत बीटी दी भाई आज.
IGL's best friend, where you could be driving into circle and have the map fully open. No way, and you're not in danger. That's crazy. Yeah, so it's a very nice thing to have.
Wolf cut.
The balls they're heading in on that eastern
Try
side.
कर रहा हूँ कि शायद हो, but मुश्किल है मेरे बालों में होना. But
DAY-3 that we saw from in the qualifiers.
इसके लिए बड़े कर रहा हूँ. फिर बड़े करने के बाद एक बार बढ़िया सा कट करवाऊंगा कुछ.
It was expected that balls wasn't going to do
एकदम
insanely well here.
जाऊंगा एकदम
It's nice to see the balls
expensive
did have
salon
a
में
bit of bite to them,
जाके बोलूँगा
right?
let's see what we got.
But it just hasn't translated very well into the finals.
क्या ले राइल भाई यार आज का दिन स्टार्टिंग अच्छा हुआ है. अभी थोड़ा पेस स्लो हो गया है. कोई नहीं, अभी भी ये वाली मैच भी अगर कभी भी कन्वर्ट हो सकते हैं ना तो बढ़िया हो जाएगा.
Strong team. It's definitely not the one of the strongest teams in the lobby, but they can take it and kick it with the best.
Yeah, they've done all right for themselves, keeping themselves in at 52 points at the moment. Sloyd Jacket once again, Marshall down.
कोई अहमदाबाद वाला है क्या चैट में?
Trying to wiggle on around.
Guys like दबा दो 800 likes के करीब हम लोग. कोई अहमदाबाद वाला है?
The funny thing is, Sloyd was the one that was miles away from that the 3 as well, so doing all right for himself. Taking
Yo gang,
one,
map the
then now rendezvousing with the rest of the team. And as this circle bears down, oh boy. Okay,
VP का zone बना है. Crazy.
That south compound, and then from there, everybody else is going to try and inhabit those circles.
भाई VP has like the center point भाई. End game तक खेलेंगे वो लोग.
Pro are kind of annoying. You can technically live underneath that compound later in the
बताओ क्या
game,
हुआ?
as long as some of those lines of sight from
नहीं.
the south side are completely gone, shut out from the circle. But it gets a little bit dicey.
Enrich saloon दिखा होगा फिर आप अहमदाबाद वालों को. बट वहां जाते ना तो भाई दे सेल दूसरे प्रोडक्ट्स बहुत सेल करते भाई. ये करवा लो अच्छा हो जाएगा, ये करवा लो वो अच्छा हो जाएगा, ये करवा लो अच्छा हो जाएगा.
Over towards No Slank losing Sata, which is a really big deal, but it's all popping off as many teams are trying to make their way in as quickly as possible.
ओए भाई किल फीड देखो भाई, लड़ाई ही लड़ाई हो रही है भाई.
PGG finding the remnants of Boars, 80s
लड़ाई ही
absolute
लड़ाई.
carnage all across the map, and everyone knows why is because
एंड आपको ना बोलना नहीं आता, वही तो प्रॉब्लम हो जाती है. 4000 5000 का कितना हो जाता है. इसके लिए मैं तो जाते नहीं. 150 वाला बढ़िया है, बाल दाढ़ी दोनों जाती है.
They're down and out in 8th place for the rest of the day, unless some people are going to actually leapfrog them though. Hive moving alongside this actually did a lot of damage to them, but so did Virtus Pro as well.
zone hackers, Philfist down. VP वाले ने Philfist को मारा है, डाउन करा है, बट शायद रिवाइव हो जाएगा.
Okay, so Everlong's hiking. They're hightailing it.
क्या रिवाइव पॉसिबल है?
I don't think it's the most successful approach that's ever been taken, but we'll see what they can get done. All right. PGG will find the remainder of Boars. I mean, they had their teeth sunk into them. I don't think they were going to let go anytime soon.
नहीं, knock finish हो गया.
PGG is controlled nicely on the eastern side, which again is a little bit of a repeat from match 1.
He'll continue to do it at the moment as Kiliakai finds himself embroiled in a bit of a fight here with Bushido Wildcats alongside the Concretes. What can actually go on here? He does see him through that window as well. He's just hoping.
Really mushkil now.
If he actually comes up from a prone position into a crouching one, he's going to be able to take some shots, but that leaves him very exposed indeed. Okay, we charge up an aid. Are we going to be able to post it? No, around the corner. Ooh, did a bit of damage there.
It's a great airburst. If they were still playing in that corner, that would have been
driving.
A lot of damage done. Good shots from his Chris. Just the blue zone pushes him out of that location as well. Sadly, T-Bone will go down to Code Marco. On the
मैच के बाद हम लोग 6-7 वाला चैलेंज करते हैं.
Those guys will find Bushido Wildcat Celtic and the quick flush coming through from Diffex. A nice steal from him.
ऐसा बोलने वालों को सीधा बोलना, जितना बोलो उतना कीजिए, मुझे प्रोटेक्शन लेने कुछ. काश में इतना स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड बोल पाता.
As 2, you've got to be very careful.
Best of 1.
Best of luck. Good steal though on that.
I think kill steal करा है.
South side, looking to see what they can get done over towards the teams on the north here.
1 point.
And for first,
60 भी ले लेना अभी.
It's a bloody freebie.
60 तक भी खींचना तो बढ़िया होगा.
They have found the Miramar Magnet. We
VP
meant to
build very
delete that
different
from the game, but it seems like it's
VP
still
वाले
exists.
सारे
VP currently in a very strong position.
भाई हम तो क्या ही है ज़मीन में
This
लेटे
is
हुए हैं
where
बिल्कुल.
we can kind of say that if VP gets another massive VP game out of this one, it's sort of.
Twisted Wine के लू ने 3 बंदे नॉक करे भाई.
What on earth?
एक स्प्रे में 3 बंदे.
With a triple spray. Oh, I need a first person perspective on that at some point. Jeez Louise, Lou's just absolutely done him. A 4-piece for Lou against Everlong. And now it's all going to kick off elsewhere here.
Insane,
It's Chris. As they're trying to make
एक ही
the
स्प्रे में
transition
लपेटा
against the
उसने.
edge, but it's not going to be easier, man. I mean, as you say, Diffex with a okay, this is crazy. But the thing is that all of these moves trying to happen
ने 2
at
मोटार
exactly
से
the
मारती
same
है,
time.
गाड़ी
There's just
फाड़
not
दी.
much to play. And if anybody gets out
What
of
is
like,
going
the
on?
conflict on the edge, they go into the prying eyes of Virtus Pro. Oh dear me.
Yeah, it's real hard stuff right now. I mean, Father Diffex is getting some big work done with a mortar is crazy. Na'Vi looking to finish off the job for them. Another mortar comes through. Finish off Pains, which is nice.
ये मोटार अलग मारे जा रहे हैं लोग.
A little bit terrified right now.
No
bit
doubt.
of a shot. PGG starting to work their way in on the ridge on the eastern side. Hive have to move down.
If VP wins final one, वो second में
on the
खेलेंगे.
north, it's a bit of a rough one to work their way through.
BRDM थी हमारे पास. Still we lost 2 players भाई. That is
tough. They're gonna have full attention over towards Hive now.
Nemesis is so prepared for the push that they're going to be making on an S8UL because multiple of them have Panzerfausts against what would be the BRDM hop in, hop out, hop in, hop out. If Aduzi actually needs to do that in the defensive posture against them. As Twisted Mind still on the warpath here. Not going to be letting this go anytime soon. Lou with another one here. Salik goes down. Perfectix takes Mogor. Twisted Minds is like, well, what if we just shoot at everything now? As we're trying to move in on this north side and try and shut a lot of people down. Dante's
somehow
dead.
we are still alive.
Things are getting a bit crazy, Blank.
Well, I think for Twisted Minds, it completely makes sense. They know that they have to push really hard in this match if they want to set themselves up for tomorrow, where they can maybe take first place. It's looking more and more unlikely with Virtus Pro's position currently in the circle. I think the
my God,
big benefit right now. Zakatori will find Sabila and another nade gets so close. PGG's getting very unlucky with these nades, man.
Every game कल 20 pointer चाहिए.
But as I was saying, I think for Twisted Minds, it's not as bad because Virtus Pro currently don't have a huge amount of influence just yet.
Krish, thank you so much for the sub.
Missile. I couldn't believe the throw on that one. But Navi somehow weathers the storm.
वही Twisted Mind वाले भी चालू हो गए हैं बिल्कुल. भाई top 3 teams खेल रही है भाई, banger खेल रही है.
Here, Salik's trying to do a bit more damage here to Navi. Lou finishes off Mogor in the distance once again. They still have a little bit of room here to be able to play with that double flash.
60 तक भी खींचे ना आज. अभी ये गेम में कुछ करके.
Atlas wielding Fairest on the left-hand side. Looking for a bit of an opportunity wherever he can see him, but he does get spotted out by Salik. There needs to be more peeking coming in from PGG, but if the other player does peek over, he's going to be vulnerable to some other players. Look how aggressive they're moving up against this. They knew that they could, and Salik's down.
Yeah, I mean, that is a bold play. I mean, he has to peek that. Like, he's got no choice. He set themselves in a position. Again, that's where Na'Vi shines. They are so mechanically gifted that they can afford to make a play like that, where he trusts in his teammates that they're going to hit that shot.
What could be done, chat?
Lou finally is put down after his rampage on the northern side, but not quite finished off just yet. Zabilla will find rocks and finish. Aduzi will flush out, stayed on that southwest side.
डाल के वापस आ गया वो.
Struggling slightly versus S8UL.
But obviously it's still in the BRDM. Where are the Panzerfausts? They may have actually spent them off. A mailman, he gets run down. I think they might have spent the Panzerfausts. As I said, I thought that they were prepared for the eventuality of what is to come here with this, but now they're just spraying into it.
What are you cooking, bro?
Himself throws it on over, gets caught on the legs there a little bit, so has to duck back on in.
What are you cooking, bro?
Team Nemesis is going to be very, very difficult. They sort of have to abandon Melman here. It's a hard push. Aduzi's playing this very
Where is our second guy?
Super oppressive in BRDM. They set up a side angle. He's in fact just going to go for the rundown.
Oh!
And he does 5-1.
1v1?
Gets blasted out of the way. And
Oh!
so cruel.
Bullied!
I can't believe that first tap actually just straight knocks him, by the way. It was like the slowest vehicle of all time. Again, it's like the Austin Powers, the Zamboni running over the dude or whatever on the roller. Eventually he just doesn't move. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's a sad one.
Bro, he just ate the team, bro.
But Aduzi takes no prisoners. That Panzerfaust he just picked up as well.
I didn't see.
I think he picked up a Panzerfaust off of Melbourne, if I'm not mistaken. Either way, he's ready and prepared to go. You know, he knows as a BRDM player, his worst enemy is a BRDM. As they will move further in. So S8UL do get themselves up into a top 5 during this game. 54 points, middle of the pack. I think a good result for them would just... If they can end tomorrow in a top 5, I think that's a pretty good result for them.
Meanwhile, in the compound, the one compound still remaining. It's Virtus Pro.
Yeah.
Can someone please do something about this? Technically, actually, with
top 5, yep, top
with
5 at least
S8UL,
today.
Twisted Minds, and Na'Vi still remaining. Actually, they're 3 really good candidates to try and.
अभी actually इन लोग को fight करने देना पड़ेगा. And हम बस BRDM भी बचाएं and then zone में भी रहें.
It's a bit of a bombastic ending, right? With Na'Vi versus Pro Twisted Minds and S8UL still in the lobby.
54 gross, बस 60 बोला था. Let's see.
It's bombastic.
वैसे मैंने क्या बोला था? Slack,
PGG versus Pro though. Again,
और कौन सी टीम बोली थी? Na'Vi बोली थी ना.
They haven't had a massive out.
Slack और PGG is down. अभी Na'Vi की बारी है शायद. Na'Vi can kill. Na'Vi can pull this off.
And push themselves into an even more insurmountable position on the leaderboards.
Yeah, and Versus Pro knew that this was push was going to be coming here from Na'Vi, so they just made sure that they greeted them instantly as they were able to push.
Na'Vi मार देगी भाई VP. I think redemption है Na'Vi का. VP वाले over कर रहे हैं भाई. Over कर रहे हैं. बोला ना over कर रहे हैं.
Going around the wrong way and gets caught.
किधर देख रहे हो
by
भाई?
the Famas from
किधर?
Faris.
किधर?
Stuff here.
हाँ.
By Na'Vi to go for these trades
Luka
a little
down.
bit. If they could just flush Lukarooks, then maybe there would be a little bit more of an opportunity for the rest of the teams that were having to challenge this compound. But Nixie
right down.
Faris once again with the FAMAS. It is deadly.
Curexy right down.
Careful.
Oh, we third party. Let's farm frags. Let's farm frags. अरे यार ये ले जाएगा. Oh, we got at least 2.
A little bit closer. For Virtus Pro, it is a disastrous approach from 7 kills, insane position,
nice.
Getting pushed off. But Na'Vi is just a flame right now. It is so cool to see them playing at this type of level. Twisted Minds though can't kill that just yet. Starry Skies looks to hold on. You got Nitro in the background. He's doing a big amount of work for the team.
Oi, we are in the top 4. Chalo. Besto got Beamy.
And he will keep the team alive.
We got one more point. Let's go, Besto. 3 kills idhar hai. 3 kills idhar hai. No, don't get out. Don't get out. Don't get out. Don't get out.
For him to get out there and
Oh,
maybe try and confirm these
bhai.
flushes, but obviously Lou is still lurking. He can't go for that. He's actually going to go on one side.
He's going to take the 1v1?
Very
No.
smart moves here, considering where Lou
Well, that guy was
positioned
about to
himself,
sit in
but
the
now, of
BRDM.
course, here, Lou, unfortunately, tail between legs. Can't really do much about this at the moment. Gonna try and
What
post
are
a
these
nade
guys
on
up
over.
to with the
Little flash.
BRDMs, bro?
See if you can kind of get.
Bro, we can
Case.
actually.
He's confirmed by Starry
But
Skies.
Na'Vi wins this.
Oh, Panzerfaust. Did you
Na'Vi
get out
wins
of the
this.
boot? He's
Na'Vi
crazy.
wins this.
He's crazy.
Na'Vi wins this.
Gets one.
Oh, he
Now
got
we'll
over.
look
He
back.
ran him over. Oh my god.
Oh, dear me. A doozy. What a nightmare. Well, Twisted Minds. I mean, that's what I thought Lou was doing the entire time, is that he was going through all of the boots in every single vehicle, desperately opening and closing them, pretty much, looking for a Panzerfaust. The quickest hands in the West.
Okay, well, okay, we're just going to spray this now. Na'Vi is only 2 alive, and there's just 1 versus 1 going on, or 1 versus tank on the other side here. Bestalosh is a bit of a tank as well, though, as he does tank a lot of those bullets, gets back into the BRDM. It's still a bit healthy. Na'Vi's going to start peeking across and seeing exactly what is going on.
Wait. Let Na'Vi come.
This was a very game 6, game 5. Like,
let Na'Vi come.
Yeah, it really was. It's all got a little bit to pot here.
Hello.
Okay, Besto, do something.
Well, the nade does damage the BRDM and finishes off Lou. These are some crazy nades been sent in. Bestalosh is just going to run it. Yeah, he's just going to run it out into the blue. Fair play.
NT.
Jam pack for the moment.
Problem.
All right, congratulations, Na'Vi. You win the game, but most importantly for the rest of the lobby, Virtus Pro doesn't win the game.
Good thing, good placement. Good placement. Good KPs.
Interesting game. I thought it was going to be quite formulaic with Virtus Pro having that compound. Let's get Avenger back in, have a bit of a chat.
कल ये help करेगा भाई. ये एक point help करेंगे भाई कल.
This ended way quicker than I thought.
भाई लेकिन ये बहुत unlucky हो गया ना बेचारा. बहुत अनलकी हो गई. इसकी गाड़ी रुकी हुई क्यों थी? कितने पॉइंट हो गए? 60 आ गए.
That was kind of wild, but also what a central position we were able to lock down for VP once again, man. That's
couldn't he run over them? नहीं, वो गाड़ी में बैठ जाते थे ना. और वो बहुत स्लो है. BRDM is freaking slow.
Yesterday, and that's one
spin हो गई होगी गाड़ी. टायर फोड़ दिया था. अच्छा.
you know, push their campaign even further for tomorrow.
Bro, we hit 60.
Yeah, extremely important, of course, as for some of the teams trying to jump on up, right? I mean, Ascend as well. 14 points at the start of the day.
Bro, BRDM actually.
alongside
Yeah,
S8UL,
तो जो
14
bully था
points at the
भाई.
start of the
Yeah,
day.
जो
Both of
bully
them
था भाई.
have had quite meteoric rises. It's just a shame for them, Blank, that there's been far bigger rises across the
भाई हमारा
board
अगर day
elsewhere.
1
Otherwise, we'd be talking about these teams
और
all day.
decent होता ना, तो अभी हम लोग almost top 3 होते हैं भाई.
Nice. It is great. It's great news for a lot of our squads in terms of Virtus Pro going.
अगर हमारा
down
day
as
1
early as it
decent
did.
होता राइट,
It's
तो हम
still
लोग
a
top
tough
3 आराम से
upload for
होते
some of our
भाई.
squads underneath
क्या
them
खींचा है
to
भाई
catch up
लड़कों ने
on
आज.
some tomorrow, but it doesn't look.
चलो कल
so
देखना worth
much
रहेगा.
of a
मतलब
really
ऐसा नहीं हो गया कि
difficult
कल there is
task
like
right?
no hope.
Yeah, I still
There
want
will be
Twisted
hope.
Minds win, right? I'm watching the last
ये
moment.
देखो ना, ये गाड़ी फटी and he got low.
Maybe it's time for Twisted Minds to be able to get the win. But Avenger, Starry Sky is actually putting a lot of damage against them, and then you know what, Bestolos just comes in and does.
आप और गेम्स की वॉच बड़ी करोगे जिसमें S8UL के लिए देखते हैं.
Things on both the
Warzone की
receiving
करूंगा अगर
and the
Warzone का
giving
सीन
end
रहेगा तो.
for the S8UL guys. They were playing around with Team Nemesis. They were playing around with
13
a lot of the
points.
teams coming in, and then turns around here. But 4 teams
points.
on double digits for the last game here. It might have been a
Now
game
standing
6
we.
of scrims for this one, but what a fantastic way to
मतलब he got
accrue more
knocked.
points. And
Knock
in
क्यों
my
किया वो?
book, guys,
गाड़ी
this is
फटने से.
Twisted Minds victory we needed because they got the most points out of this.
Okay.
देखो अगर Twisted Mind एक spot
Right,
रखती है
that's the
ऊपर
big
तो I
names
think
that
हमारे
we
पास
can
आसान
expect
हो
for a
सकता है.
lot of these games, but it's kind of really been anything but.
Number 7 पे है हम
Here
लोग.
is the standings. The tail of the tape going
Bro,
into
मैंने 60
day
बोला था and
number
60
3.
हो गए भाई.
And
काश मैंने
again,
ज़्यादा बोले होते.
This looks extremely reminiscent to PGS3, where Virtus Pro was playing internationally and
I
so
think
far ahead of
top
the competition.
4
It's back
आना
again, Blank,
is
and I don't think
easily
the
doable.
only 2 teams that have got even an outside shot of being able to make a challenge to it is Nemesis and Twisted Minds tomorrow.
भाई कल का worth
There's
होगा.
only
मतलब
really
कल
3
कुछ
teams right
कल
now
अच्छी
gunning
पोजी
for
आ
that
सकती
first
है और
place.
हमारी.
And it's going to require Virtus Pro to have quite a few pitfalls tomorrow, right?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the only way that Team Nemesis and Twisted Minds can really catch up. It's that or Twisted Minds and Team Nemesis play out their minds.
कल
And
2
I
good
think
game
that
and we'll be
it's
like
so hard
top
to
3 bro.
maintain that type of caliber all the way through, because at the end of the day, PUBG still has that RNG involved. Like, you can't always have insane days. You could be the best team in the world. You're never going to be top of the pack every single game.
No, for sure, for sure.
Possible
I think also
possible
not only an important rise for
possible
Ascend and S8UL, Martin, but also an important rise for Na'Vi.
Yeah,
I mean,
scores.
Ascend
we are
and
number
S8UL were on
7
14
right
points
now.
at the start of the day.
But आज
Na'Vi
अच्छा
was on
comeback था. आज अच्छा
17
comeback
points
था.
as well. So this is also a
आज
big rise
अच्छा
for them.
comeback था.
Yeah, I mean, only 17 points for
It's
this
like करो,
guy here,
subscribe करो
so
if
I
you are
think
new
was-
to the channel.
That's
अच्छा वैलो का
such
पूछ
a
रहा है.
turnaround,
सही में क्या?
obviously,
मैं तो
but
down. I'm down.
That's the bad
I'm
day.
down. मैं member only आ जाऊंगा.
Lou, though, 1K club for him, 6 kills. That's the
I am
bad day for
down
those
if you're
like,
playing
I
Valorant.
gotta say,
I am
I'm so
down.
happy for
खेल
Na'Vi
सकते
to
हैं
turn
भाई.
around, because yesterday
क्या PUBG PC
they
खेलेगा
had
अच्छा?
17 points. So they kind of swap a route a little bit with no slag, obviously.
That was
definitely.
6-7
That
challenge
four
कैसे
piece from
करेंगे?
Blue on Everlong. Like, we didn't get
Let me
to see
figure
the
out.
triple spray down with the M4. We got to see the nade towards
इतना
the
diff
end,
भी
but,
नहीं है भाई. 2 chickens
I
tomorrow with
would
good
love
kills
to
can
see
it can
back
get
that
हाँ ना?
triple spray, because it was the picture perfect, like off angle for him to just be able to exploit exactly where they were, Blank, and
जब
just
बुला रहा है?
destroy them. It was crazy.
Yeah, I mean, for Lou, he's just been so good in that last game. I mean, he had some fantastic moments, but it's cool to see the Twisted Minds where there's been multiple times
लोग को
where
पता है
we
वो
have
6-7
seen
challenge कैसे करते
different
हैं?
players on that team all today have like those cool
Switch on कर
moments.
लेना.
Patulins, Lou, example. It's been really fun. It's been really fun watching them all.
And Send had kind of the butterfly effect hit against S8UL, right? Imagine if Molodoc hadn't gone down there and S8UL was able to come in a little bit stronger on that southwest side. As we take a look back at Ascend,
करेंगे
see how
कैसे?
they were playing things out. Bear in mind, it bears repeating. They got a back-to-back chicken
Is
dinner.
Nihal
before
qualified for
this, so
not
we were
yet,
really
but
kinda
points
wanting to
बहुत
see if
अच्छे हैं,
they
तो
were
I
gonna be
think
able to do a little bit more.
वे
But it
he's very
takes some
close to
wounds here and
qualification.
there.
हो जाएगा.
Adventure, though, it wasn't
तूने कल
for
कुछ
a
वीडियो
big
दिखाई थी
game
वो
for
करने
them.
वाला था. हाँ
3
वही
in a
ट्राई
row.
कर रहा हूँ.
Yeah,
वैसे गोल तो पूरा चलो अड्डाउन ने तो कर दिया था.
There's no denying that. I don't think I don't know exactly how
क्या हो
many
रहा
total
है? Do
points
not
they
access
ended up
please
on,
allow
but
camera.
yeah, it's been a great showing. I think the first 4 games had 44
They to
points,
permission.
and Virtus Pro had 60 points. So yeah, obviously a huge day for us, and to turn things around compared to what we saw yesterday. Obviously good for those guys. I saw some of the tweets on their socials, and it was pretty shambolic, I'll say at this point.
Okay, well, let's check in with some team comms from that last game then and see what some people had to say.
Поищи, может, панцер в какой-то из сачек.
कैमरा कैसे लगाऊं इसमें?
У нас в пикапе нашем...
Панцер, панцер, панцер! Они сейчас выйдут.
यहाँ पे कॉम सुनो रुको.
Один окно.
Слева добей.
Все.
Под верхнего не подставься. 10 патронов. Под верхнего подставляешься, брат.
там внутри.
Надо дохуяривать.
नहीं अभी नहीं बाद में. अच्छा था.
И патроны забрать. Вниз, вниз, вниз.
Он знает, что противоразряд.
Okay. All right, and that is, of course, our team comms coming in. A lot of Panzer, and I understand why. Let's be frank. All right, but we do have our interview ready and good to go as we have from Ascend. It's good old T-Bone. How are you doing, mate? You all right?
Yeah,
I'm alright. How are you guys?
Not too bad at all. Not a bad day from good old Ascend here. So I guess my first question, actually, based on that is...
ये कैसे access? रुको chat. It's 202 and you're still not using vertical tabs. Vertical tabs मतलब? रुको. I am 2026. What do you mean vertical tabs? तूने कल कुछ वीडियो दिखाई थी ना? एक सेकंड मैं वही कैमरा सेटअप कर देख रहा हूँ बट मेरे ब्राउजर में लग ही नहीं रहा कैमरा. What is this? Huh? What is this? Look at chat. I'm trying to figure out. 67speed.com.
Yeah, I've watched quite a bit of your stream. I've been lurking. I've been watching some of your scrims.
HF ने DM किया है.
I've heard that opinion before, right? Like it's difficult for you guys coming in against, say, the cup teams that have had a few weeks of cups to be able to kind of warm up into. Do you think that has been an extreme advantage for the cup teams compared to like you guys, for example?
I would have loved to have played the cup. It would have been so like really beneficial for us, I think. So definitely an advantage for new rosters.
Could not access camera, please allow camera access.
Yeah, that makes sense. Blank, you have a question?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, obviously,
Look at chat. Camera system.
sort of leads into the team chemistry. You guys just ensuring the win, basically.
Camera performance appearance.
Quite tell that on our side, at least.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, like honestly, there's pretty messy end games. I ain't gonna lie to you. From my side, I wasn't very happy still, even though we won. But I mean, Hackatory was different in that game. He just owned us all. Let's be honest. But yeah, like we just take it easy, basically, slow and steady.
Wins the race, man. Wins the race.
Mr. Avenger?
Okay.
Yeah, good to see you, Luke.
Okay, रुको.
Around here today. That's awesome. Congrats on that.
We are trying chat.
Though, on the Tego game,
Let me see.
you had the off angle. You saw the three guys, and then you started shooting, and there's a human player that just turned.
Ruko chat. Let me check.
Your immediate reaction there, with the
Let me check.
basically just getting caught out.
I think I got it working.
I mean, Hackatory is just a beast, right? Like he shot me straight through smoke as well, and just insta killed me.
रुको फिर मैं तुम लोग को भी स्क्रीन दिखाता हूँ. 1 second देना. 1 second देना.
I say I'm probably one of the best players in the world, if not the best player in the world. So
Yeah, he's staring
Okay,
at
is it
us
working?
at the #1 spot in the Survivor.
Is it working?
Here some, yeah, he's one of the best out there.
Oh, it is working. ठीक है.
Good for you guys to win that, and congrats on the comeback here for you and Ascend.
It is working.
cheers.
Yeah, for sure. Any final words, final things you want to say?
RP चल रहे हो? नहीं, Valorant चल रहे. रुको guys, we are gonna do the 6-7 वाला challenge. ठीक है, मैं तुम लोग को दिखाता हूँ स्क्रीन पे. बाद में थोड़ी देर बाद. हाँ, या मैं कर रहा हूँ सेटअप कर रहा हूँ. रुको, we are doing it. The capture. चलो रेडी fit to screen and this will go down. I think इधर रख देते हैं. माइक दूर कर देना, ठीक है? I don't know how we'll do it, but we'll do it, ठीक है? Let's do it. Let's do the challenge. Okay, you guys can see, right? You guys can see, right? You guys can see this. दिख रहा है तुम लोगों को? ये मुझे नहीं दिख रहा. मुझे I don't see my OBS. दिख रहा है? दिख रहा है? I don't know. ये करूँगा मैं. दिख रहा है तुम लोगों को? पूरा दिख रहा है? थोड़ा सा छोटा नहीं होता क्या ये? थोड़ा सा छोटा नहीं होता क्या ये? वे एम्बियंस लाइटिंग किधर है? एम्बियंस दिख रहा है चार्ट? ओके एटलीस्ट 500. मेरे से नहीं पता, मैं तो ये करने वाला हूँ. रुको. और दिस इज गोना बी इनसेन. वायर ना अटक जाए हाथ में. I don't know, this is gonna be insane. चलो ready? Ready? Okay, first नहीं fuck it, we ball, okay? We ball, okay? जो भी है एक ही ट्राई. Ready? चलो चलो. This is gonna be चलो 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 चलो. क्या? 3 2 भाई कितना? कैसे कैसे? सही में? What the fuck? Okay, let's go. चलो भाई इतना कम ही टाइम था इसमें. भाई इतना कम ही टाइम था. Bro, I think it is because of the camera. Not bad. रैंक लॉक क्यों है भाई? क्योंकि जस्ट बिकॉज आई एम गेस्ट. डिसेंट कितना आया मेरा? 231. एक और ट्राई मारे क्या? एक और ट्राई मारे क्या चैट? कितना करना रहता है भाई? वो बेसिकली मतलब लाइक आई थिंक वर्ल्ड रिकॉर्ड 899 है. अबव एवरेज हम लोग. वीसी आ रहा हूँ. तू भी करेगा क्या? रुक जाओ, एक चैलेंज में करके आता हूँ मैं. 400 में रीडर बोर्ड. आई थिंक 300. आई कैन हिट 300 ब्रो. आई कैन हिट 300 ब्रो. लेट्स डू इट. वन लास्ट शॉट. ओके ओके चलो चलो. आ रहा हूँ बच्चा, आ रहा हूँ. चलो लेट्स डू इट. चलो आन दो. चलो 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 चलो. अरे यार लेट्स गो चलो 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 चलो. ओए स्पीड बढ़ाई है मैंने. और कितनी बढ़ाऊं? और कितनी बढ़ाऊं? काउंट नहीं हो रहा. 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 क्या? हाथ दुख गए. हाथ दुख गए भाई. ये तो उससे भी बहुत गंदा था. अरे यार. अरे यार ना ब्रो. भाई भाई एक बार ही मतलब हाथ गिव अप करके पता है ना ब्रो. ना ब्रो ये तो एक बूढ़ा 2 दिन से सटी आ गया. चलो यार चैट. आई थिंक 231 इज द रिकॉर्ड भाई. I challenge Head Flicker and Pitaji Plays to beat my challenge. I challenge you guys. रुको रुको रुको, ऐसे थोड़ी होता है, ऐसे करेंगे, रुको भाई. I'm gonna challenge PP and Head Flicker to break my record. देखता हूँ मैं तुम लोग कितना 6-7 करते रहते हो. जेनजी हो ना तुम लोग, करके दिखाओ तुम लोग जेनजी लोग. भाई वैसे गंदा स्कोर है भाई, और बेटर हो सकता था शायद. और बेटर हो सकता था. चलो आओ, क्या कह रहे हैं ये, कौन से पीसी में है? हेलो, आजा भाई. यो मैन,
क्या कर रहे हो तुम?
भाई तू भी करके दिखा, कितना कर सकता है बता.
कल करूंगा मैं, कल अभी नहीं करूंगा, बाद में करूंगा मैं.
डन है.
क्यों, कौन बता रहा है तुझे ये सब?
ये सब मेरे को जेनजी की चीज़ें आ रही है भाई. मेरी रील में वो आ रहा है ऑटिस जे और पता नहीं क्या क्या आ रहे हैं चीज़ें भाई, पता नहीं अजीब अजीब सी हरकतें हो रही
बीपी
हैं.
तो बबलू से कर देगा भाई.
भाई मेरे को ये पता है, चैट में एक बंदा बोला था कि तुम्हें अगर इसमें बेस्ट कोर चाहिए ना भाई, तो तुम ऐसा सोचना कि आंखें बंद है तुम्हारी और सामने तुम्हारे पीपी है. बताओ, चैट में बंदा ऐसा बोल रहा है, व्हाट द फक. कोई अच्छा चैट, एक सेकंड मैं स्ट्रीम मेंबर ओनली करके आता हूँ, रुक जा. वैलो खेल रहा है ना?
हाँ खेल रहे हैं ना.
ठीक है.
मैं लाइव हूँ भाई तभी.
हाँ चिल है. चैट,
नन्नी को पूछा, मैं नन्नी को.
We are playing Valorant. We are playing Valorant and I mean it was a good PUBG stream. इसके बाद आप लोग मेंबर ओनली एंड ट्विच आ जाते हैं, ठीक है, क्योंकि आज के एक दिन में 3 स्ट्रीम अच्छी नहीं है स्टैट्स के लिए. तो आ जाओ. W गेम्स कल भाई इंटरेस्टिंग हो गया, पता है. नहीं तो अगर आज हम लोगों ने इतना पुल ऑफ नहीं करा होता ना, तो कल की गेम बहुत वो हो जाती. कल मतलब कोई कमबैक का स्कोप नहीं रहता, तो मज़ा भी नहीं आती थी.
अबे रशर मेन साइड में था. हेलो अल्ट से.
हाँ चेंज ही करूँगा अभी, रुक जा 2 मिनट.
हाँ गिरनी भाई रिप्लाई नहीं कर रहे.
रुको एक सेकेंड. ये एक सेकेंड, लिंक कहाँ से लाऊं? गीतांश थैंक यू सो मच फॉर द मेंबर. गीतांश थैंक यू सो मच. ये लिंक कहाँ से लाऊं चैट? हमारे ये वाली गेम की लिंक कहाँ से लाऊं? स्ट्रीम की लिंक. अच्छा ये रही, ये रो चैट. मेंबर ओनली एंड ट्विच. आ जाओ चैट, थोड़ी देर शॉर्ट स्ट्रीम करेंगे. आ जाओ आन दो चैट. चलो सी यू गाइज ऑन दैट स्ट्रीम. W गेम्स, आज गेम्स अच्छी थी भाई, बेटर थी. आओ लेट्स प्ले वैलोरेंट. आओ चैट, दूसरी स्ट्रीम पे आओ तुम लोग. ट्विच का भी तो देता हूँ मेरे को.
बासित आया भाई.
वो तो खेलेगा ही कैसे हमारे साथ? वॉरजोन खेलेगा वॉरजोन?
अच्छा बासित खेल नहीं सकता ना?
आई डोंट थिंक खेल सकता है वो।
नहीं खेल सकता बासित?
आई डोंट थिंक सो।